Everybody, this is G-Man here, coming to you from Naya's channel. You're wondering how in the is G-Man on Naya's channel? But Naya's right there. There's Naya. And look, there's Zen Mommy.
Is it pointing at you? Or
No, wait a minute now. Oh, my hand was in the way.
Oh.
There's Zen Mommy. And there's Naya. First time was better. I had my hand over it. Then there's me. And we got more. You think that's it? No, we got more. When I said friends, we got more friends. So
Can you introduce my channel?
we got two people.
That swell.
And Zen Mommy, of course, from her own channel, Zen Mommy. Makes
Tell
it.
me when I turn mine on, you want to do this?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. We got 2 people watching, 4 people watching. Damn, you fill up fast. So hello, 4 people. Question and answer. Oh, we got something already. Somebody said hi. JT Wild. Hey, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. There's Kim.
Hi, Jeremy.
There's Simone. There's Kim in the background. We got Jeremy watching us.
There's Storm.
And there's Storm.
Okay, this is
Say hi to Jeremy.
Say hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Storm.
The puppy dog is
There's
gone.
one and only Naya right there. We just came from the park. We got some water. And look, she's holding a painting from Michelle. That is Zen Mommy's painting. What's that? What's you name that one? And say it.
This says Simone's message. Trust intuition. Trust yourself. Follow your experience and inner guidance. Play, play, play.
Good message.
Create with joy and confidence. Knowing is beyond belief. Be free.
Got Mary. Almore, whoever that is.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Look at Mary. We got the whole gang.
Michelle's calling her husband.
Yeah. There's a painting that Michelle did.
Okay, go live.
I've got some
I
paintings.
got my new grandbaby here.
That's right. She's got the grandbaby. You know,
Super channel.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
Mine.
this is called My Higher Self. This was a pass that I could have took. And you can guess what pass I took. Take a guess. And I'll take her. And then this is a follow-up painting. This is like my new life after the wreck. And there's a lot of stuff in there. You can see all kinds of stuff. It's really amazing. And Michelle brought both those to me. Wasn't that nice of her? Yeah, we're going to flip this way. We got 6 people watching already.
There's mine.
Oh, yeah, look, there's... Yeah,
The
right there.
energies. Feel the energy.
This is my
Energy
pup
boost.
friends.
Look at that. Isn't that
Let
amazing?
me introduce you to my pup
That's
friends.
absolutely amazing.
They are my pup friends. You guys are always asking. Well, there they are.
That truly is your pup friends.
That's my pup friends.
If you
That
could
is
just
a-
feel the energies.
That is a
feel
family
around.
portrait of my best friends in ever. Forever and ever and ever. That's them.
Cool.
Mwah.
Uh-oh.
And now I have them with me always.
You don't know what
Thanks
to think
to-
about this
Isn't
painting.
that... She painted it and then she didn't know what it was and just freaked you out.
She
didn't
had,
it?
I was flipping through her. She had a page where she has all her paintings. Where is that? That page where you have all your paintings.
Oh, I should know.
Well, it's that page where she has all her paintings, and I was like flipping through it, and I mean, just happened across it, and freaked out. And then I tried to call her for like 15 minutes, and she wouldn't answer the phone.
And this
I was
baby
painting.
is definitely going to take us
I was
to
still painting.
5D. He's going to take us all to 5D.
You want a nut? You like nuts?
Storm's gonna take us all, but you live far away, Kim. You're not the bubble is like a 5-mile
He
radius.
don't like it. He don't like it when I get out of the side. He starts crying.
She believe me, do.
He will too. And we have noticed since I have been here that Kim is every bit as gullible as she appears to be. She will believe anything.
Kim, tell us the story.
You tell.
So we're on
What did you get her going on this last time?
the phone. Remember? So we're on the phone, and she's meeting.
Going to the water park.
She's gonna meet us at the water park, and she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to look for my phone," and she's talking to me on the phone.
And that's very Kim.
That's very Kim.
Very Kim. But what was the other thing? We were walking through the park, and you had her
yeah.
going. And
I don't
you
remember.
had her going for like 15 minutes.
I
I was
remember
like,
$1 million.
laughing.
She's like, "I wouldn't trade you guys for $1 million."
Oh, that's right.
And I'm like, "I don't know, Kim. $1 million is a lot of money." I said, "Even Naya would trade us for $1 million." And Kim's like, "No, $1 million. No, it ain't worth it." And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
and then Kim kept arguing with me. "Oh no, you guys, no, you're worth $10 million."
And she's so serious too. She was making her case, and G-Man was just
The whole time we're just bullshitting her. Naya and I are laughing.
Naya and I are, me and G-Man are just laughing our asses off. And she's just so intense.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it for me.
She does that all the time on the phone with her. I'll be like,
She does. She'll get so
remember I
intense.
told you, I said when Simone first moved to Florida, I'm like, you need to move down there and help her out. And she's taking me, I just moved in with Tommy. I can't move. I'm like, Kim, you really need to go down there. And she's taking me, I can't. I just moved in here.
So intense.
Yeah.
Serious.
We got
So
eight people watching. Hey, buddy, it's a G-Man here. If you have anything to type, just type it and I'll try to catch it real quick. If you have a question, normally Naya would have her laptop going, but she doesn't right
I do
now.
have a question for you.
I have an
Alright,
answer.
Question.
The Mayans and the 2012 calendars and CERN. Did CERN have anything to do with the end of the Mayan calendar ending?
No, the Mayan calendar was made by people that were aware of all of this Gaia going to 5D thing, before civilized man came in and interrupted everything. So the Maya calendar is dead on right. It is accurate to a T. CERN is one of the many, many, many things that they tried to stop it. It did not work, just like everything else they've done.
But what
It's not
happened
working.
2012 then?
Lots. It's just that people that are not aware.
So you think that's true? A lot happened in 2012?
Oh,
That's when I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12. I woke up in
I
2012.
2012
Yeah.
was massive.
I started
Massive.
waking up in 2010.
It was such a
So you beat the clock there.
It was such a huge change that I think Stephanie and I were always shocked that nobody noticed it. That everything was so. It was to us. It was
I
like
can't remember what
1
you
minute
mean.
later.
Oh, there's a
everything
goodies
was
powder. She lives in
different.
those
Everything was
things.
different. Now this rock they said was yours. I read old
Look,
Native
that's the
American.
alien
I
rock.
found it by
No, we told her
when I
already.
was walking by.
She said Simone was right on the money. She said it
and it
could
was
feel
unlike
like
any
alien
other
rock.
Yeah,
But
this
it's
is
not.
old
It's
school. I
old
mean, not
And
the,
it was right in
you
front of
know-
me out in the
Zen
open,
Mommy,
like
snap
on the
on.
path. Anybody could have saw it.
you know the Native Americans that came and take care of me whenever I was doing ayahuasca.
That's a
that
nice
group.
rock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who these guys are.
Okay,
That's what this
thank
is.
you. Because I've been wondering, because it's so
And it
different.
was kind of a gift for thank you for being there and helping us in that position and helping guiding her to that safe place. So it's kind
You
of their
couldn't
gift to
ask
you.
for a better grandbaby. You cannot ask for a better grandbaby.
No, they don't. They don't come much better than Prism.
Oh,
kids.
show us the
Hey,
feather.
Hey,
So that's the feather
kid.
that. And what's the
Well,
story?
my-
What's the story behind the feather?
Want it?
Oh, Naya
Right.
found these when she first went on her trip to
Mhm.
come visit all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Got it the first stomp, right? And they're turkey feathers, so she brought a bunch of them and she gave one to each of us.
Where's my feather?
She didn't
No,
come
that was
visit
on
you.
that trip.
Oh man,
And
Yeah,
then
we
you
don't
went
get
to
no
the
feather,
park
Kim.
when
That's
you
some
were done
bullshit, ain't it?
Yeah.
and got the stones.
So I went.
All
I
right.
I
just-
love that stuff. And
I
that's
just
not even
grabbed.
man-made.
I just grabbed the feathers. It was just pure. I just grabbed them up, and there was exactly the right amount of.
Really? You didn't have one.
And then this part, I went to the park, and I was walking through the park, and stones started calling.
Yeah, I
people's
remember
names.
that. I remember that.
And I went, and they're plain stones. There's nothing fancy about any of them.
That one does actually look like a
Except-
heart. From yeah,
Yes.
yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show that to the camera. Isn't that amazing?
Except if you put them
Got
all
one
together,
that's
they will
camera
form a
holder
ball.
where you can
Oh,
sit
this-
there.
They really
Well,
will.
look, you got it with you?
saw that on that
I
video.
was trying so hard to make it and hold the
That's
camera.
hard somewhere,
But I was
I'll
like,
leave
I was
it
just
to
sitting
you.
there and they were
Oh,
on fire. I went,
thanks.
wait a minute.
Thank you.
And I started playing with them like Rubik's
I've-
Cube
I've
thing.
had it for a couple
And I
of
started
years
playing
I
with them,
took it
putting
out
them
of the
together. I went,
box.
I think
No
these things
kidding.
all make a
No kid.
ball. And they sure did. And the second I put that ball together, and my feather was right next to it. And the second I did the vortex started. And it went whoosh, whoosh, and it picked up all of you. And I went, well, that shit is cool. And you guys have been attached to each other ever since. Because all of you have very different strengths. Some people don't know what their strengths are yet. But everybody has very different strengths for that vortex. And they feed it whether they know it or not. It's
And
very
do you
cool.
know everybody's strength?
Oh, yeah.
So what would be Michelle's strength?
Oh, hers is magical creatures.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
is an
Yeah.
expert on magical creatures. She can communicate with them. She can ask them for help. She can send them for other people.
I
She
can
is
feel
Eminem with my
I, and I
strength.
can
She's
feel them
magical
around me. I
Michelle.
don't
She's
see
There
them
you go, magical
physically,
Michelle.
But I can sense them.
They
What-
come
what
with
is,
her everywhere. She
What's
just makes
Zen? What's
me.
Zen Mommy's strength?
Hers is actually creating products that help people. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, I can see
huge,
that,
huge. Even though she tries to go other places,
Yeah.
her strength is by far with her hands.
So
I
stay
thought
with-
it was the time.
Yeah.
Stay with that. Just stay with that.
Oh, you do that too, but that has nothing to do with people because you can't
Yeah.
mess with their time. You do that for yourself.
And let me guess
For-
what Kim is. Kim is just to make us laugh, right?
Yes.
And she does a damn good job without trying. So.
Now Kim's the one that will show how you can go now fast. Because Kim was actually the
She
lowest,
does listen.
and she fought a lot, but she listens anyway.
You do
So
listen, Kim.
her
Just a second, let me
expertise is
introduce
actually
her.
being
I'm
able
about
to
to
talk
turn
to
on my
people that were
channel.
much lower than
I'm gonna
any
go
of
get some
us.
stones.
Much lower. Because she came from a very low place
Very low
up
place.
to a high place very fast. And the only way that she can do that is to be able to be called out on what she's doing.
Yeah,
And she does that.
yeah.
She doesn't get upset.
No,
she
you
doesn't
don't.
get angry. She just listens and does it.
Yeah.
No matter how far she falls, she'll listen.
Don't
and come
argue
back
with
up.
you or nothing, do you? You never argue.
And that is a great thing to have in the group because as we're reaching out to other people, there'll be a lot of people that are way low.
Right. We all
Her
want to. We want to
expertise.
bark back at you at times, and
Yeah.
like, no, that.
And
ain't
all
right.
of- in our
able,
job-
and I'm able to get along with the meanest, ugliest
Yeah.
person.
That is very
And that
true.
is your forte. Somebody that I couldn't even get close to. They're way too low to me. You can. You can reach down and reach out your hand and go, come this way. I can't. I can't even begin to get close enough to them.
Yeah.
You can. And you can come back up. That's your expertise.
There was a
It's
patient
very,
we had
very big
problems with, and they
expertise.
said they could not believe that they did not cuss me. Well,
Oh, also her expertise, of course, is those paintings.
Yes, well, that's part of creation.
Yeah, that's that painting thing, and people do not understand. They will never understand. She doesn't understand.
Well, you have a.
Nobody
do
will
it.
ever.
You have that
understand.
gift too.
Yeah, I do. I do paintings too, but they're bigger picture.
And you know it.
Paintings.
You know what it means.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
is it
Hers
okay to
are
touch it?
Yeah.
way detailed.
Yeah.
Very, very,
So
very,
she
very.
is like it's kind of like speaking in tongues, right? She don't know what she's doing,
Exactly.
and
It is. I go into like
Yeah.
a
Talk about it
trance
to
and
the
I get
camera.
into this flow and then I just
then Naya
do it.
interprets it. Yeah.
I just go trust, and I just let my hands go to the
Just
paint.
let it
And
let
I-
it flow.
And I just
And
let
she'll
it go.
she'll snap a picture of it, and I think at the beginning with yours is where I caught her and changed her on your first one.
Oh, the first one.
Because what she was doing was she was going to her higher self. No, actually, it's how it started. She was going to the person. Person was saying, I want a painting. She'd come back and go to her higher self. The higher self would go to your higher self. And you guys would work out what needed to be in the painting. But then she'd go back down into you and talk to you and come back. And that was messing it up. So I told her she needs to go up the higher self. Go to the person. Come over, up higher self, over to higher self, back to higher self painting. Don't let that person interfere what's going
And that
to
was
happen.
while this was being done, right? So
that
this,
that was the first.
so
one
this is
when
like
you
a
came
collaboration
back
between you two, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, I
That's
really,
special. It's really
I really
special.
spend a lot of time with them.
And then I watch her. She clicks pictures of her paintings, and I watch all of them. And
How
if
many?
you-
How many you
Y'all
crank
got
out?
ice- y'all got
Like per week
or
like
so.
ice water over
It's
there.
been really hot at my house and not in the last few weeks, but since May 1st, I think I have about 170 people.
Wow.
Yeah, they move
Wow.
fast. Mine move fast too.
Can I-
Mine do really fast.
Are y'all? I want to.
No, we're live.
everybody
Oh,
Go ahead.
hey.
on my channel. Is it? Can I do it now or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Help with your
And I
stuff.
can get a picture of all y'all.
Okay.
Hey.
See how many we got watching? We got 6 people. We got Jeremy on the other. Did you say hi, Jeremy? Jeremy's there.
Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy's here. I can feel him.
Okay.
Oh, he's nice in Florida.
I brought
He's
him a
here.
painting too. I brought you a painting, Jeremy, when you come.
Okay.
That's that alone, Jeremy, is reason to come here. Absolutely.
I do, man.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so we hi, this is the Zen Mommy, and we're having a little bit of a special today. I'm in South Carolina with YouTubers Naya, Yvonne Ballard, G-Man, Purple Sky Awakening, and Michelle and Kim, and we are sitting here.
We got someone already.
Having some spiritual conversation and just enjoying ourselves. And I thought if we go live, you guys might can learn some of the things that I'm
Good
going to be
thing I didn't
learning
look like
today.
this one.
And so this is Naya. Talking about her. She had a near-death experience, came back with a full memory, and has a YouTube channel. Check her out, Yvonne Ballard. G-Man, Purple Sky Awakening. He formerly G-Man interviews. He
Yeah.
interviews other spiritual YouTubers,
Including you.
including me. He was the first person that interviewed me.
And he just had an out-of-body experience with a head-on collision.
Don't remember it though.
Oh.
He doesn't
I will.
remember it yet, but he will.
I will.
Oh, I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do too.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
with
right.
you. I was with you.
We went for a walk with a.
We did.
Yeah.
And Kim is over here in the corner. She
You gotta get in the camera, Kim.
so So G-Man, when I met G-Man, let's see, was it almost a year?
Yeah, about
About
maybe
October.
October-ish. Yeah.
About October, he found one of my videos, and he wanted to interview me. And since then, he invited me to introduce me to Naya's Family Collective,
And
we all kind of talked through her channel and everything, and we've have kind of formed like a family relationship, and now we're meeting each other in real life.
Absolutely.
And so this is our first time, most of us meeting at the same time.
Yeah.
I met Naya before already. She came to my
I think
house.
everybody, right? Because you never met Michelle or me or Kim.
And
Or
Mich-
did you meet her before?
I know
Michelle?
today's my first time
Okay.
meeting her. And Michelle does these paintings. These paintings are
Yeah, we got.
vibrational paintings, and they are healing. And so she did each one of us a painting.
There we go.
If Kim doesn't have hers here.
Okay, let me
Kim
get
does
this.
that. Kim
Can
does
you
that
show
way.
them for me?
Your painting.
Okay. And we're
We're
gonna
doing a
do,
live simulcast with
we're gonna
Zen
try to
Mommy.
discuss the meaning of this painting she created for me.
She's on her channel live.
And so now I talked about how I did an ayahuasca experience. I never told her what I saw, but she has painted what I've seen in the ayahuasca experience. And so,
You got people talking.
You're doing
Oh, they
good.
are talking?
No way you can read that,
Look at
though.
these little
You're
bubble
probably
things.
asking all these great questions. We haven't
Yeah, there's no questions. They're all saying everybody's beautiful and stuff. No questions yet.
yeah.
I'll follow up on the
Absolutely
questions.
lovely.
Look at 11 people watching and 1 like.
Wow, you got 11?
111.
Hey, what about the other 10? Where's your likes? Thumbs up, thumbs up.
We got 2 thumbs up here, so.
Thumbs up, more thumbs up on my
Alright,
people. Thumbs
here.
up.
He's
I
right,
don't
you
know
can be
why,
in my
but that
lap. I
seems
just
to be
wanted
important.
It's okay, baby.
Thumbs
Alright.
up, people.
So,
They're stormed.
okay, so I was asking what was the meaning of my painting, and you said that you wanted me to figure it out.
What did you say first?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
live.
You can do this.
Okay. All right, so,
And not just that you saw it in ayahuasca either.
okay.
Feel what that means.
Okay, so when she first gave me the painting, the first thing that stood out was this little shape right here. To me, it looks like the face of an alien, and it's kind of disturbing to me.
Okay.
And if
Don't,
you look-
don't look at it like that. Okay, stop, stop,
Huh?
stop. Don't look at it through human eyes.
Okay.
Feel the painting.
Feel it?
Feel the painting. Don't look at it like it's a picture. Feel. What does it make you feel like?
Uh-huh.
That's what I want you to do.
Okay.
That's how you read her paintings. It's feel your way.
Okay.
And there's the artist right there.
Yeah.
All right, feel it.
Okay, I'm trying to feel it.
Okay. Here, pin drop.
Wow. No, you're right. It, like for a moment, it felt like I was in ayahuasca. Like I could just dive into another
Yes,
dimension.
yes, yes. There you go.
It just
Now,
took
what
me.
What you want to do is you want to use these paintings. You're going to use these paintings. You're going to back up because there's many layers to everything she does. And these paintings she does are intense. They're motherfucking intense.
Mhm.
You will do this in a meditative state day after day after day. Years from now, you'll still be feeling new things.
Mhm.
Okay? Generally speaking, you've got a lot of, in this thing, you've got a lot of very, very quickly knowingness.
Mhm.
And a lot of this is knowingness. Now, the darker areas, that anything that's dark, that's densities. That's things that caused you problems.
Mhm.
Now, if you'll notice, right next to that density, right next to that dark stuff, see the pink? Right next to real dark, you
Mhm.
see pink? If you will open up to it, every single bad thing that's happened to you has led you to something glorious.
Mhm.
If you would stop looking at the bad, if you would stop focusing on the bad and turn around,
Mhm.
there's magnificent stuff that you have found
Mhm.
that has drawn you in a year's time from being totally clueless to awake. But you're doing it. See how much movement there is here? See how much there's movement. There's dark,
Mhm.
there's light, there's dark. That's your movement. That's chaotic movement. Now in your case, you're doing that on purpose because you're trying to be awakened fast. You have no patience for doing this slow.
I don't.
None at all. No patience. But on the
That's her.
outside, eventually, whenever you sort all this out, whenever you see how much more light there is in this dark,
Yeah.
see how much light there is?
Yeah.
When you figure that out, that all of this is good stuff, and you couldn't have all this good stuff without the dark, Then you'll head over into the light. And you'll start taking the dark with you.
You gotta
That
go.
is another one of your great gifts. Is that you figure out that dark is not bad. It never was.
Doesn't that
No.
suck?
And you take it to the light. You enlighten it with you. You take it to the light. And that's what all this is. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's agreeing with everything you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Everything you're saying.
Okay. So this is where you're heading out to the light, that ayahuasca that you keep going to.
Mhm.
And that's the lighter part. But what you do is you stop beating up the dark
Mhm.
and you take it with you. You assimilate it to you. And eventually this is where you end up, this assimilation of everything,
Mhm.
which is where you're headed, and then beyond.
Mhm.
So you could do another one right
What do
here,
you say?
and she should. Do another one right here that will show you the next step. But this is where you're working right now. This is what you're doing.
So like
Right
if
here?
I did three
Right
in
now?
a row, the farthest one would be the lightest.
It would be pure.
The family.
It would be
Oh,
all.
so-
it would
so
be
forget
everything.
Tommy, right?
Because
No, no,
all
no,
the way
he's
over is
home
light
too.
and dark and nothing.
Well, what's this?
and
You just said, where's this is on?
That's what
No, I'm talking
ayahuasca
about the
truly
family.
is.
Yeah,
Really
you can't have two
look
homes,
at it
Kim.
right.
Sorry.
No, no, no.
You can
I'm
open
talking
your
about
eyes, it's
within
everything.
people,
Yeah.
it feels
It's,
like
there
I'm
is
home
no
when I'm
difference
with
between
them.
the light and the dark because it's all one.
I feel like I'm at home.
And that's
This-
what you're figuring
So
out.
right,
And
you
the green
wait
at
a
the
minute, with
bottom?
everybody?
That
Or
is
it
your
supposed to be
that
at
is
the top?
that is
I'm at
Gaia.
home.
That is where you
Wow.
that is
Yeah.
where you're
No,
grounded.
that's-
Oh, okay.
You're
So let me
grounded
ask you
to this
this.
as you do.
Not me, you
And
said
don't
you felt like
ever
you knew me
forget, this is
all your
just a
life.
touch.
Do you feel that way with
This.
Michelle?
Because this
Really?
is
You feel the same way?
grounding you to the
What?
I feel
planet
like I'm
Earth.
home.
So you can be
I
like,
feel like I'm at
I felt like I
Yes.
was coming to a family reunion
That's what
in
it is.
summer
That's
camp.
what it
Yeah,
feels
I
like.
got
I'll
it.
give you enough for now.
Now, when I
Yeah.
made the painting for Simone, you guys asked me to pull blocks. That's to me.
What's that mean?
That was.
What's that
and
mean?
then
No,
immediately
she-
everything blew up, and I was like,
I love the
See, that's
writing.
what okay, let me
Be
pull
be
this
now,
out.
be water. I like that.
So we pulled
Be your
you
true
pulled
self.
she pulled your blocks out of the way, stuff that was blocking you.
Did you ask me to?
wanna
That's
tell
the
you
reason why you've got
that product,
you've got
Rich
this
Law,
and you've got this and you've got this and you've got
Yeah,
this.
yeah, right,
This is
right.
where your blocks
It
were
does
unblocked
work.
and
It
it
Tell
went,
the
took me
camera.
about
it went
the who
And
seen
then
that Rich
turmoil.
Because Rich would be watching
turmoil.
this, I'm
Now
sure.
you've got to sort it
So
out.
Rich,
You've gotta
Kim
see
ordered some
that
of
there
that,
is no
uh,
such
Is
thing
that
as
what I
dark.
feel like I'm
Hugerzine
going
from
crazy
your
right
link?
now? I feel like my mind is just
And
flooded
it
with all this
works.
knowledge, and I'm
start
I'm
working
thinking about
after the
that
second
scripture,
dose.
where there's
a
much
while
knowledge,
after.
But didn't you
Yeah.
take like a double dose or something?
Well, you gotta
Took a
sort it
dose
out.
last
You can
night,
look
took
at
a
it
dose
any way
this
you
morning,
want.
Okay.
and after court this morning.
Just be
You
careful,
can have
though.
fun with this
Start
chaos.
start
You're the
kicking
one
in,
that
huh?
created it.
Just
You're
be
the one
careful,
that
that's
asked
powerful
for it.
stuff.
You can have fun sorting
It
it out, or
don't
you
feel
can be
like
pissy
I'm on
about it.
speed or
It's up to
nothing,
you.
but
Yeah.
it feels like my
Always
brain's
up
not
to you.
tired and asleep.
Well,
Yeah, so
I don't
it
know.
doesn't
Earlier
hurt
about
that.
the cell phone thing.
But you have to
That's
go
when
back.
you were
to
speaking.
that's
just
just
like
a part
I
of my
do every
natural
single time
goodness.
with you. I said, remember ayahuasca. You've done that on purpose for yourself. So when you get into chaos and shit gets out of control, you remember, oh, wait a minute. I'm in control.
Yeah.
I'm a god. I'm doing this. Not blame everybody else. I'm doing this. And in that moment, you calm down. In that moment, you have control. In that moment, you go, okay, let's start again. And all you have to do is start again. Don't let what's happened matter. Because you can start over anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's no such thing as past. That's a figment of your imagination. So all you have to do is just
Hey, you were
remember.
watching it, weren't you?
I'm sending it somewhere.
yeah. When you want all your blocks moved at once, I was like, okay, because I knew it was gonna like almost be like a smack in the face.
And you didn't warn me.
Well, no, I kind of asked Naya, and she's like, no,
I
pull
said,
them.
no, pull 'em.
I'm like, okay.
She can handle it.
I
then
can't even
handle it.
remember asking for all my blocks to be full. That's
Oh,
how
it was in the conversation on the
Yeah.
because I made that special.
Oh,
for
Simone,
you.
tell Naya and Michelle about the apartment that you left.
What about it?
You know.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh,
about
the,
the lightning.
that after I left, they got hit by lightning.
You did
Oh
that.
my goodness. And
You did
I
that
do
shit.
that? I did create that. You see, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, when it was thundering on Sunday, I was thinking for a second. I thought, what if lightning hit that house?
Uh-huh.
And then
It's all-
for
it's all it
just for a
takes.
second, and I was like, no, I didn't want that to happen.
But it doesn't matter because in that moment, the people that were in the house agreed to that experience. So it's all good.
Oh, okay.
But does
No
she
bad
get?
karma.
Oh, there's no bad karma.
No bad
oh, that's
karma.
good.
There- no,
'Cause,
there's
you know,
no such-
that shit
doesn't
comes back
work
on
like
you.
that.
Now, Mary said that after my positive energy left the environment, and also the vortex, because I took my feather and my stones, that house was now susceptible to a negative event.
Well, of course, yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a very negative place. I warned you that from the beginning. You had the choice. You could have turned that whole place into something
Probably
else.
won't be able to see
But
that
you
now.
didn't. You didn't stay
But at least I got
focused,
to
and that's
say
okay.
Yeah.
That was okay. It was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Minutes. I
But
gotta
to
up
be
at
fair,
3.
you've got to
We'll see each
understand
other
you came
again.
from
I know.
California. Sorry,
It was-
California
And I
people.
will be making your
But
husband's,
California, your vortex
paint.
there is very
And I'll
low.
let y'all know when I throw
Very,
it.
very
It'll
low.
be the
You
perfect time,
cannot
tell me.
just
Okay.
jump.
I will.
You have to
That's good.
gradually
That's
change.
nice.
So you couldn't
She's-
just
she's
jump
better in
to
person,
West
isn't
Palm
she?
Beach.
See, I told
Vibration,
you, you can
Maria,
be a
vibration.
husband
The reason why I
without
couldn't
having
hook up
a
with her, them guys very
Yeah.
much.
I just
Because your
want to call
vibration was
significant others because it's so.
California, which
Yeah.
was much lower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It
you
seems
came to
easier.
a house that was kind of mid-range,
Mhm.
but you wanted
Tommy's a good
you want
guy.
it now.
He lets you have your friends, and he doesn't get jealous, and he loves you and trusts you. That's a
Which
good
is fine,
man.
except
That's a
you
good
just
man.
keep worrying.
And he might be
Yeah, I
watching
trust
this.
him.
He might be watching one day.
Yeah.
So what do you got to say to
So
Tommy?
if you would have gone and
He's
if you would have
watching.
flowed with it, if you would have
I love
stayed
you.
positive,
There you go.
if you
There
would
you
have
go.
blown off the
It says it all.
shampoo incident, if you would have laughed off his
I don't know
come
if we should
on,
say his name.
everything
out
would have
loud.
been different.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't. You responded very negatively.
Well, we can't take it back now.
Okay, but
But
that
it's
means that when
okay.
you move
Okay.
from
Sure it's all right?
California to
Well, don't let him watch
you
this one.
did change.
Don't let him watch this
raise
one.
your
I've already
vibration,
sent it to him.
but you didn't raise
Oh,
it enough
okay.
to
Yeah.
exist
You
there.
sure
I
now?
didn't give no
Okay.
No,
last
you're
name.
worried
Now
about it.
you're
No,
here.
you're worried.
Now this particular
Okay.
place is.
We'll give
very
him. We'll give him. We'll make a.
Your,
we'll make a-
whenever I was putting together
We'll make a
your
fake name for him one day.
apartment,
Think
I
of
worked.
Buddy or something.
I put it very neutral,
Mhm.
and I put it very safe.
Mhm.
So it is in a neutral place. You can take it wherever you want to,
Mhm.
because I don't get
Hey
into
Michelle, how many
with
we got
people's
watching?
lives.
You gotta say
I
on
really
there.
don't.
Mhm.
But you are in a safe, neutral
The
place
first-
over there,
No way.
so you can take it wherever you want to.
Damn, you're right.
I would suggest.
Oh well, we got one person.
It's the lucky one.
You
Hello,
don't have any
hello.
place to run to now. There's no need for you to panic.
Mhm.
You know they
You've
always
got
say
a
if
place
one
you're in
person,
as long as
if,
you want to, he's
that's
never
all you
gonna
need, right?
take you
That's
out.
all you need.
Mhm.
You've got food. You've got babies taken care of.
Yeah.
It's a nice, pleasant,
Everything's
I
perfect
live there
in the moment.
Beautiful little
Absolutely.
place.
Tell me
So
more.
Absolutely.
relax into what you love
Mhm.
and focus on that. Your chaos will dissipate.
Okay.
And then once it dissipates, once it comes down to naught, then you can turn around. Don't turn around yet.
Mhm.
But once you're in your place and you're feeling like that,
Mhm.
then turn around and look at it. But
Mhm.
look at it from the standpoint of curiosity,
Mhm.
of objectivity,
Mhm.
of how did I do that and what did I get out of it? And what will I see it whenever I'm dead? Just think like that. Okay, what was this going to look like if I'm dead?
Mhm.
And you'll see it a different way, and the contrast will be phenomenally beautiful.
Mhm.
And you can also see what you would rather do. Would
that
you
one I
rather
had?
do this again, or could you do
Is
it
that
a
one I
different way?
had?
next?
Is that in my bowl?
But
It
get
was laying
centered
right
first.
here.
Yeah, that's one of
Okay.
mine, so you can have it.
Really?
Please, it wants to be yours.
All
I
right.
can feel. I can
That's a beautiful
feel
one
that.
too. That's
It
a
wants to
beautiful
be
one.
yours.
It's the energy.
Da-da-da.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
The rocks are very powerful. You can't really argue. You can't argue with rocks. Can you?
No.
So that rock betrayed you then, huh?
Oh, I brought some rocks.
Huh?
They're
That
really
was-
rocks
that
my
was your
daughter
rock,
gave
and
me.
Does anybody want a Coke? I got Coke.
You want a
Well,
Coke?
it called out the
I
kid.
also
Okay.
got green drink.
Oh, no, I'm good. I have a soda. Thank you.
Zed, Mommy, don't forget you're live on your channel.
I know I'm live.
Can't ignore everybody. We're still here.
Oh yeah, I can take this time to read the comments.
Okay, I'm out of Coke. So I will
Let's see.
have. I will have a.
Okay, Storm.
We didn't get no feather. That's
Okay.
that bum you out.
No. I
She
got,
got an awesome stone and a
I've got-
You
pan.
have a live-in nurse.
Yeah, that's okay.
Housekeeper.
I got the girl who gave the feathers. So
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
you
exactly.
got some good energy putting this house.
Absolutely.
Reality and tend to ignore
But this-
vibrations
I
and
don't know
energy
whenever
where
I
the
laid
more
my hand on it
authentic
and I just felt
and
the
sent lives. Hi
connection.
everyone.
It's
Naya
been
has a
sitting in
lot
my
of
room
wisdom.
for
They
years.
love you.
This
Great
connection.
seeing you guys.
It
They're
understands
sending
me.
peace, love, and
looks like
light.
one of those Fabergé
Thank you
eggs.
guys.
I don't remember what it is. I'm terrible at remembering what kind of
I
stone.
don't know. I don't care. I don't know.
It's a beautiful little stone, isn't it?
Just the energy coming
Yeah.
from.
I got that one
Like a
in
little.
I got that one in Sedona on the same day I bought this one in Sedona.
That's a big ass crystal.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
'Cause I've got stones in the bottom of my
Did
purse.
you love this?
I got them in my car.
And
Storm
Naya,
got
Naya
one
gave you
now.
two.
Isn't that-
You remember which one's yours and which
Yeah,
one's
it's
Buddy's?
two.
I think it's
I
hilarious.
put
Buddy,
tape
don't
on
forget
my
Buddy.
hands.
So this
I
is-
wear it in my hair when I do my paintings. And it was like pulling my hair out.
Papa
Where's it?
We
Mine's
call
Papa
him
T?
Papa T.
There you go, Papa T.
We call him Papa T.
That's her.
And Mario
Significant
gave
other.
me a pyramid.
The hummingbird, man. The hummingbird
Oh,
came
yeah,
up.
I've got and the cardinals.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cardinal outside.
Yeah,
They
that's.
follow me now.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
They're
What's
always
a
around me
cardinal?
too. They're
red
very.
bird. But a
Very
hummingbird.
spiritual.
I tell you, we're outside today. A hummingbird comes right in front of Naya
And right here.
and just kind of waves and then flies away. No shit, a hummingbird.
Hummingbirds and dragonflies get me right here. They'll come right. I think they're. I'll almost move, but I don't.
What did you
And
say
then
the
they'll
name
stop.
of that?
And
Turn
what does that mean to you?
They're just coming over to see me.
What did I do?
I had one land, a butterfly land on the bridge of my nose.
No way.
And it stayed there for about
He loves
10
girls.
seconds
He
and then it flew
Wow.
away.
He loves girls in cowboy boots and baby boots.
So this is my stone box.
Oh,
So there's Naya in a mini skirt and cowboy boots.
Here's some manifestation.
She's gonna do the do-si-do for us.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
Piece of
mine
bridge you
too.
made for use in there too. The piece of bridge.
I want to tell this is just for you.
I think it's in there. I'm not
Tell him I
sure.
put my boots on just for him.
Oh, he's gonna know.
Did she make you a
Yeah, it was
pendulum
like
or a wand? What
it
did
was
she
it was a
make?
pendulum. She does
Oh,
wands.
is it okay to smoke in here?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have.
go ahead.
If you
Yeah,
don't
sure,
mind?
absolutely.
Okay.
No, no, it's fine because
Oh, I wanted to make sure.
No, go
Usually
ahead.
people
No,
don't.
you're good. Naya smokes more than four people, so we good.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Exactly,
I
I do.
can beat her, so I'm gonna go get mine.
I have to take Storm out.
Thank you
Would-
very
sure.
much.
Would you like one of hers? She's got a
Oh
what are
no,
they?
no,
Like
I got my
cigar.
own.
That's what Kim smokes, cigars.
I don't like. They hurt my throat. Cigars.
Oh, yeah?
it's run. There's a where's the fan? That's
You put it downstairs. We got the ceiling fan. We're good.
Yeah.
Boy, Storm is quiet.
usually is.
What is that? That looks like amethyst.
Looks like jade. It's green.
If that was jade, that'd be worth
Can
$5.
I buy one of your cigarettes?
No.
Yeah, you got no. You're gonna buy it. No, you said buy it, Kim. You gotta give her $5.
Why? A whole pack is $1.
That's what I'm thinking. She said she'll do it though.
I do it.
You would give her $5
I
for,
I
really
give
for
you
one.
$5.
You
I really-
crazy.
Where did you get this?
But I need a lighter.
This is it.
I don't know.
Damn,
Oh, he
look at
said. He
that.
says,
I
"Oh,
thought
nice."
that
He
was-
said, "Oh, nice."
That looks like
Nice.
something out of a
Is that not
cave.
Simone's? I thought it was Simone's or Kim's. I did not
This
bring
is
that
not
beautiful
Kim's?
piece
Looks
of
like something out of
kyanite.
a cave.
Oh.
That's Simone.
It's Simone's. It's
Kim
called
needs, Kim
kyanite.
needs a lighter.
It's a real similar. It's like a cleansing stone, is what they use those for. It actually cleanse energy.
I just love it.
With that big ass thing's a cleansing stone?
This one, yeah, it's a very, and you can just put it anywhere and it'll cleanse the energy.
Oh hell, I need some cleansing.
Yeah,
Let
kyanite,
me grab
I
that
believe,
thing, Naya.
is what it is. This one does the same. I
Let's
usually
buy
leave
one of
this with
these
my stones.
online.
Damn, that's heavy. Shit.
That's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I just brought the ones that'll fit in the bowl.
This is a cleansing stone.
You cannot have too many stones around your house.
I agree. Absolutely.
You should buy. Now that's something that you can totally buy whatever you want to buy. Many of them.
Yeah, keep on going on stones. Oh, I did. But remember, Kim, I bought a box of stones and I gave you some? Or seashells is what I gave
Yeah. Yeah, they were seashells.
you. Yeah. What about seashells?
Seashells are okay, but there is that. Well, it is a skeleton of a dead thing. So.
Yeah.
But the Gulf of Mexico gave me a sand dollar one day.
Did it?
I was
If
on
you've
the
got it,
beach.
it agrees to it. So.
Yeah.
I was on the beach and I've been back and forth many times between, and then the last time I went up, it was just like right there, the perfect sand dollar.
That's awesome.
You got it with you?
No, I didn't bring it. No, they're very
It's probably
fragile.
very
Oh,
fragile.
Fragile.
yeah.
I wouldn't. All right. What other questions
Hey,
do
baby,
you have?
I'll be
G-Man,
leaving here.
Kim.
Kim, any questions? You got Naya right here.
I had them
Question,
2
people.
questions about. the
What about
mind calendar.
RJ? You had a question about RJ. Remember when he did the ear thing, and then right
Oh
after?
yeah, she already told me he was he.
Okay, so we're good
It was a
then.
high functioning star seed or prism child.
I know you got a question for Naya because you're always like, I gotta ask Naya this.
I don't think of it till I'm already.
Oh,
doing
okay.
It's the
something else,
pressure.
but
She's
Yeah, that's what it is.
RJ's
Zen mom, you got a question for
This
her?
is-
I always
he was a
got
high
this.
functioning. RJ's a
Yeah, that's
second
my kyanite.
second
Kyanite,
star
that's what I
seed
thought.
I
one.
want one.
What?
Yeah,
She's
I
like-
found that, and it, my shaman friend, the one that lives in North Carolina,
Yeah,
South Carolina,
South Carolina.
she was like, to do cord cutting, get a kyanite, and so I went to the store, and she said get the wand. She didn't tell me I could get it like a tiny one.
I got this one. Yeah, I have a little one.
And
Yeah,
so I
same
just said
thing,
I couldn't not
Absolutely.
get it. Like
Oh no, it's beautiful.
it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
attached to me from when I tried to put it down because it was like
Reminds me of
26.
an
I've never
ant.
spent $26 on a stone. I was just
No,
like,
that
oh,
was
I
worth
can't
every
get this.
penny.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't put it down.
That was
But
a
then
great
something
price.
made
I
me
was gonna
get
say,
it.
that's
I
a
was
good
like,
How
price.
many
"Hey."
people you got watching?
Geez, that's a good price.
That's a
sweetie.
very good price.
You got that
It
for a
was,
Baby,
it
steal.
was
you
a wholesale
watching?
store too.
You got
Give
that
me a
for a
thumbs
steal.
up if you are.
Okay, so which question? Hit
You
me.
said you always got questions for her. Go
Hit
ahead.
me.
Put
Hit
her
me.
on
Yes,
that
I always got a question
Put her on the
Let me
spot.
About RJ.
Yeah.
Something you told me, G-Man was here, but I don't know if he was paying attention about him being a high functioning star seed.
And those who don't know, RJ is her son.
Yeah, I didn't know who RJ was. Sorry.
RJ is her son, and he came in very, very high vibration, starseed, but couldn't take it. He didn't last.
I could
So
feel his
he left, and a walk-in came in. Walk-in came in and wanted a little bit more interesting experience. So he was a little bit more trouble for mom. But the earliest child that she had would have been. It was very painful for the original
I
starseed.
could
He
feel
was.
his. I tried to miscarry like 3 times, and I kept him alive. But I could feel his spirit and his presence when I was pregnant with him.
Yeah,
which I
he's
didn't
very,
feel
very
again until-
high. He was at. That was really kind of.
Really? You didn't feel that with
experiment
Brandon or
to see-
Andrew?
Oh no, Brandon came in.
So
Brandon's long term.
so the second RJ is that a starseed or a long term human?
Second one is still starseed, but he's better vibration. He fits better.
Better
here.
fit, yeah.
Better fits here. He definitely like most starseeds.
So everybody here is
He's
starseeds except
still
me,
got a
right?
lot of the
Everybody.
Same vibration.
Yeah, we got a starseed gathering.
Yeah, G-Man is a human.
No.
I'm the only
I'm
the
Earthman.
outcast.
Earthman.
That's right. That's right.
Earthman.
That's right.
You said he had
Half the
a
time he
walk-in.
says all of this is
I
bullshit
had a
anyway.
dream that he had died.
But then they always
we
prove me
always
wrong.
And I-
They
we
always
always
prove me
prove me
every
The dream
time.
was, like, so
Every
real.
time.
I was like begging God.
You've obviously
please bring it.
attracted
And the
all of
dream
us.
was
Yeah.
so
We're here at your
real.
house.
Yeah, it's
He has
beautiful.
the reason that we're all
And I woke up
together.
from the dream. It was just.
But it's
a
all
dream,
bullshit.
So
That's when he left.
that's when he left.
That's when he left.
So
Yes
I
and
knew
no.
that he had
No,
at the
died.
same
no, it's
time.
not. Some,
Well, he left.
sometimes
He
I'm like,
died.
nah,
He's
I
still
don't know
there.
about. But no, I've seen
You'll see him
I
again.
see
He just
miracles with
couldn't handle
Naya.
it.
Oh, when
I got
This
videos
one
to
I'm
make.
just as
I got
close
videos to
to.
make.
Do him and the other one get along?
They're friends. That was definitely it was kind of an experiment to see how high the first one. He wanted to see if he could come in higher and exist,
That's you.
and the second one was his backup plan. If he couldn't do it, then he would be ready to step in. So that was done in tandem. They did that together. They're very good friends. Yeah, very good friends.
But I know that I could feel his spirit when I was pregnant. I felt his vibrations. I'm like, this is really weird. I didn't feel the other two.
Yeah, well,
when
he
I was
left you,
pregnant.
didn't he? He left your ass.
I had that dream. She said that dream.
That's what it was. It was a dream. That's what it was.
No, it really happened.
Yeah, that's when he left. When
Yeah,
she
'cause I
dreamed
was-
that he died.
Oh, so
he
it was
left.
just like when you saw me, right? It wasn't really a dream. It was more like a.
Real.
But this,
Yeah, it was a
but
real
this
thing.
dream
It was a real
was
thing.
really, really real.
What-
I thank God to let it be. a
What
dream
about when you saw me before the car wreck?
Because I think he was gonna die.
Okay, obviously she's not
originally,
going to answer me. So
But instead, they let another walk.
See,
in.
she-
Right.
she
I
made
didn't
it-
He
handle
didn't
it.
die.
She made that
There's
up,
no
didn't
such
she?
thing as dying.
No.
Really,
Of course not.
yeah.
For
But
you, he died for you in this world.
so Kim, you didn't
So that's how
dream
you-
about me?
I dreamed that you came, you didn't dream. You came to me, and I saw you.
But it was more like a vision, right? It was
Yeah, it
more
was a
real.
vision right before I woke up.
I
I done
started
come out of my
laughing.
dream
I
state.
started laughing.
Oh, you came out of the dream state.
I was
Yeah, it was
Oh.
right
I
before I
just don't
woke
say-
up.
Now, did you
I
know
didn't
that
do
I
it.
had already
said,
wrecked, or
really?
did you?
That's the way
Yeah.
you made
Okay.
it is. Seriously.
But now you know why I
I
came.
didn't
So-
comment. I didn't say.
Because you dragged my ass back here. She
I
dragged
dragged
me
you
here the
back
first
out.
time. She dragged me back the second time. Isn't that, you know, Simone?
Yeah.
Took off.
Oh, you know, it's all your damn fault.
Well, best friends got to drag best friends.
Yeah,
on.
that's true. That's true. Isn't that right, Naya?
Absolutely. I have no idea what you're
I
saying.
know. I know. You're just playing along.
Yes and no.
Some will
Think about
try,
and maybe.
some will
Sure.
try to mess with
But
time
not
and
really.
get home by 7.
That's good.
I'm gonna try
You
to
get home
mess
by
with
8.
time.
How long does it
I
take
would
you to
say I'm
drive?
folding time.
About
Where do
3
you
hours.
live?
3 hours.
I live in Pageland.
She used to live right down the road.
I don't know where Pageland is. What's it
I
close
still don't
to?
understand
Um,
the
it's
folding
Charlotte.
40 minutes from
The
Charlotte.
timeline thing?
No, the
Oh,
folding
okay.
time thing. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you
sometimes
didn't
I
have
feel
all that
like I
traffic
got
on
more
my
time
road to
than
go.
I had.
Yeah.
But he
Slow down
We
time,
live
speed
right
up
there
time.
on the North
Like the
Carolina,
drive.
South
Wasn't that a
Carolina
long-ass
line.
drive?
We're like,
Yeah.
less
See, that was-
than
that
an
was
hour.
slowing.
time at all.
You
It's
stretched
on down
time.
from Spartanburg.
Yeah.
You
I used to work in
time.
You made that shit slow.
But now I used to live in Clinton.
But
But
you
ours
can,
still
you
lives
can,
in
you
Clinton.
just like,
It was like 1990.
you just
Five or something
visualize
when I
that
worked a
you're,
job
like I
there.
pick
I used to be an
a
iron
time.
worker.
You used to work
I
here?
usually pick a
In
time or a
Spartanburg.
town.
No way.
and
I was an
say,
iron worker,
okay,
so
I'm
I'd go
at
around and
that
work jobs.
time.
No
I'm
way.
at
Yeah, it was
that
like
time.
95.
I'm at
Wow.
that town.
She was in
And then I
Spartanburg.
just don't think
For
about
about
anything.
6 months,
But
that job
listen
about
to
Did you like
music.
Spartanburg?
It was
Listen to
very
my
hot that
video,
summer.
because I can set my video
So,
up and
Papa T.
watch
And I worked the whole time, so I didn't really
And
even.
then
Really,
I'll
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
And
check
I'll
it
just
out.
get this feeling to look up.
Mhm.
And I look up, and there's the town, or there's the town.
And what else?
Mhm.
And what else you guys
And I
say?
just keep doing it. One
I
right after
love
the
you,
other.
baby.
There you go. That's good.
It's a
That's
whole
good.
lot
He may not be
easier way to
watching.
travel.
We'll watch it.
Yeah, I sent him
Once
the
you
link.
get
He
the
got
hang
to
of
So
it.
y'all ready for my questions?
Yes.
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 So, you know, I have millions of questions,
Okay,
and I just don't know which one to decide on. But I have taken up an interest in extraterrestrials.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know, I watched a video about Gigi Young. You know, she's into the galactic, and so I don't know. Something told me to watch this video she posted yesterday about water, and she was saying how water is pretty much like a rock to other interdimensional beings that they can read
Oh no, I was happy.
everything, like the energy about what life forms will come out of this water later. They can do future projections. And so and I started to think about the higher consciousness, the extraterrestrials. And remember when I was on ayahuasca, I saw that being, I named her Seneca, the prism lady.
Okay.
And then the session before last, I saw a being, she was coming out of the ground and her skin was metallic green.
Oh,
And
nice.
the ground was metallic green, and I wasn't sure
about the color of
where
that
she
shirt.
separated from the ground, or if the ground was the body, or if she was a mermaid. And for one moment, it's like I walked by and I glanced through a door, and I saw her, the 3D image of her when I walked outside, and it there for a second, then gone, like almost so quick that I was like, did I really see that? But then again, it was so detailed that I could not see it. And so, like, was that like an extraterrestrial?
I would prefer, of course, you can do whatever you want because you are a creator God.
Mhm.
But if you say extraterrestrial, that will draw you to 4D beings within the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
And that's not who you saw.
No.
What you're starting to see is you're starting to see other games. That metallic being in that metallic earth is a completely different game than this. It operates under completely different rules.
Just like the
And-
prison girl
But
lady.
yes, but you have to get rid of all of the rules that are here in this game to be able to see the other games. You have to completely say, these are not here. I am open to anything.
Mhm.
I completely am open to anything. I know you're out there, show me.
Mhm.
And when you do that, you'll go and you'll see
What
their
you did?
games.
I'm
And
gonna
the
Okay.
more open you are to it, the more you'll see.
So instead of seeing a glimpse, I can walk into
You can
it.
walk into it, you can talk to it, you
I
can
do.
play with it.
Really?
That's
You
what I
can-
do.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
become one of them. You can change the
Uh-huh.
way you are.
It's so real.
It is.
Because
It is
it's
real.
When you got that click, now I'm believing you a lot more now.
I know it's hard
I mean,
to
I
grasp.
believed you.
I'm not offended. I promise. I am not offended.
Now, her,
Mhm.
she's exceptional because there are magical creatures here on this planet as we speak that are 5D beings.
Uh-huh.
She can play with them.
Mhm.
She can see them. She plays with them. She can also, in a meditative state, leave this game and go to many other games with other, what you would consider magical beings. Now, where they are, they don't consider themselves magical beings.
Mhm.
They just consider themselves beings.
Mhm.
That's normal for them.
Mhm.
But she can go any of them. She can go all of them. So can Stephanie.
Mhm.
They both do the same thing. So they don't stay here.
Yeah, just waving to the camera.
Oh,
You're still
okay.
on, so.
They don't stay here, these guys. These guys don't stay here. They leave the game.
Mhm.
And that is how they have fun. And immeasurable fun.
Okay, wait. When you say these guys, I missed that part. Who are you talking
Michelle.
about?
Steph.
Her and Steph.
Her. Okay.
Her and Steph.
Me and
The
Steph
reason-
hang out a lot.
Okay.
a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Out of body and.
Yeah, that's the reason why Stephanie does not date. She doesn't have
Because she has more
She
fun
doesn't-
on the other side.
absolutely.
I think I'd like that
Absolutely.
too.
But the only way that you can do that is to be completely non-judgmental and completely open to whatever.
Mhm.
Because those places have completely different guidelines.
Mhm.
They are so different, you can't even explain them.
they don't have-
Naya
do they have
explains
ego?
them better than I could ever try.
Do those creatures have ego? Or
Oh, hell no.
Okay,
No,
so,
I like-
no.
so it's
no.
much higher consciousness.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wait, none of them have ego. No,
No, it's not
no.
this game.
Okay.
It's not
It's not
like
this
So
there's
you
no-
leave this game completely.
Yeah.
Okay.
How often you do that?
all the time.
Most of the time.
Really?
Most of the
I'm
time.
half there right now.
Yeah.
And I know that I felt like that on ayahuasca. Like I was in the other dimension, and then I was here.
It's
Yeah,
not a
at the same
question of
time.
whether or not she is or not. She always is. The
Mhm.
question is how much of her is there
and how much is
and how
aware
much
of
is
it.
here.
Ah.
She's aware of all of it.
Yeah. Well,
The,
for me,
the
it's
question
like, I
is
have
how
to
much
do-
does she have to keep her human part
Yeah.
going? So, which is the reason why most of the time this is what This is what most people see of Michelle. And you guys think that she's a very simple person. In reality, you don't know what she's doing.
She's so complex.
And because she is out playing, doing things that you can't imagine, which is why immediately I saw that. When I first met her, I knew it. I knew it instantly, and I went, "Oh my God, I
Well,
love
thank you,
her.
Kim.
I love her. I love her so
I don't
much."
know if it'll fit on
She's
you.
really good at describing them.
I don't
I'm
know
not
how-
very good at that
Can you
because
see if
I
it fits
see
on mine right there?
vibration. So, but she describes them like Mario's girlfriend. Because we were doing Mario's thing, and I said, "Where's?" I could see Mario's girlfriend. She said, "Yeah, he's right. She's right there. She looks like a peacock, reaching out to try to touch him." And I looked again. And I went, "I'll be goddamn, that does look like a peacock." So she's really good at taking human beings and transfer them into what those things look like. To me, they don't look
That's
like
why
anything.
when
either.
I was on ayahuasca, I got to a point where I felt like the patterns were in my body and I was uncomfortable, and I jumped in the bathtub. And she said she saw me go into the ocean, and she said I got all muddy. I went into the ocean and cleansed off, and that totally correlated to how I was feeling muddy. I got into the bathtub and I cleansed off.
And you got it. Whenever you go in those worlds, you use English words because that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why a lot of NDEers come back and they say things differently. It's because you use what you've got to explain something that's not here.
Yeah.
That's so unlike anything here. You do the best you can.
Yeah.
So I don't ever have any judgment on anybody that's done an NDE or ayahuasca because they're doing the best they can
Yeah.
to explain things that are not explainable.
Yeah.
They're just things that aren't explainable
Yeah.
here. Because
It
the
is,
rules are so defined here.
Wait,
They're so
Kim,
rigid.
you're getting a lot of stuff on the screen there.
Everything is
Yeah, I wanna
rigid
have-
here.
Yeah, I'll fool her. I'll fool
I
her.
have 8 people watching. Hi, subscribers.
I'm giving
Thanks for tuning in.
I see you a lot, Simone, and you won't know I'm there.
Thanks, Kim.
I
Yeah,
shape
well,
shift a lot.
somehow-
My other side, or you come to my.
We'll get her going.
I see you a lot, and you just don't recognize me.
You shapeshift to like what? Please don't tell me you was at Rub Bug
Anything.
last night.
Literally,
The bug.
literally
She
anything.
does not stay in one form.
No, it's not
It's
fun.
not like-
I saw a bug the size of Storm's foot.
Damn.
I had to kill it. I felt so bad. I was
I
just
told
like,
her not to-
Oh, but don't feel bad.
it was
Naya,
the size of an apple.
tell her about
It
bugs
wanted
and
to
killing.
die.
No. What I do is in my house, I make a blanket statement wherever I am, here too.
Uh-huh.
I make a blanket statement. I said, this is where I live. You can live outside. I will assume that if you are inside, living in my space,
You want to die?
that you want to go to the other side.
Yeah.
And I will be more than happy to oblige. I will do it quickly, painlessly, and let you go. So that's the rule.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
if they come in my space, that's to me, that's, will you please, giant human,
I tried to
smash
leave him
me
alone,
so
but
I
he
can
flew
leave.
to
Hey,
me.
Kim.
I carried a Madagascar cockroach around with
Oh,
me
here
Uh-huh.
we go.
at this big reptile thing, and I had so much fun playing with kids.
Here, I can look at this
And
picture and
it was
get
the
it.
sweetest little thing.
Oh, yeah,
mean,
I
it was
see- I
just
see
so
now.
Sweet.
Oh, I
I
want to
know,
see
it was-
one of those.
You have to look up a picture of it. They're really cool. And
Well, I've seen them in Fair
It was
Factor. They
crawling-
make them like put them all over.
oh, they're really nice. It crawled up on my arm, and
How cool.
it was probably about this long.
When you
Come
shapeshift,
on.
do you go out of body and then shift into something, or you actually?
I'm everywhere at once, really.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Just
probably not
think,
paying attention.
It's just like, it's not like that.
Hey, so
It's
Michelle,
more-
Before
it's
my
more like
wreck,
you
you and I went for a walk,
Okay.
You
and
expand.
we seen the
So
ducks or
this is
something.
still there, but you've got more
Well,
of you.
before I
so you
heard
do
about
other
your
things
wreck.
with it.
Okay, you're
So I
more
was in
in
my
tune and
garage
attached
where I
to your
paint.
spirit,
To
your whole
everything.
spirit, yeah.
And I was
To
just
the
sitting there and I was
elements.
getting ready to
So
paint,
once
so I
you
get into a
really
trance.
bring
Right.
back
And all of a
what
sudden
you
you
know
were
in
there.
ayahuasca, when
And you
you're
had
in
never come
ayahuasca,
to
you
me
know you're
before.
part of everything.
Mm.
So-
You know that you are all.
I was
Don't even
curious.
question it.
No, it's not.
And I
it's-
looked
and
like
it's
me,
so, of
and you
course.
looked like you.
Of course, why would I think
And
anything else?
you took
Yeah.
my
When
hand,
you bring that
and we just
back,
walked. We didn't
You
talk.
can use that same
And it was just a beautiful
thinking
day,
that
like a
you're,
very
you are all that
serene,
is. So that
relaxing,
guy
just
that's
like if we were in
threatening
Central
you
Park walking
is a
around
part
duck
of
pond.
you.
Mhm.
So
And then
you
we
can
came
start
on
to
a
go
bench.
to a part of you that's
And we just
him,
sat down and we
that
stared
works
at the
with you
ducks for
instead
a
of
long
against
time.
you.
Uh-huh.
But when you
And
get
then
scared,
we
you
got
automatically go to the negative
And then we walked
Yeah.
over the
of
sunset.
you because he's a part of
And
you.
then
I'm a
I
part
came
of
out of
you.
the trance.
She's a part of you. The house
And
is a part
Simone
of
had
you.
Yeah.
Everything's a part
written
of you.
about 30 seconds out
Yeah,
of the
you know,
trance
that's what I
that you
was
were in a
thinking,
terrible
like,
car wreck the night
Wow.
before.
You were telling me how I created.
That's
him in
something
my
that I would do.
reality.
I love
And
taking
I was
walks.
thinking, didn't
And
I
when she
create you
said
in my
that,
reality
I didn't
too?
say anything
Well, what
because I actually
it's,
thought you
it's
were
not
dead.
really a
Wow.
creation of. When
So
you
I didn't
got-
want to like
Yes,
put that
right
out
there.
there
Yeah,
Make a
yeah.
laugh.
because of
What,
how we just spent
what
time
it
together.
Really more
I think there was a
is
choice where I
there's
coulda
a
went
bunch
either
of
way.
us that's a part
It
of the
felt
whole
like you were just
Uh-huh.
that
resting in
have
it.
our
Yeah.
the parts
Wow,
of
that's
the play.
beautiful.
And we didn't talk at
And
all.
you send
It
out
was just like,
invitation.
you know, like touch.
for good or bad.
Like right now,
Invitation
just
is
like that.
Just,
Not-
and
not-
we just walk like
aspect
friends.
of you,
Just not
which
saying
is
anything,
me.
just-
And just,
Well,
yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
to play the
beautiful.
role.
almost like
We
a
jump in.
telepathy or a
And
feeling.
so,
Huh.
do you
And
actually
it wasn't a bad
technically
feeling.
create
It was a lovely
No, it's
feeling.
more like you create.
And then I heard you in that
circumstance.
awful
okay.
car
You
wreck,
create
and they were all
Okay.
panicking,
the
and I was like,
perspective.
oh.
You're creating a new perspective.
And I
Did-
didn't say
did-
anything to anybody
because
about it
everything
until
is already
recently.
So you
There's
sensed that I
nothing
was
new
gonna
ever.
go on?
Yeah.
I wasn't. We
Everything's
didn't
always
talk,
been
so I didn't know what
everything
your
So you had no
decision
idea,
was. I
really?
actually thought you
The
already
question
were.
is how you
Okay.
put the everything
Wow.
together to create.
And also
something
at night,
new and
In the middle of the
unusual
night when you had
events
your
Mhm.
or
wreck, I didn't know
experience.
any of
That's
this
what
till later.
everybody's trying to do.
When I found out what
Yeah.
They're
time your
trying to
accident
create
was,
experiences.
I was
that
up most of the
from
painting
any perspective that we
feverishly,
can
Yeah.
figure
and I
out.
did another painting
So
that I didn't
anything,
bring,
what you do
and
is you
it
create
reminded me of a
you
rescue
that
person.
will look through those eyes
Wow.
and
Like a
see
cop or a
things
fireman,
Right,
like a
that's-
cat.
yeah.
I'll show you a
Yeah.
picture
And
in
I
a little
Yeah,
while.
okay.
I call it
persona,
rescue,
so that I look through these eyes
Yeah.
and I see the same circumstance.
and I believe that
but I
was part
see
of
it
your thing
differently.
too. You just
And
really
between
came at
the
me
two of us,
hard,
now we've
Wow.
got new perspectives.
and I
that
think
are
I was
ours.
like,
So that was
Yeah.
that was real late at night, right?
Yeah.
And that's
it was
what
like
we're doing.
about 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
was.
why there is no.
And then when I heard, and I didn't hear about all that until later, so I started thinking about
We're
when I
just
did that
adding to
painting the night
whole.
before.
We're just
Wow.
looking at it. It's like
I bet
having a
that
great
was the
big
people that were trying to get you
kitchen
out of the
with
car.
Yeah,
every
that
kind of
probably was,
ingredient that you can
absolutely.
imagine.
That's when I
You
came
take
conscious.
this and
They were
this
working
and
on me.
this
They had
and
the
you
jaws
And
of
you
life.
saw them,
Yep.
and then somehow you were still with me at my house.
Nothing has
Yeah.
been
And I
added
was
to
throwing
that.
I
You
call
just
them
put
mystery
things
flip
together in a
cups,
certain way
where I
and
just
they
take a
come
bunch of
together
paint and I just throw a little
But
painting.
nothing's new.
And it was like
Yeah.
the
Well,
most
that's what we're
beautiful
doing.
painting
We're
I've
taking
done.
things
Wow.
that
And it
are
actually looked like
nothing's
a
new under
man
the
with
sun.
like a
It's
fireman
just how you
hat.
put
Yeah.
it together.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful
So
story.
that we
I'll
create it in a
I'll find that
cool
picture
way.
in a little while and I'll show it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
What y'all talking about?
Pretty amazing stuff,
It
really.
keeps it.
Everything is
Oh, okay.
amazing.
Okay, thanks, Kim.
I was talking about, when
That'll
when
help
he
you
was
while
in
you're
the hospital
swimming.
for
Yeah, that'd be real nice. Thank
about
you.
what we were doing.
You are just so nice. You know that.
The night before, I figured it
I've
out,
got to go.
like 2 or 3
Oh,
hours.
man.
Like a man
I
with
got
a
on
rescue
dry.
hat.
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
think
it's
that was
been fun.
something for many people getting
I'm
in
gonna
the
get some
car.
of those lemons.
Probably.
Sure,
Okay,
grab
so-
some.
I kept wanting to call it a cop or a fireman.
He was way.
Both were-
out
both
of
were
body
there.
doing that shit.
Both
I'm
were.
gonna get some lemons
Mhm.
before I go.
Please get a whole bunch of them, sweetie.
He like what?
Oh, we got plenty.
Way out of body.
There's probably 30 or
Really
40
way out of
lemons
body.
in there,
Oh,
Kim.
way out of body.
Who went way out
Take
about
a
it?
dozen at least, sweetie.
You?
Mm.
Did you go
least.
to the higher realms? Where
We went all
was?
over the place.
Wow.
He just doesn't remember.
He
it
came
yet.
to me
So-
immediately.
Ayahuasca will make you remember. I went back into an old dream once.
Oh, yeah?
It was
I brought all my
frozen,
stash.
and I could walk through the people,
I brought all
and I
my
just saw the
Oh.
whole dream. Then I
Oh,
saw
you
it
did?
move this
Yeah, I have
way.
it in the car.
And, man, you see everything.
Like I'm handing it out.
One of these days, maybe. I don't know. It scares me, but
Oh, well, you should definitely want to ask your body.
Yeah, you definitely.
You want to ask your body first if it wants to.
Yeah.
And if your body says no,
Then
then,
don't do
then
it.
respect
probably
it.
right now would be no. I would
Because,
think.
you know,
All the
your
trauma
body
I've been
is
through.
Yeah.
another thing. You got to
Yeah.
ask it.
Yeah.
You,
And
when
you
you
will
feel
do-
ready, that means it's ready for you.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
it'll. There will be a call to it that's so strong. It's
Yeah.
like a woman who has an urge whenever she is pregnant. You just can't ignore it. It's
Yeah,
so
my call was
strong
that strong.
that it's just you can't get it out of your mind. When that
That
happens,
was with you?
It came to
It's
it came to
time.
me in a vision,
Oh.
as a memory. As I took it, I wanted to do it. Next thing you know, I was on the phone with a shaman. I had it that weekend.
Wow.
I was dreaming.
You don't
of going
waste
to
no
Costa
time.
Rica. And I was just
I
thinking,
was
I'll
trying to-
never be able to afford it. And I was like, forget it.
that's it. I was working on it for years.
And it came to me.
for
Where's your
years
bags
and
at,
years.
your little-
I was
Uh,
going. I should
don't
do
know.
this. But I did the same thing. I
Might
On
be
top
some
of the fridge,
can't
maybe?
get to Peru.
trash can might be
I can't
some.
get to Peru.
And I looked it up and I went $5,000. Oh yeah, that's
Kim?
it.
Yeah, I
On-
listened
on
to
top of
what
the
I
fridge,
felt I
maybe? Is
needed
there
that
one?
experience, but
Or
like,
is that got
why does
something
it
in
only
it?
happen
Oh,
for the
never
rich?
mind.
No.
Yeah,
You take that.
If it's time for you to have it, it comes to you.
Oh, yeah. And it isn't at all. You do not. I guarantee you, whatever you think you're gonna do, you're probably not gonna do.
But didn't Mario have a
Actually,
specific mission? And
Yeah, I do not know because everybody. Because I've done it with a lot of people now.
His was like no
And
other.
I swear to God, whatever it is they wanted to do, it didn't happen.
Mm.
Something else happened.
Mario's was like no other one that
That
I've been
was
on.
that was
Holy
intense,
crap.
man. That was the most intense
I kept
thing.
popping out.
I can't wait to
I know,
see
I
you
know.
guys. See this stuff.
Naya, I got something in the car.
Where'd you get
Yep.
lemons?
Well, he damn near did because he went to the corner, but he's still working.
Now,
I bet he worked harder in my
I was
life.
you
determined.
got your.
It was. I told him. I said, "What it's like?
Okay.
It's like you were stomping like this with your
He
eyes
would
like
not look
this.
at me at all.
Wouldn't look to the right. Wouldn't look to the left. He
Yeah, I
was
hope to see
marching.
you soon.
You call
I
me
will
anytime.
see you soon.
You
I
will see me
will.
again. You will see me
And I
again.
have something in the car for you.
Well, bring it in.
Let me see your painting.
Don't just leave it out there. Go get it.
These are her pub friends.
I know I haven't got to see it up close.
And
okay.
I didn't finish this one because it's too
This
hot
one
at my
had a
house.
profound effect on me.
How hot is it at your house?
Like
It's been 102
It's like I've seen these
for the last
before.
month,
I've
just
known
about.
these all
Heat index
along.
and in like Iran on the
They're
wrong
not
side of the
fans.
house.
Oh,
They're my
So the wind
body.
doesn't blow in there
I had
good.
no idea.
So it's hot.
As soon as I put the
energy
gloves
beings.
on and start painting,
Mhm.
That's
Energy.
Yeah,
beings.
that's how I look. That's how I hang out. Only it's a lot brighter.
see, I prefer to paint
Like
energy
brighter.
beings.
Well,
Did you know this was an energy being when you painted it?
I just paint.
Okay.
And then
It
she,
isn't really
I
nice.
snapped a picture of it. I put it on our chat that we all
Yeah.
have.
And I freaked out.
And then all of a sudden, and I was actually in the middle of
freaked
painting
out
another
too,
one.
Not as much as you probably. But
oh,
I
not
just-
near as much as me. I mean, I totally.
I was
started
beside myself.
crying.
How I was connected to a painting. I was just like,
that's
I
her
don't- I don't
pub. That's
get
her
it.
pub friends
That's
right
my
there.
pub friends.
Yeah.
They don't have names, or I'd name them because
When
they
I
don't
was,
have
it says
names on
rotate
there.
device. When I was in college,
Only if you can imagine, all of that is light. It's bright, bright light. It's not paint. It's light. All those colors and all that movement. It's all light.
yeah, that's what it felt like in the higher realms. Like I saw the designs like that, but it was all light.
It's all light.
Like everything was like
Even
light.
after you cook them and you got leftovers, to put them in a pan with some barbecue.
Ken, we got
sauce.
no place to put that.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Oh, you
Now,
put
I
them
actually
back
didn't even
in
want to
some
do
of
an
those
ayahuasca.
things.
I had no plans to
And
do
that's
it.
why they're
But
not
Naya
good.
calls me.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, hey, you want to do ayahuasca? And I'm like,
Thank you.
sure.
So-
But you don't
I was
really
like,
need
okay.
to.
Well, I didn't. I never. So I was like, sure. And then, so I did it with her.
Hey, Kim, Are you sure about that? That's very
Other than
expensive.
Naya.
What?
What you just gave Naya.
She's being sweet.
I
It's
got
very
it.
sweet.
Thank you.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Thank
I don't
you.
think me and Papa T gonna have room for all the other stuff I got.
Well, that is so nice of you.
I got
So
my
it's
rice,
Kim just was that the
Sweet
pork
girl.
chops or the
chicken tenders.
oh chicken tenders?
The chicken, yeah, the restaurant
We-
style.
we will definitely eat-
$9 a box.
We will eat those up
Nice.
before you know it. Then
Nice. Thank
Well,
you.
Inca will too.
Yes.
yeah, Inka loves chicken.
Inca
Yeah,
loves chicken.
absolutely.
So,
She had chicken today.
yeah, but after we had cooked them, we had some leftovers. We put them in a pan and baked them on the grill in barbecue sauce, and they were so good.
That would be good.
We will
made
do
little
that.
I got a grill. I got a grill
Sandwiches.
outside too. We ain't used it yet. So
Oh, you like to
Definitely
grill?
want
yeah,
those.
yeah. It's been a
Yeah,
while
Friday
since I've done
night.
it, but yeah, I love to grill.
I
Yeah.
don't want
I
What
can
about
grill
it?
while you're
Tell me.
here. I'll
Yeah,
help.
it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I like to
That-
grill.
That
Sure,
just
it'd be
feels
fun.
Tell me what you like.
Probably.
Let's
the
go do it
most
right now.
massively strong
Well, what do we got?
Guys.
I love you too, Kim.
Thanks,
It's so
Kim.
nice to
Really?
meet you.
I love
Now, what
you.
can I do with this?
Are you-
Hold it for the rest of your life.
and you have fun too.
Don't ever
Have a
put it
fun
down.
drive
What's
back.
the benefit?
Have a fun drive back.
Um,
Good seeing the
You
sidekick.
too,
Goodbye,
sidekick.
And say goodbye to Papa T.
Tell him I'll let him know when I get his painting thrown.
It's very good at
Okay.
He might be watching.
organizing.
Oh, I'll let you know when your
vibrations,
painting's
lighting
ready.
them
I
up,
haven't done it yet, but as soon as I
fixing
get
that,
back and I tie some
chaos,
loose ends, I'll be able to get back in the
anti-chaos.
flow
Like
and do the
anti-chaos.
They said
the
this
way
aligns
that
the
you would love it.
chakras.
Well, that's
Good deal.
bullshit because you don't even have any.
All right,
chakras.
you be good.
You have no chakras.
I love you, sweetie.
Have
Thank
a-
you
have
so
a fun
much.
drive.
See ya.
Thank you for the chicken tenders.
Well, that's a
Thank you so
that's
much.
a duality.
Yeah, we
thing.
will
Uh,
definitely.
That's
Thank
way
you.
down. That was a way long time ago.
Should I put them in
We
the
haven't had
fridge?
chakras for a
All
while.
right, if it will
Like
fit,
lots
we're
of
pretty.
Me or everybody?
Pretty
No,
stuff.
part of the people that are lower, they still have chakras, especially since they keep saying, "I've got chakras, I've got chakras."
So since my awakening, my
Yeah, they are
chakras have
frozen.
collapsed. You're saying?
In the process, yeah, in the
Okay.
process of your awakening, they collapse into your
Okay.
high heart. Right now, there's a high heart. They're all in high heart.
Okay, but I still feel my solar plexus sometimes. 'Cause of my
Well, it may
confidence.
pop down there, but it'll come right back up.
Okay.
And don't fight it, because that's a division. You know, that's a dividing of you. And you're trying to collapse to go back to oneness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, chakras collapsing into oneness is part of the deal. So the more you fight it into separating them out, you're fighting oneness. Because oneness is the collapsing into one.
Okay.
So all
you know,
those.
Simone, chakras are shocking.
I just thought. So I've been working on a meditation that I wanted to give my subscribers a chakra healing meditation. But you just gave me an idea. Is I'm gonna change it to collapsing
Collapse the
meditation.
Collapse the chakras.
And then that's what I would give to my subscribers.
Yes.
Yes.
Collapse the chakras into the high heart. It's about right here.
Uh-huh.
And this goes
Hey,
directly
everybody.
to the sun.
We're here with
And then
Naya,
the sun
Zen
goes
Mommy, and
central
Michelle.
sun, Central sun.
So
source,
just
and
kick
then
back.
What's the difference between the sun and the
and
central
down.
sun?
Well, the sun is our sun.
Uh-huh.
And the central sun is the big dog. He's the middle of the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's connected directly to source energy.
Okay.
So you go, you ground into the earth,
Uh-huh.
come up through yourself to the high heart, then to the sun,
Mhm.
then sun goes to the central sun goes to source.
Mhm.
If you do that, you need to do it like it's like this. The energy is like this. Comes down like this, all the way through everything I just said,
Mhm.
and then it'll flip in the core of Earth, and then it'll come back up, and it'll curl the other way.
Mhm.
And those two curls are coming through your body all the way up, all the way down. When you do that, everything that's in your body will start to align based on that thing right there.
Okay.
And eventually it'll form a vortex and you can actually become one with that thing. When that happens, on those moments, ooh, you're having a nice day.
Wow.
That feels
I want to
really
do that
good.
every day now. I got to make this meditation.
That feels really,
Finally
really
got an
nice.
idea. I've been thinking of like what I'm gonna do a course on, what I'm gonna do a book on, how I'm gonna do a meditation. Victor Odo was like, just channel a meditation.
Just do the damn thing.
And I'm just like, I don't know how to do it. How do I work on my confidence? That's the question I have.
Well, what you need to do is work it. Stop falling off the bandwagon, man. That's your issue. You start thinking too much. You
Yeah.
start thinking about what
Yeah.
could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that is your downfall. You start letting the ego take over. Thank you, ego, very much for all you've done for me, but I got this now.
Mm-hmm.
You ride on my shoulders for a while.
Mhm.
See what I can do. Give me a chance. That's what you say
And
to
the
your
ego will listen.
Absolutely. You're in charge. If you tell it to, but you cannot push the ego away. You cannot get rid of the ego. He will win every time if you do that. You can't get rid of him. You've got to reason with him. You've got to love him.
Mhm.
He is a part of you. And you would never treat someone else like that, but how you're treating your ego. So the more you fight it, he was born to fight.
Mhm.
That's what he was built on, was fighting. That's how he's kept you safe. It's
Mhm.
fighting. You don't want to fight the ego. You'll lose.
Mhm.
But you absolutely can reason with him. He's very logical.
Mhm.
So if you say, look, this is my new plan. Give me a chance. Let me see if this works. Tell him about law of attraction. Tell him about, let me see if we not think about yesterday.
So he can listen
Not
because I
plan.
thought about talking to him about, look, if we do this, we're going to be in a better position.
Exactly.
You won't need to protect me
Exactly.
as hard. We can just be happy.
Yes.
And so it can listen when I
Yes,
say that.
absolutely. And when he jumps, but when he knee jerks, you knee jerk with him. And you need to stop knee jerking with him. When something bad happens, he goes, oh my God, this had happened. And you go, you're right, you could. Well, that's not what you do. You sit yourself down. When he says, oh, this could happen, you go, hey, dude, I got this. And he'll come back and calm down. But you can't knee jerk with him or he'll win and there's your catastrophe. It falls apart.
Yeah.
You've got to keep yourself knowing that you got this.
Mhm.
Every moment, if you will remember, every thought that comes out of that pretty little head of yours goes to law of attraction and you create with it. Every one of them.
Mhm.
You are that powerful. You are a fucking god. Every thought matters.
Mhm.
So if your happiness is the most important thing to you, you become adamant. Adamant. Nobody touches what I think. Nobody.
Mhm.
My thinking is mine and you don't have a right to touch it. I don't care what you say to me.
Mhm.
I don't care what you do to me. I don't care what you threaten me with, because I know that if I do that, you win. My life goes to shit and I'm not doing it anymore.
Mhm.
So guess what? You can be right all you want. You can be right all day long. I'm staying happy.
Mhm.
You
You want to argue with me?
You talking about the ego?
Yeah.
Yeah. I distract mine when it starts getting on my nerves.
Yep.
I just distract it.
you
I
just
go
Like
play.
that,
I
like
send
that
it
right
up to
there.
chase balloons. I mean, I go play. I treat it like a little kid.
yeah, and it is very simple-minded, and it's very, very simple-minded, but it is powerful beyond belief, especially if you give it power.
Mhm.
But if you remember, every time you do that, your life's going to go to shit. All of a sudden, you can reconnect real fast.
Mhm.
And I'm old enough that I've had enough shit that I'm done with that crap. I am so done.
I'm done too.
I am done. I am done. I got taught I should be number one. I can out-argue anybody, anytime. I don't care what you throw it at me. I can beat you. I know I can.
Mhm.
I'm that good. But it didn't get me anywhere but destroyed and dead.
Mhm.
So I choose not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And Stephanie does it nonstop. She always has. You can argue with Stephanie and she'll just go and walk away.
Mhm.
Because it is not worth, I don't give a shit what you think.
Mhm.
I give a shit what I think. And what I think is I'm going to be happy today. And if you think that means that somebody's going to hurt you, well, more power to you. In my life, I'm good. Nobody's touching me.
Yeah.
You play your game however you want to. It has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the power for me. You can't touch me if I don't allow you to.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the more the ego will go, whoa, that worked.
Mm-hmm.
And the ego is smart.
Mm-hmm.
And it pays attention. And if it can follow, if it can replace all those old ways with new ways, it will come your way.
Mhm.
It will join you. And it becomes very easy. I don't have to fight my ego at all anymore.
Okay.
Didn't really take that long either. I just had to prove it.
Yeah.
And when you're vibrating a certain way, bad people cannot get within you. They cannot get close enough to you if you're vibrating high enough.
Yeah.
There is a range. They will walk right by you. They could be ready to kill, rape, and steal somebody and walk right by you if you had $100 bills in your hands and you were buck-ass naked. They'd walk right by you because they couldn't see you. They couldn't see you. Because you vibrate too high. They cannot see you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the trick.
Yeah.
So if you vibrate high enough, bad guys can't touch you. That is my goal. And only good things can happen.
Mm.
It's only when I dip that's a problem. And believe me, I know it instantly. And I will do everything to get back. And if that means I snap at you and get out of your way and get out of your life, tough shit. Then you can be mad at me. I don't care.
Well, you
I am
can't
gonna
be snapping
happy.
at Simone. What are you talking about? Yeah. Hey, so Naya, earlier you dropped the F-bomb, and this is a children's show as well. Children watch this, and you just have to. We got children, kids watching this stuff.
Do you have kids watching your show? I don't have kids watching my show.
You got no kids watching yours?
Oh, hell no.
Kids don't watch my channel
How do you
No.
know kids don't watch your channel?
because
You're the
it's not
Zen
for
mommy.
me.
You're the mommy.
And besides that,
That's for the mommies, though.
there's no kid out there that I don't know that hasn't heard the F-bomb
Yeah.
ever.
That's a good point. Yeah,
They-
that's a
it is
really, really
every-
And you know
sheltered.
what? Those are just letters. It's people
Exactly.
who put energy to it to make it bad.
That's true.
Like everything really
Besides
is
that-
just energy.
Very true. Very
Exactly.
true.
What is
Absolutely.
wrong with that word anyway?
What word?
Why?
What word?
Fuck.
It's another way
Oh
to
my
keep us
God.
boxed into a
She
society.
just said it again.
Why is that? Somebody just arbitrarily chose that word to be a bad word.
Yeah.
Now, ironically,
And then we all going
Over
for
here.
their belief system.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And, however, you can say shag all day long. Although over in England,
That's right.
it means the same thing as the
Absolutely.
F word here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people say shag. It's like funny. I'm going. Humans are
It's
so
a
weird.
dance here in South
They're
Carolina.
so weird.
Let's go
It's-
shagging.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's a dance. It sure is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And over there, it's the same thing as saying fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly
Wow.
the same thing as saying fuck. So I don't fall for any of that. If you want to get upset about it, well then.
But do
more
you
power to
feel
you.
do you feel the energy though when you say the F bomb?
I feel like I'm making a point because people will pay attention.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I
they,
feel
they
like-
go, and then I've got them.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
true.
it,
That's
it
true.
helps me express myself. Like, no, seriously, being raised
You
in
ain't never
church.
said it on your videos.
No. I mean, just talking in general, not yet. But being raised in the
Not
church
yet.
where I couldn't, being raised in the church, I put what WTF.
Yeah.
Okay, but I've been raised in the church where I couldn't cuss. It's like I felt like a part of me was blocked and I couldn't express myself.
That's exactly why I do it. I say whatever I want, whenever I want, because nobody controls this fucking
Yeah,
God.
there's no.
Yeah.
Me.
There's no-
I decide. Not you, not society, me. And if I want to use it, I will use it. If you don't like it, take it out of the language.
Easily
There's a
led is not
poem.
easily followed.
There's a poem by Blake. It's
That's
called
true.
London,
That's true.
and he talks about the mind forged manacles that we put on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's this poem by I believe it's Blake.
There's Elijah.
Blake, that's like an old dude, isn't it? Like way back when.
Well, yeah, I had to study poetry in college.
Oh, okay.
But so Blake, but that one always stuck
Bye,
with me.
Elijah.
The
I didn't even know you were on
manacles that we
here.
leave ourselves. We give ourselves our rules,
Mm-hmm.
and we bind our own selves up.
Greetings.
So
and
true.
humans do. Humans
true.
do. And of all the things,
Very
and they're really good at
simple.
controlling people around sex.
Oh,
Sex
yeah.
is a good one. They can control people around sex.
Are you
Don't
enjoying
talk
the
about it.
conversation?
Don't think about it. Goodness knows you gotta have sex with the right,
So why is
right
that?
person, the right race, the right color, the right gender.
Why is that, Naya? Why do
Because-
religions?
Because shape, yeah, it's a good way to make you feel less than,
Yeah.
not good enough.
Shame.
It's a real thing that they can do to make you feel bad.
Mhm.
Of course, big picture, 7 billion gods on a planet. You gotta
Right.
keep them in
You have room in your
amnesia.
freezer?
It's a part of the
There's
deal.
gummies in there.
That's a part of the deal, and that's the
You have
reason
room
why
in
they
your
do it.
freezer?
Huh?
Do you have any room in your freezer?
No.
Darn.
Yeah, she got a little
What,
teeny
what do
fridge.
you have?
You got a microwave.
How much?
You can put those in the fridge.
Yeah, just put them in the fridge.
Yeah,
You just have to
we'll
cook
eat them in a day or two for sure.
I got as many in there as I could.
Okay.
Good job, thank you.
Yeah.
Have you got room in your refrigerator? Will
Nope.
you eat those?
I don't eat chicken, meat.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
we can have room. Hey, you can just
I can get them in here. Don't worry.
microwave those, right? Just are they
I would
cooked?
imagine
Or you gotta cook
they're
them?
just
You
already
gotta cook 'em.
cooked.
Okay.
You
They're
gotta
already
cook 'em.
cooked, I'm sure.
She said we
Yeah,
had to
they're
cook
cooked.
them.
They're cooked. You just gotta heat it up.
You
Yeah,
guys
they're
gotta heat 'em
breaded.
up. Okay.
So
You just put them in the oven so they can get.
Okay.
Well, I can
That's
feed
easy.
a mess of them to the dog.
hey, we can put them in the toaster oven.
All right.
That'd be real
Yeah.
fast.
Well, there's a whole bunch in the fridge.
All right.
Yay.
That'd be a good
And
snack.
be careful when you open the freezer.
You look so
Okay.
good, Simone. Look at that. Look, there's Simone, isn't it? She was saying, "Don't film me. I don't look good." She looks good.
She always looks.
She
I'm
always
going back
looks
to the
good.
dreads. I'm going back to the black hair.
Going back to the reggae look, huh?
Yeah, I'm going
Your
back.
black roots.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah?
It's just I don't have to do anything. That's the point. It's easy for me to just turn on the YouTube. I go weeks without a video now because I don't.
A long time.
Yeah, before I could just pop it on. My hair's already looking good no matter what I do.
That's right.
So
Well, I think your hair looks cute the way it is.
Yeah, I like it. I
I'm
like it
just
like that.
lazy.
But it looks cute the way it is.
Yeah, but you know what it took to get it even this? This is even
Looks
what I
good.
wanted.
What do you want? Just the old fashioned
Just I
look.
wanted it
The
neat
dreads.
looking.
You know, when you know you're beautiful, you are.
Yeah, that's
No matter what you look like on the outside.
Well, I like
know what?
it.
I'm
I like
working
her
on
hair.
that.
I like her hair kind of wildish. You know?
I do. I
I
like
think it
everybody in their
matches-
natural form
It
too, but
matches
that's just
your,
me.
your true vibration because it is very wild. She's got very like fire.
It doesn't give me
It
a
is
date.
like fire.
See, like me and Naya aren't interested in dates, so maybe that's why we think that. Yeah.
The last thing I needed.
No.
Oh, I want the guy, but he's gonna have to be damn perfect. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
wait.
probably not gonna happen.
I'll wait. I'm totally good with waiting until 5D.
Yeah, I'm
totally
okay,
good
I'm
with it.
okay.
So wait, so in 5D you still can date and have
Oh,
sex?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
A lot better. So.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're wearing clothes. I mean, nobody really judges you. Or gives a crap. I
Well,
like to
you
just
can
walk
have the
around
perfect-
naked all
yeah,
the
you can have
time.
the perfect body. You can have whichever body you
So
want.
wait, so that's you're
There's no
dry and you're
judgment.
completely
Yeah, we're all having
manifest whatever
fun
you
for
want.
sure.
Yeah, there's no
Exactly.
judgment.
Oh, but then I just
Got
read it on
Dominique
5D
watching.
too.
Exactly.
Why waste time with you?
Hello.
Exactly.
Dominique and Mary
Why
still
would
with
you
us.
wait
Say
and
it.
like suffer through
Hi,
another
Dominique
maybe
and Mary.
broken guy? Because I'm not right yet. I'd rather wait. When I get 5D, I know I'm okay. So
Uh-huh.
there's the guy I want to meet.
Okay, so what is 5D?
I'm not interested at all.
Okay, so I know you talk about this all the time, and I kind of have a
You're too
remember-
busy to be.
I'm
When I
not
did
interested at
ayahuasca,
all.
there was a part, something told me this is what 5D is like. There was a part, something said that after
I feel like
ayahuasca
I'm
first
there
kicked
most
in
of the
with me
time.
and Storm.
You are for
And so
You're in
I
5D
understand
most of the time?
it's a consciousness, but at the same time, does the earth change?
The earth changes. Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story
Big time.
later about something that
So like
happened
what,
to
is
me
there
All right,
different
recently.
types
sure.
of plants, life?
There,
Or?
everything that you see is still there. It just most of the buildings leave because we don't want them there anymore. So most of the buildings leave because you can instantly manifest. So you don't have to sleep if you don't want to. Very seldom. I don't think anybody sleeps. Do you? I don't think anybody sleeps. I don't think anybody sleeps.
No,
Mhm.
So you
You have to eat?
no, you don't have
No.
to eat, but you can. I mean, you can go. Oh, I really missing a hamburger.
Can you
so
make your body look any type you want?
any type, any color, any way, any gender.
It's just like ayahuasca,
you
right?
can be a.
Or-
I haven't got that part where I
You
can change
can-
myself.
But
when
didn't
I-
you say like you felt like it was here and there at the same time?
Yeah, no. I was definitely here and there at the same time when ayahuasca. The
That's
last
probably-
time
that's
I
probably
went
fine.
out of body, and this time I took my body.
Usually,
Interesting.
usually in 5D, if you're creating a building, it's usually for an event,
Uh-huh.
and usually the event is one to get a bunch of people together to talk, but more than likely, most of it is concerts. My God, there's concerts all the time.
Because people
Singing,
are
singing,
artistic.
singing. Singing with lights everywhere. Most of them's up in the air.
I was just gonna say that we
They're
always have
always
a party
up
in the
in the air.
clouds.
I
We're
can't
always
sing
partying
in
in
this
the
life.
class.
Will I be able to sing after I go to 5D?
Whatever you want.
Play guitar and do anything you want.
Yeah,
right?
whatever
Yep.
you want.
I can
You
just
can
pull on
sing.
Mozart, and I can just do all
You
the
can
Mozart
sing
music.
like you were playing a guitar. You'd have guitar music come out of your mouth. If that's what you
Simone,
want.
I didn't even paint until May 1st.
Really?
What? You're lying.
No.
Mhm.
What? Say it again.
When the Kilauea volcano started erupting is when I got a call to go out and get some paints and
I
just
thought you've been doing this stuff for years.
no, since May 1st.
Get out of here.
I'm just telling you guys.
And you've already done over 100
It's
paintings.
because
If you
I'm-
open up, there's all kinds of
Stuff
stuff
you don't even know you can
available.
do.
But nobody is allowing it because you say, "Oh no, this is the way it is."
No way.
Even though there's all
Yes,
these
sir.
options of other things
didn't
that you
tell
can
me
do.
since-
And when
You go, "Oh, no,
when
this
the
is the
volcano
way it
started
is."
erupting,
Well, this isn't the way it is.
and then
As long as you
feverishly
do that,
painting
you'll
like 3 and
stay
4 a
in
day
4D.
every day.
Wow.
You've got to
The
allow
second
the
day
new
after
stuff.
my
You've gotta
first
be open
test
to
painting,
what's
Yeah.
new.
I went
Wait
out
a
and I
minute,
spent
May 1st of
$500
this
on
year?
paint supplies.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Wait a minute, I moved to Florida on May 5th. This was not that long ago.
It was
This was
when
3 months ago.
It's all about flow. Everything connecting
about
to me is
flow.
about flow. So when Kilauea started flowing, I started flowing. The paint flows. Everything's a flow.
Everything moves. Now, if you, like me, I know her, everything that I see here is moving.
Yeah, it's hard for me
Always.
to sit still, honestly.
Always. Everything. The floor,
It's
the
like-
walls.
Have you noticed,
everything's
Michelle, I got
moving.
paintings
Uh-huh.
all
It's
over, see?
moving.
Oh, no, I watched
I
that.
love
It-
original
it's
paintings.
always
I was hoping you'd like
Everything's always
abstract. You know,
moving.
not
That's
everybody
why
likes
I-
abstract.
Yeah, I got
see
some.
it.
She,
Uh-huh.
we put
The
them in
day
her
that
room.
you can see it's
Yeah,
moving
absolutely.
is the day you start to make
I
it
love
go
that
away.
one. It's one of my more
And then you
favorites.
just, everything that's, every conscious.
It's different than any other
house.
I can
If
see what you
decide,
see.
well,
You like
but
when you look at
I don't
the
want this house anymore. I
clouds
want
and
it
all
to
that,
look like
you
this.
see everything.
And then it becomes whatever you want.
And the more you spend
Can you
time with
tell
it
me
and
what
just
energy
don't
being
think
was in my
about
room
it,
last
just
night?
feel it.
Yeah, just let it be.
Yeah, don't let it don't try to dissect it. Just feel
Not one
it.
that I would want to
Okay.
visit with.
Kind of
No.
live with it for a little bit,
So
if you
it
will.
wasn't
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, let it
Well,
flow.
it's
Absolutely.
4D. There's nothing.
I'm glad
wrong
you
with
enjoyed
that.
it.
Oh, I love it.
Very
Thank you
nice.
so
felt
much.
I'm
something,
very
like,
proud to
at
give you
some
one.
point.
Oh, anytime you
Right
want to.
now,
And I hope you're
right
not
now,
making a lot.
You're like so.
I brought a lot of supplies. They're still in
You're
my
so
truck. I'll
right.
get them out
What-
later.
Whatever you need, we'll go to
Yes,
Walmart and get
chaos.
more.
I got
You're
everything we
very
need.
susceptible
Great,
to the
great.
4D beings.
Mhm.
They want to come and convince you.
It messed with me.
Yeah, they want to convince you to come our way. Come our way. We've got the right way. Just do it our way. Like, you've got a lot of beings that are trying to get you to do that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you're very susceptible to it because you're unsure. So you go, oh, really? Well, maybe you are right. Oh, well, that doesn't. Or
Your
maybe
friend?
you're right.
Your friend Bridget, okay, so I told Naya this. She called me one day. She had a channeled message for me.
Yeah.
And she saw a vision of me in church when they tried to do the exorcism and everything.
Bridget's very powerful psychic.
And she was telling me that it was a 4D being giving her that communication, try to win me over.
Very
What, back
They're
to
doing
religion?
a lot of it.
Basically,
Just to their
just,
way.
just win me over to
There
the
are-
4D way. You know how
Oh,
they,
okay.
they want your energy too.
Yeah,
you know,
I-
they're playing their game their way.
And they win a lot too.
Last year, there was a lot of spaceships that would come and show themselves to me and George in our backyard. And they would come disguised under a cloud.
Wait, George will see it?
Yeah, George.
That's your husband, right?
Right? So me and George would see them together at
Okay.
the same time. And a massive ship came over our house and it had a cloud cover and it dipped out. It was in broad daylight, by the way. It dipped out and we saw the whole side of it. It was amazing.
Yeah, they're huge.
But we just go, hey, nice to see you guys. And that's
Keep
it.
your feet.
Pretty friendly, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I'm not
okay.
interested.
You're not interested?
No.
I'd be like, come
I don't
on.
need a spaceship.
The second you do, you are.
Yeah, I don't need a
It is
spaceship.
out.
Oh,
Keep your feet
so they don't really
on
come
the
around anymore.
ground.
Yeah, they don't.
So
come
now,
out
if a
anymore.
spaceship came over here, like, what would you do? Just
Wave.
not give a
hi.
shit? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I do
literally
all the
it.
time.
It might
They're-
happen, actually,
They're
so.
everywhere.
I've seen a lot.
They're everywhere.
I bet a lot of
They've
stuff.
been here.
Now that you're here, I bet a lot of stuff's going to happen. I think a lot of animals are going to be coming here. A lot of.
So, you know what? I saw, okay, so I think I saw some beings. It was a while ago when I first did those videos about communicating with angels. I feel
Yeah.
like angels were trying to talk to me.
Mhm.
And so I requested to
Angels.
see a physical
know.
presence of these angels. And I did it at I went to this, I want to say chamber of secret, this chamber with this Deekshas, this Indian thing where you go to the divine and you can make a request. And I said I wanted to have a physical experience with these beings.
All right.
And so I didn't see anything right away, but a few days later, me and my son were watching TV and there was an Xbox. You know how you watch it through an Xbox?
Yeah.
But it was the one with the video. And in the video, you can see the little video on the TV and it'll just show you the room like in black and white,
Okay.
right? And so as I was looking, all of a sudden, I see like 3 little lights with wings. They were small like fairies. And they were like moving around, going like this, jumping. And I'm thinking it's just all part of the screen. And for a while, I'm sitting through the whole movie and they're like moving around. And I'm just and it just started to hit me. Those things look like they have wings. And they were moving. And so I started to move around and I noticed they were like attached to my hands.
Damn.
And then it was on storm. And then later I was just like, no, this has always been there. I just never paid attention. But sure enough, when Judd came there, you know, my boyfriend, it was his house. Those things weren't there in the screen. It was only there, like, and when I picked up Storm, it was around Storm, and it was 3 of them, or it was on me. And I was just like, is this really what I'm seeing? But it was only through the camera of the Xbox One.
And you were still questioning it though.
And there's where you can't get any further.
Yeah, that's why.
You got to stop questioning.
Questioning and thinking.
By the way, those were not angels; those were fairies.
They were fairies.
Yeah,
they were fairies.
How did you know that right away too?
'Cause I thought
You're
they
like
were
Naya's
fairies.
psychic. Yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were moving fast and flipping their wings. It was just a really fast movement.
Oh yeah, that's.
And they
very
more
good.
wanted you to invite them.
Yeah.
Instead of go, is this
am I
really it?
Yeah, and then they'll go.
And that was the
"Really?"
week everything went missing in my house, and then they
Yeah.
on the
We're very
couch.
good at that.
I had three girls looking for my my laptop.
Mhm.
3 of them in the living room, and this is not a living room.
You're really, if you get fairies called in, you really.
An
need to
hour
be
later,
nice
the
to
laptop
them.
appears on the couch.
They're hilarious.
No one moved anything. They didn't
My
find
personal
it.
favorites.
Love to screw with you, don't they?
Oh yeah. Yep.
They're just fun. They just want to have fun.
They just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's
They
all.
just
No harm.
Hide shit.
endless array of.
So
I
when
watched them.
you said that she needed to invite them, what would have happened if she did invite them?
They
If she
become
did,
more-
then they
she
would
could
come to
see
her
'em.
more. Yeah.
Maybe she
Oh,
could see
okay.
'em clearer.
Oh.
Interact and
If you'd hold her hand and go,
Okay.
I see you. Can I see you more? And just hold your hand and believe. That's very true. You know that fairy thing?
Uh-huh.
You say you believe.
I believe.
I believe. That's true with all magical creatures.
Everything.
Well, everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything. You just got to believe.
Yeah, and I still like the prism being that I met on ayahuasca. I named her Seneca. I still haven't, like, I made the communication. I was like, I want to, talk to you, see you, make yourself visible.
Isn't that her?
Who, Seneca?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I already told her that.
Okay.
No, I
She
didn't know
doesn't
that. It's
remember.
me.
Oh, I didn't
I
know.
already told
You
you
didn't
that.
tell me it was
Yes,
me.
I did.
It is you. I was thinking, I think that's you, sweetie.
is.
You mean that green girl was
It's your
Simone?
higher-
No,
no,
Seneca
no.
was the prism coach at the prism scan
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
reptile.
Oh, okay.
I remember
was
that
like,
one.
She
Yeah.
doesn't remember.
Doesn't remember.
I don't know
Okay,
why.
okay.
Maybe it's not time
Maybe
yet.
that's a different time.
How did you know that?
Oh,
How did
it
she?
had to
How did
be
she
it.
know all this stuff?
Because she could
Me?
see stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a super psychic, by the
You
way.
obviously are.
She's very
So-
psychic and she deals with the difference between
I don't-
her and me. The reason why I buddy up with her
Mhm.
is because her expertise is much lower. It's much more in the
It's
physical.
just different. We all have
And
our
I'm
niche.
like way high in energy. I'm big picture, and she's down small.
But you learned
things.
all this through your abilities. Naya died, went to the other side and seen it and
I
remembers
died
it.
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, did you really?
Yeah.
I died the same year she died.
No way.
Way.
Yep.
Wow.
How
But
did
not.
you
But
die?
I wasn't in a coma for a month or anything. It was very like I died, and then we just probably switched timelines. Is what I think.
Yeah,
and I just
probably.
came back because I've died several times.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys.
Do you remember going the other
I
side?
know I've died at least 6 times.
Wow, 6 times.
And
But
we-
it's
Some
we
people-
just,
sleep?
but I just know I go and then we switch to another timeline where I didn't
See,
die.
if you're hearing
Oh.
you switch timelines, you have to go through them. If you die, if you die, you can move over real fast. You don't have
to
to.
another
You
timeline,
don't
you're
have
really
to-
not dead anymore. That actually makes sense.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
like-
But you
it
didn't.
makes sense that you
But
don't
Naya
remember
didn't do
it
that
too.
though. Naya came back.
Because
Yeah.
you remember the rest of the life on this timeline,
Mhm.
the collective.
Well, you can go up whenever you die. And you can look at all the timelines and pick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go, oh, I'd rather be on
Darn.
this one, and you come back down on that one.
But you can also move people like you did me when there was originally a girl that
you
died.
moved yourself. I just suggested.
Oh, I thought you did that.
No, well, I went up and I told you. We had a conversation,
Oh, okay.
and I said,
Your higher
look,
self.
right now you're.
Did you know what she did, or she told me to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it was
Actually, watched it.
Yeah, it was a girl that died originally.
And I knew
And do you remember that? Because
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I went up to your higher self, and you weren't really paying attention. You just wanted to be more enlightened.
Yeah.
Is really what your goal was,
Mhm.
but you really weren't paying attention to all the options.
Yeah.
And so you landed on one, not realizing that down the line, and it was down the line, you were going to see those kids on TV,
Yeah.
and you were fall the fuck apart, and that was not good for your.
That would have been
enlightenment.
tough.
It
Yeah.
would have
That,
been very, very
yeah.
tough. And you agreed with me, so we looked at the other timelines, and you chose this one.
and
I looked more.
and you know what's so neat, Simone, is I say I don't know if you knew about it, but like Jeremy and my brother, so it's like the Mandela effect. They remember like, no, it was a girl, and I'm like, no, I had to tell them that it wasn't.
Wait, no, I remember a
It was
girl.
a
You remember a girl?
It was a
girl.
See,
girl.
it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Now it
That
changed.
was the one that we
It changed,
because
Simone. We changed
when-
timelines.
When he told me that, I went further down through time.
Uh-huh.
And what happened was he didn't have a problem with the girl dying. The girl did die, the one that hit her. He didn't have a problem with that because he's been listening and she chose it. But what happened is it got on the news, and there's 2 little kids, and these little kids were crying. and he saw it
Uh-huh.
on
like,
TV.
they showed the funeral and
and
stuff.
he could. It broke. I mean,
Like a
it tore
mother's
him up.
children, the mother that died.
The mother's children,
Yeah.
and it tore him up.
And you remember this, and then you
No,
said-
I
no.
don't, but I mean,
Oh.
He told me that he
Oh,
hit
in the
a
other
woman,
time. Okay.
and I followed that timeline to see what would happen,
Uh-huh.
and it was not good. That's not what he wanted. So I went up and talked to his higher self, and I said, "Look, this is the way this one ends up. I don't think that's what you want." He agreed with
I
me.
remember him telling me it was a woman and she wasn't in good condition. That's
Right.
all I remember.
Right.
And
Well,
then-
we went over and we found the timeline he's on now, and it was a black guy, about the same age, but nobody else.
Really?
And he
yeah,
lived.
yeah.
Because the woman wasn't black.
No,
No, it was a young white
It's-
female.
Yeah, young white
25.
female.
This really is a Mandela effect. That
Absolutely.
really happened.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's a
So
20
many lately.
Yeah.
it's a 26-year-old black guy named Jamal that hit me.
Yeah, which
And
is
he's okay.
Yeah, he made it. He made
I
it.
mean, he got
Man, he got
but-
messed up pretty bad, but he
But
made
it will
it.
affect his life in a positive way, much better for what he wants.
Okay.
So there's lots of
And of
options.
course, he
you
chose
can
that too.
choose.
yeah.
Yeah, he chose it.
And Naya said
Wow.
one day, "Don't be surprised if some guy comes up to me and just what do you say? Like, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a big. He
Yeah.
gives him a big hug, and that is a big deal because his family believes that because he was at fault, that when G-Man gets well, that him and his friends are going to come hurt the kid,
Mm-hmm.
and they have scared him
Yeah, I
to death.
wouldn't-
But in
of
course,
spite
I know
of
you
that,
wouldn't do that.
there are many timelines that he just can't not do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he finds G-Man and he just walks up to him out of the blue, gives him a big hug and tears in his eyes and says, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
And I wanted G-Man to know that what it took for this, if he gets into one of those timelines, that kid believes that G-Man's going to kill him. He absolutely
I get
does.
choked up thinking about that too. If
So,
that if that does happen, I give him a big hug and say, "Don't worry, brother." Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I know G-Man, but I wanted
Yeah,
him to
no,
relieve
you're not
that.
gonna hurt.
No, I've never had bitterness towards that guy. But then again, I guess I set it up. He agreed to play the role. I've never had bitterness. Even
He never
all
has.
fucked
He
up and
never has.
everything.
Yeah.
Never had bitterness
He
towards
never
him.
has. He really
Now maybe if he would have walked out scot free, I might have been a different story.
I don't know. I just have to think about that check, and I wouldn't have any good.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, thank you. It's a nice ball.
So
Hey,
Storm
he's
plays
nice.
a role in everybody's life. It seems like spiritually.
Well, Storm's Prism child, so
Is everyone a Prism child now, or is that
just about 98% of them that have been born since 2012 are prisms.
okay?
It's kind of the fallback. If people don't get the hang of it and get us to 5D, by the time they get of age, everybody else will die and Earth will
Okay.
be where it needs to be.
And why wouldn't they be born a prism child now? Is it because
Some of them, there are a few of them that are going down.
Or-
Beginning of the game, they're going down.
Uh-huh.
Whenever they die, they'll go to one of the other planets.
Long-term
They're starting
humans.
the 3D.
Oh, okay. Or it could be just another human wanting to incarnate one more time.
Probably not. It's
Okay.
probably ones that are coming down. Or they
Okay.
can be just, well, I want to experience it just once before it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll come and do that. There is this very small portion of them that are doing that.
So when we start switching over to 5D, so say I'm in 5D and maybe one of my close friends is still in 4D, will we still be coincide on the Earth together? Or
No, what will happen is they'll move, or you'll lose their phone number, or they'll die in a wreck.
Yeah.
Weird stuff will happen where you cannot communicate with them
Yeah.
anymore.
once you cross the
But
boundary.
it'll be very natural. It'll
Yeah.
appear very
But can they
natural.
like appear later? Like maybe
Yeah.
I appear first and maybe like 20 years
Unless
later.
they're dead.
And how many years can we be in 5D? Can we ever
Oh,
exit it?
once you get into 5D, there's time starts to really collapse. So you can stay for 500 years. You can stay forever. Nobody does, but
You can stay forever, but you
you
can still
can-
go
you
back
can-
to the other games.
you can leave and come back. You
Okay.
can leave and go to other games and come back. In whenever the Earth is in 5D, it's a lot more fun.
No, you said that no one ever does stay that long. Why? They get bored, or
There's just once you see the other games and you can get to them, there's too much temptation.
okay?
I just
Some-
really wanna
some friend will
experience
pop
that
in and go,
again.
"Hey, you got to check out this game." You go, "Okay." and
Yeah.
off you
In
go.
fact, the game that I'm creating, Naya said she's tempted.
Yeah, I'm
to play it.
tempted. Now, his game isn't
I'm
too
only
bad,
seeing
guys.
things through a window. I haven't been able to go into the window.
That's because of
you're-
your fear. That's
yeah, you're
because
stopping
of your.
yourself.
I really want to experience it though.
You have too much judgment. You
Mhm.
have too much judgment. You've been hurt too much,
Mhm.
so you're afraid to open up. And with that, you can't see. You've got to see. In my case, I survived so much bad stuff that I'm not afraid of anything
Is that
anymore.
orange?
Mhm.
You know, I figure, well, how bad could it be? I've experienced, you name it, I've had it happen to me. There is nothing you can name
Yeah.
that I haven't had happen to me.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting here and I'm fine. So I'm not afraid of anything anymore.
Mhm.
Because if something bad happens over there, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take very long and I could survive it. So what? So it's pretty much a so what. And in that moment, that's how I opened up and went so far. That's how I could see so much.
Mhm.
Was because you can't have any fear. The fear has to leave. And once the fear is gone and the judgment's gone, you fly.
Mhm.
You fly. And it's magnificent. But you have to become the God that I say you are. No God is afraid.
Mhm.
There's no reason for a God to be afraid ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm just not. Am I afraid in human form here? At times. I'm more annoyed than anything.
Yeah.
Because I want who I am back.
That's
I
for
wanna
damn
be
sure.
that.
She does get annoyed.
Mhm.
We got 5 thumbs up, by the way, and 6 people
I'm
watching.
okay with not even going to 5D. I'm okay with just going back.
What?
I am okay with it.
I
I'm
thought you
here.
were all
I'm,
about. I thought you were all about 5D.
I'm happy to help Ursula souls to 5D.
You're going to
But
find
it's
out.
so amazing over there. It really
Oh, I
doesn't
get
matter
it.
to
I
me
have
what
no plans
happens.
going to 5D.
I have no plans.
That's the way I feel. I'll die and get there either way.
I swear to
so.
God, most of the time that
I don't want to die though. I really don't want to experience
You
death
know
in
what?
this body, to be honest.
Really?
But if I
It
do,
doesn't
that's
hurt?
great too.
Why? It doesn't hurt.
I know.
There's nothing
It's
to
the
it.
waking up.
What is
part
that? Is there a fear, Simone? to
It's
that?
not really a fear. It's the thought that I've spent all of this time here. Why not complete it? And I just kind of want
I
to
see.
complete it.
That's a time space illusion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no such thing as
No.
completing anything.
Well, like the next level, like
there is not a next level.
it's supposed to be challenged, right? Like
That's
no?
your that's a judgment. That's just all bullshit.
No
All
battery
total
warning.
Bullshit.
Oh. Let's see.
You know, 15%.
Well, plug it
You're
in.
good- you're good for a little while.
5:55. Okay, y'all get a plug.
There's a plug.
Yeah, well, there's extension cord.
And
right here.
now we have we have
Oh yeah, I'll get my plug.
now we're having commercial. We're trying to teach
So now it's Naya and her sidekick.
Simone about no time, space,
Yeah.
no judgment, no fear. No, we're not talking about little things here. We're talking about the biggies.
If you guys got any questions, now's a good time to type them up. Let me know if anything comes up. Or you probably can
Who
read it.
all is?
I don't have my glasses
Okay.
on.
Oh, I don't have my phone.
And that goes
It says,
for my
"Hey, guys,
subscribers.
Oops.
Whoever's
If y'all have a
watching this,
question,
would
just
you
put it on
please,
there
if there's
and we'll
anybody on the WhatsApp group or the website, would you please let people know that we're live? Because they are always asking, because I never do this at a certain time. I
Yeah,
just
let
do
her-
it
let everybody
whenever.
know. Yeah, we just did it.
On.
Yeah, we could have Maria join. A lot of people.
You know, on Google Hangouts, I've been meaning to tell y'all this. They now have it where you can go live in this group Skype chat.
Oh, yeah?
But you have to do Hangouts, and you get a link, and we all click the link, and we can all talk,
Okay.
and our subscribers can watch at the same
Do it.
time.
Interesting.
Gotta do it.
I gotta set it up and stuff. I don't know how to do it just yet.
You got some comments.
Let's see. Hello and good evening to everyone there from Shantae Alexander.
Hello.
Hey,
My
everybody.
life is Nalaja. I think she said she had to go.
Oh,
But she
bye,
said,
Elijah.
She said y'all are my jam.
Oh, we love Elijah.
Let's see. Maya Mary's watching both feeds.
Oh, cool.
Regret, it says greetings. Nexodus says that's me to something we were talking about.
I didn't know you can scroll. I didn't know you can scroll down on those.
Oh yeah, you can.
How do you get those up? Is there a button you push to get them up?
Oh, you know what?
Because we had some. See, now they disappear. Can you get them back?
Yeah, I just touched it like that. You scroll.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Thanks, Simone.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
All right.
All right, Chris says,
so much. Thank you.
and let's see. How do we consciously change timelines?
What you want to do is literally you have to believe that you're already there, and whatever the circumstance is. So if it's a person, if they're standing in front of you and they're being hateful, you've got to smile right through that. You've got to see beyond that. You've got to know that that's just one aspect of them, and that there's many other aspects, and you're just not going to give any energy to the one you don't like. So you just let it kind of flow by you. I don't know. I just kind of do this Aikido, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And then I smile and I see them smiling at me or saying something nice. I just do not accept that version in my mind. I just will not accept that version. So whatever the events are that you're seeing that you don't like, you have to look at them like a movie, that you did it wrong. and you're a director and you need to direct it better. And you don't pay any attention to the ones you don't like and give all your energy to the parts you do like. And somebody wrote something.
I'll get back. Now I know how to do it.
Okay, a little bit.
Mary said she told what app.
Huh?
I love you.
Mary told what app. We got 9
Okay,
people.
good.
Got 9 people.
Good. Thank you,
And I have
Mary.
4 people.
So everybody ask a question. We got Michelle, Naya, Zen Mommy,
And Storm.
and Storm. So ask a question to anybody.
And Storm responds.
Yeah.
We got Eminem over here. Magical
Magical Michelle.
Michelle, Eminem.
She speaks to magical creatures.
Non-stop, all the time.
And today's my birthday.
Oh, it's
Hey.
Michelle's birthday!
Yay!
Happy birthday!
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday. Happy birthday.
I forgot. I do
Wow.
that all day.
Are you?
I've known it all
youngering?
month.
Are you youngering?
I am. I
Me
am
too.
youngering.
Yeah, Naya's reversing time.
But that's why I brought gifts. I always give gifts on my birthday.
Deepak
Oh.
Chopra said to never come to someone's house without a gift.
I know, right?
Somebody
I never
said.
do, right?
I brought me.
That
So,
was important.
I had somebody that just started watching me, and she wrote to me and she said that she watched my earlier videos a year ago and it looked like I was a year younger. And I went, yes, it's working.
Working.
Yes, it does work.
It's just
Yes.
anything.
No,
you
it
can,
does work.
anything you can do to play to make it more real for you, that works for you. You need to practice.
And that makes you younger.
Well, if that's what I just decided to play with that.
Yeah.
Well, you look young too for your age. You look
I
very
know.
young. Very, very
I'm
young.
40.
Well, look
That's amazing.
You want to know one that can do it the best is my daughter. I can put her on. I will one of these days. I'll put her on camera whenever she's playing about 16, 17. And she's 29. She can still pull off 16 and 17 easy.
It's the virgin thing.
Hey.
That's what it is.
Hey, now, can you grab me
Oh, makes it so much
a, grab me a
better.
G-Man drink?
easier.
So, in the meantime, how was your trip up?
Oh, it was lovely. Yeah, it was really
You
nice.
get to chill out, yeah?
The truck kind of drives itself.
Ah.
I
Whereas
just trust the truck.
her
You guys
trip,
one of
her
those-
trip was very hectic and stressful. Long.
Yeah.
Mine was no worries at all.
I had to stop every couple hours. But it was still, I felt like it was like a spiritual breakthrough.
Yeah. You left so tired. That was what was
And I
rough.
felt very clouded and cluttered. And as I got
Thank you.
further away from Palm Beach,
This is my G-Man drink.
the more clear I felt. I felt better.
That's exactly what happened. You were coming out of a fog. I could just see it.
She was in such turmoil. I
I'm
mean,
telling
it
you.
was.
And you couldn't even.
I had points where I just thought I was going to get in an accident and never make it. I was just like, no.
It's okay. You weren't going to.
I know, but I was just thinking like,
You were
that would be me like that.
protected.
I have a painting called "Off with Her Head."
My
Off with her head.
Wait, my head?
No, it's just called "Off with Her Head." It's actually
Hey, you
my
want to see
head.
that one?
It's actually my head.
Okay.
It's called "Off with Her Head" because whenever I start using the word "think"
Mhm.
or getting, I go, no, off with her head,
Off with her head.
off with her head,
I love that.
and then I go right into here.
Thinking is the biggest worst habit humans have.
Mhm.
If I could wish away one thing, it would be humans to stop thinking. They think themselves into hell.
Yeah, I think myself in anxiety attacks
Yes,
and
exactly.
Yeah.
So think to yourself when you start doing that, go off with my head, and
Okay.
then go right into your heart and go, okay, how do I feel?
Yep.
Everything's right.
Stop
Everything's
thinking,
fine
stop
right now.
feeling.
Yeah,
And the
lately
right
Yeah.
now is all we have.
That's true. That's
And
true.
usually, whatever you're thinking about that may happen is probably not going to happen, and it's a waste of your time. Even if it does happen, think about it for just a second. Go, how bad would that be, and how long would it last? Really, really.
Good point.
Probably a few seconds. So you're wasting all this time and all this energy, all this sadness, all this angst for a few seconds of what might be and what probably won't ever.
And you know what? I want to kick myself that I didn't live the last 3 months like I was on vacation. And like, I was sitting there worried, I'm going to never get out of this place. I'm trapped forever. And now I'm out that quickly. I'm like, I could have just spent the last 3 months just
Yeah,
balling
down
out.
in Florida. Could
I
have
was
chilled out.
stressed and in my head the whole
And you were
time.
Right.
creating
Yeah.
And you
that.
created it.
it.
Could have had
Because you gave
Seth
so
and
much
Maria real
energy.
close by and chilled out.
And I mean, it couldn't get you out of it. You were ramping yourself into hell.
That's why you
over
had such
and
a-
over.
I felt like I was putting the new
Huh?
vortex around me.
But that's probably why your roommate reacted so ridiculously.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I
Because
created it
you
to force
needed
me
it.
out.
Just like when Naya died, she had to die.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have that really traumatic experience in the middle of the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel
Forgive
now?
yourself.
How do you feel now?
I
Good.
felt like it was meant to be, and I didn't. I don't know if I told you that Storm told me in the dream that we had to go the next day. Right before my room. He just was like, follow me, we gotta go. We gotta go. And I was chasing him and we went through this beautiful journey. We got to the point where we made it to the gate of the because it was the gated community. So it was something about feeling trapped in that gated
In that
community.
gate. I kept telling
And
you.
then when we got to the gate, we were like, we're at the gate. And then but we kept going and he was like, we gotta go. And I woke up and I knew that it was time to go.
Well, you felt,
Whenever I went and saw you, I had the same with that gate, and I went, "Oh, she's fucked."
but you felt trapped your whole life, haven't you?
Huh?
You felt trapped by different things your whole life.
Not as trapped
haven't
as I did.
She
Yeah.
just kept ramping.
Before my
Getting worse and
awakening,
worse.
I had dreams for a year being trapped in the cult. But I guess I was kind of trapped in a cult, in a relationship,
In
in
your
different
church.
forms. Yeah.
In the family, you have. It's gotten worse and worse. You keep trying to run and run and run, and you're just making it worse trap, instead of standing and going, there is no
you?
trap.
Trap. I have the power.
You're trying to get out of a trap that you're creating yourself, so you have to stop and you have to say, go away, trap.
Yeah.
I did this. I know I did this. I don't want it anymore. There is no trap.
Mm.
There is no trap that can bind me ever. That is the key. And it just takes that. It's not like I stepped through that door immediately. I stepped back and forth. But I guarantee you, the day, the moment
I did.
you step through that door of I am God and own it and know it and be it is the best day ever. Because you truly in that moment are totally free. Because it doesn't matter what happens after
And that's
that.
how I felt when I went out of body. I was free.
Yeah,
I knew
free.
who I was, and I
And you
didn't
just
want to
learn
come
to
back.
you learn to do that in body. You learn to remember that in body.
Ask some questions,
And
people.
even if shit is
If you
going
have
on
any.
around you, you can just smile through it and go, it can't keep me. It's
No.
temporary. I don't care what you say. I can make it go away. You can't control me. I've just got to figure out how to get around this. It's a fucking game. You learn the game. And once you start playing the game, then you could actually almost do it like it's fun.
Yes.
Like almost like, okay, this is here. And I'm always intending for something
read that?
better to happen.
Last two ones.
So if something bad happens
Oh,
to me or
thank
something
you.
comes out of
They
my
said happy
life,
birthday.
Yep,
Thank
Daryl-
you so
Daryl
much.
and Chris.
oh no, a bad
I love
thing
you
has happened,
guys. I really
never do that.
appreciate
What
it.
I do is I say, if this is going away, something better is coming.
Hey, here's a
And I'm
question.
looking for the better.
Naya, why have I or anyone manifested things that I don't want very quickly, even if I stop the thought? And many times it takes longer to manifest what I want. I know
Okay,
she's,
sorry. Say
know
that
she's-
again.
it's gone.
But
No,
you
I'll get it
still
back.
knows how to get it back.
I'll get it back. Okay. Naya, why do I have or anyone manifest things that I don't want very quickly, even when I stop the thought, and many times it takes longer to manifest what I want? So when she wants something, it takes forever. When she thinks about some shit, it's instant.
Because you're trying to do it by talking English. And the universe does not speak English. So you've got probably decades of society saying you can't have whatever it is you want. Or you have to work for whatever you want. Or the likelihood that you're going to get what you want is very, very slim. Those are old things that are running through your head that have been going on since you were quite small that you can't stop. You don't even know where they are. You don't even know where they are. Which is the reason why I say that I'm a little bit different than the New Agers. That focusing on what you want, because you've got so much stuff running in your background, the best thing to do is to make it simple. To kind of short circuit all that crap that you've been raised with. And I short circuit it by a simple thing. I simply say, I want to be happier tomorrow than I am today. You do whatever it takes to take me to that place. Nothing gets in the way of that. I do not put myself in an arena that I want this house or that car. That's too much data that I have to sort through, and I'm too lazy to do that. But what I can do, and I have utter control over, is to be just a little bit happier, even 5 minutes from now than I was now. That's easy for me, and I trust it. And that's good enough. I don't have a big ego. I don't have great needs for a lot of things. I am completely fulfilled. I don't need a car or a house or a person to feel good about myself. I don't need anything.
You already know that?
No. I just want to be happy in moment, and whatever that moment brings, I find happiness in it. So I work it both ways. What can I do in this moment to feel happier? I do that, then more cool things happen. I mean, look where I am. These people I didn't even know a year ago. And look at us all in this group, this house together, interacting. I didn't do that by wishing it a year ago. I started small. I did happier and happier, and I let what I know inside, why thank you, that is important to me, things that I've forgotten, things that I don't even know.
Naya, I got a question.
I let them manifest
What did
for
you
me.
expect when you started your videos? What did you think would happen?
What expected was for anybody to talk to me.
Did you think it'd be like this, where
No, I never saw this coming. I think if you, in my opinion, if you make it too rigid, if you decide what it is that will make you happy, if you've said already, I want this person or this car or this house or this job, I think you're going to screw it up. I think you don't know what would make you happy. So if you allow yourself to flow with it, you will be amazed at what really does bring you happiness, and it will shock the shit out of you. And it won't be what society says. It won't be what your friends say or your mom and your dad, but you will be truly happy if you will just flow and allow it. Let yourself go to places that nobody else goes, and you'll be amazed at what happens.
That's very
And
good.
somebody did write something.
Okay. Let's see. Let's put up a question.
Right there. That's Storm.
Why? Oh, what's my superpower?
Look, it came
Were you talking about earlier, Mary? What's Mary's superpower or her strong points?
Mary, when you get done with your pain issues, after you get your hip surgery done, your expertise will actually be talking to people who have chronic issues,
Yeah.
chronic pain, chronic disease. Once you get through it, you will know how to help them do that.
Even now, she's good. I mean, her and I talk.
She's getting a lot better.
I
At the
was in the
beginning, she was
hospital.
really fighting it, but she's
She was
getting a
good,
lot
Simone.
better.
Very
And that's
Yeah.
You
her.
know Mary, don't you?
Yeah, I talk to her all the time.
That's her gig. That's her gig. Whenever she gets through it, she will have one of the toughest things that you have to get through in this to get to 5D, and she'll be an expert at it. And somebody else wrote something.
Okay. Yeah, keep them coming, people. Keep the comments coming. Chris999 said, thanks, Naya.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Oh, look at this. The bottom 13.
If you guys have a question, you can ask Naya, Zen Mommy, and of course, Michelle, Jean over there. We got 3 people you can ask a question
Michelle
to.
is
Even Storm.
saying
You
on
can
her
even ask Storm a
birthday.
question. Sure.
Saying happy birthday.
And you guys can
to-
ask a question on my panel too. I'll check.
Ask
Happy
a
birthday
question.
to Eminem.
Is that a question? Oh, and it's Michelle's birthday, by the way. Right down there, Michelle. It's her birthday. She's visiting all the way from Alabama.
You got him for your birthday?
Uh-huh.
No, you're so sweet.
Oh, I got him a little tiny ball set. I got him a little soccer ball thing, like a tiny one.
These must go to that.
They do. We got all
Yeah,
the
those go to
barnyard
that.
animals.
You gave me the
Now, you guys, you must ask a question,
Look at that.
or this live feed will end. No, I'm just kidding. But really, ask a question, please.
Ask a question.
Ask a question. That's what it's all about. We want the interaction. I had more questions on my live feed last night than.
Oh, I can ask questions.
Yeah, ask a
You
question.
know, I'm just
If
loaded.
you guys won't, Zen Mommy will. Oh, here's a question right here.
Okay, good.
Oh, happy birthday, Michelle, from Sandra Hughes.
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Hey,
Sandra.
Sandra. Hey, Sandra's on here.
Hi, Sandra.
When you
And
do this,
Sandra, thank you for the kind emails
She
when I was
orders
in the
from my store
hospital.
as well.
I really appreciate it. I really do. And by the way, guys, a quick update on me. I'm feeling much better. Of course, when you got Naya in the house, how can you not?
And Zen Mommy and Michelle.
Yeah, everybody's here. We had Kim here earlier.
Yeah, Kim was here.
Storm.
It's getting
What,
magnified.
what, you know, life is good. Let's see. It's hilarious when you get tough, G-Man. Well, yeah, I was a fake tough. It's like the Hulk. Remember the Hulk?
You want a birthday cake? Do you do birthday cake?
Oh no, I don't need it. I just like.
But-
I'm just glad I got to come on up.
Hey.
It's some fun.
Yeah, cakes are good. Yeah.
We don't.
You want a
Because we
birthday?
did go get you a birthday
No,
cake.
no, no.
Angels.
no. I'm just glad you guys invited me up for my birthday. I needed to get away. It's been a weird few weeks.
What invitation? You come anytime you want. Oh, more
Is there
words.
any questions?
More words.
You wouldn't like
I'm
me when
gonna
I
be
get mad.
forced to
That's right,
ask more
Mary.
questions.
That's right.
Well, see,
Oh,
turn around.
Oh, I got a question real quick. What are the time frames until there is no currency, if there are any?
Well, that's up to you to go to whichever timeline when it's not not
Would it,
Yeah.
not currency.
would it be a 5D timeline that's has no currency?
No. Oh well, 5D doesn't, but there are 4D on the way that does not have
Oh,
currency.
okay.
Where they don't
It's
use
on the-
they don't use money.
It's
How
they
do
use
you?
different things. They
Okay,
use
so there's
different
some
forms of-
barter.
There's bartering type
Yeah.
situations, yeah, and that's depends upon what you do. You take yourself to those. The
Really?
faster you want it done, the
I like the
faster
money
you go.
game. Don't you like the money game?
No.
You don't like the money? Do you like the
I'm
money?
failing
Do you like
at
the money game?
Do I like it?
Yeah. Do you like the money game?
I can play it.
You don't like it though.
I mean, I don't know about
Does,
like. I don't
does,
really
does
have
any of
an
you
opinion
guys
about
like the
it.
money game?
I like money.
When you get your paycheck, isn't it fun to go shopping?
Getting to pay bills.
I have a lot of money.
yeah.
I have a lot of money.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like money.
So
Okay.
the people who like the money
She likes
games
it.
are good at. The
If you
money
have the money, it's a fun game. That's what.
Yeah.
I didn't always have money,
Oh, yeah?
man. No.
But did you
no.
like the
Oh,
money
okay.
game when you didn't have when you were broke?
Oh, it sucks then. You
No,
know.
I just always knew I'd have whatever I needed. I never really worked. Honestly, you could ask my husband. He knew me back when I was kind of in my early 20s. I taught him not to worry about money
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, whatever, it was just always there. I mean, I just didn't concern myself with it much. But
Yeah.
recently, I've decided to like have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm manifesting like a buttload of money right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm making bank. So I'm not
Damn.
bragging. I'm just
Big
super
bank.
excited about my
Cool.
manifesting.
Big bank.
Just
We
super
need to-
excited about
we
my
need to do that.
manifesting.
She did a major intention.
Yeah,
of
don't feel sorry
ayahuasca.
for me. Don't sorry for me.
And it's caused way wild chaos. Now, she is a really good example about if you don't like your life, then intend something different, but don't get upset whenever you see in front of you to start to disassemble.
Wow.
Because if you don't like it, it's got to go away for you to get the new stuff.
Yeah.
And she's a good example of that because everything is in chaos and everything is disassembling and it's.
So when you
If
started,
you were looking at her life, you would think, "Oh my God, poor Michelle." But Michelle knows that she's the one that's moving, and that stuff's got to go for her to have the new stuff. So she doesn't get all bothered.
Energy
So what
exchange.
usually happens is somebody goes, "Don't like my life. I want it to change. I insist." They send a lot of energy to it. So the shit that's in front of them starts to fall apart. The people that shouldn't be in their life, the job they shouldn't have, they lose their job or almost. The people move away and they start to panic and they go, oh my God, my life is falling apart. Well, that recreates and everything comes back into place just the way they didn't want it.
Yeah.
You have to allow it to dissipate to create the new. It's the only way out, guys. Only way out here.
Destruction before construction.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
You
There
gotta
has
make
to
a
be
room.
destruction
to fall
before
apart, to
construction.
fall together.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Have you now
gotta
heard of
let
people
it
to the
go.
bottom?
Yeah, well,
And then their life is
I think that's what's happening to me. I
Yeah.
really can't wait to see the
I can't even
turnaround.
tell you how many times in my life that things went totally to shit. And I was a control freak. I was on top of everything. I could do anything, and I fought until I got it. Fight was my middle name.
you're still a control freak.
Yeah,
And you
but-
can't. Oh yeah. And what would happen is I would fight myself to exhaustion,
Mhm.
and I'd get to the point where it wouldn't work because the harder you fight, I'm fighting myself.
Uh-huh.
So the harder I fight, I say, no, I can do it. Well, I'm sending that universe sends it back. I have to fight even harder. I send it back, fight even harder, up we go until I get to the point where I'm exhausted.
Mhm.
It's exactly what happened in ayahuasca.
Yes.
I still did it in
But she's
ayahuasca.
so cute.
So, and then I kind of go, oh God, fuck, shit. And I go like this, and the moment I go, I give up. Everything just starts clicking into place. I get phone calls and things come in the mail and things just start happening. Everything creates exactly the way I want to be happier. But you
When you
have to
give
get to
up.
that point where you go,
Yeah.
I give up. I give up. I don't even care anymore.
I explained
And
it to
then
my
everything
husband.
comes in.
Yeah, I explained it to my husband like this. I said, it's like I'm going down a river and I'm on an inner tube and I have my drink and I'm just like, hey, everybody, I'm just scooting by on the river. I'm in the flow. And my husband is on the side. He's gripping with everything he has to hold onto the side so that he won't go down the flow. You know, and all his energy is being
He's
wasted.
fighting resistance.
yeah.
Day, and that's how I see people. They're like gripping and they don't want to go in the flow. They're scared of the flow, even though the flow is the answer that they're looking for. It's amazing.
Yeah, but
Wow.
she is the epitome. Her and Stephanie are the best at being in the flow, of not
Get in
giving
the
a shit.
flow.
The only way that you can be in a flow is to not think and not care, and to trust that you are going exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yes, the trust part.
And if you do that, it becomes easy, like this.
Mhm.
If you do it wrong and you try to grab hold and go, no, not yet, which I do still.
My husband does.
Yeah,
The
I don't
trust
do
is
it
a
as
big
bad
deal.
because I go, wait. Oh, all right, I forgot.
Darn it.
Wait. Oh no, I forgot. So
You know, there's got to be somebody else that goes with the flow, but I can't think of anybody else.
Well,
it's very, very few and far between.
Yeah.
there was a
Very
time
few.
period when I was in like almost like a 7-year period where I'd lost everything. I mean, just everything I had worked for my whole life. I mean, just
No, go ahead and tell them what everything means.
my children
Wow.
and everything. And I literally didn't care about myself. So I
Children,
went on a safe,
home, nothing.
just
Had
everything. And so I didn't even care about myself anymore. I
Sure.
thought, what's the point? I don't even have anybody to take care of anymore.
Right.
But then I started, just going on this 7-year journey, and I just literally just bummed around. I traveled around the country, and I was working this little job. I'd pick up little jobs here and there, if I needed money.
Yeah.
And I was working in a clothing store, and I overheard a conversation between an older couple and one of the people that worked there.
Mhm.
Basically, their house had burned down the night before, and they'd lost everything.
Wow.
So I overheard it, and I went over there to tell the gentleman how sorry I was. And he smiled at me, and I want to cry. I'll never forget this. He said, don't know. He said, that's because only something better's coming. And it stuck with me. I don't know who that guy was.
Wow.
I never saw them again. And that was back in, that's why I even died. That was just something to help me.
Mhm.
It was sent to me by
That's
me,
beautiful.
obviously, but I didn't
Yeah.
know that then.
Right.
But that sticks with me. And so whenever I start to feel sorry for myself, I'm like, no. I've lost everything too many times to even consider feeling sorry for myself because I'm fucking awesome and I'm right here right now and I'm doing this shit.
It's beautiful.
And new things happen. And,
And you do smile a lot. You always say smile in all your sentences, and you do all the time.
It is my natural expression.
It's the only way to do.
So you're not just faking it like, yeah.
I
can't
don't
smile.
think I can fake stuff.
I can't.
Not only,
Yeah.
I can't fake. I can't lie. I
It's
can't
just
fake
that a lot
stuff.
of people don't think that there's anybody that can smile and be
I
happy
know.
like you
I
do,
get
so
approached.
they think it's fake, but it's not.
Well, to tell you the truth, I worked in this place in Oklahoma I was actually almost out of that 7-year thing. I'm working my way back up. And I'm running this restaurant and lodge out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. And there was this man, he was fascinated by me. Because every day he would come in and he would see me, I'd be smiley like I am now.
Yeah.
And so every day he'd come in and he'd kind of like, what are you smiling about? I'm like, oh, whatever, and working. But finally one day, he just said it too many times, and I let him have it. I told him I was just like anybody else. And I said a few other things. And he got me up. I mean, I was crying. I mean, there was everything. He made everything come out.
Wow.
And he never came back again.
Just because he asked you why you smiling?
No, he every day for like 2 weeks. And
Oh.
finally, I just got sick of it.
Okay.
Because he just couldn't believe it. So
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I have problems like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I choose to be this way.
Yeah, I like that.
Make a conscious
Just-
choice.
Yeah,
He
like
can't come back.
like you're good at laughing. You laugh a lot, and that's just like her smile.
Everybody, you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You people say this. Well, you make me mad. Nobody can
Right,
make you mad.
that's
That's
right.
impossible.
That's right.
But and I tell you what, you can't touch who I am in the inside. I won't let you. And I
You got
prefer-
walls all over your
I
ass
got
there.
walls all over the place. You're
Yeah.
not touching me. You don't have the right. And
Mhm.
I'm bound and determined to keep it that way forever.
The only
I
thing,
run me now.
the only way people get to you is when you put a bubble around, and if they're like when I had the high blood pressure that one day, you had high blood pressure too.
Yep.
You guys didn't know that 'cause I didn't tell that in the video.
No, I knew.
I had high blood pressure. She took it. Hers was higher than mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to the ER. She don't even give a shit. She's like, I'll take care of
Wait, this
myself.
was the other day?
Oh,
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got himself all worked up, and
Yeah, I
I
did.
was really connected.
And
with
she was telling me,
him.
just relax. It's
I
still a
was going-
Cinepril, Yeah.
Calm down.
That's
I know
right.
it's hard though when you're in a
Yeah.
state. It is hard.
And then
So
you know
I-
what they did? They put me in the ER, and I seen everybody else worse off than me, and somehow I just fed on that. And then I asked the nurse, "Can you take my blood pressure again?" And it was a lot lower than what it had just been. I
And
called
I
Naya. I'm
dropped
like,
him off, so
Yeah.
And you did that all yourself.
yeah,
And you did
Yeah.
it all yourself.
yeah.
So I was more careful from then on.
And then
about how to
then we had a nice drive. Remember that? And you got your big drink at Sonic, and then it started raining real hard.
That was the
Soon, I
rainy
tell
day.
you,
Yeah,
as
that
soon
one-
as we got home, it started raining like a son of a bitch.
thing. As I said, I need something. Please help me. Water always works for me. I
Yeah, that
love
was
natural
And
water.
that's that video that I posted where she's dancing in the rain. I mean, we stopped to get gas just right up the road, and it was sprinkling a little bit. And I said, go out there and play in the rain, because time we get home, it's going to be gone. And she gets out there a little bit. As soon as we get home, though, boy, just pouring down for
It was
20
delusion
minutes.
in my house
She's-
too.
Wow.
I called her and Stephanie. I said, because they're very good with weather. I said, bring me rain, please.
And boy, did you guys ever bring rain.
Oh, it was at my house too.
It
It was
rained
everywhere.
its ass off. It rained
So
like
you
so
like-
hard.
If I ask Michelle and Stephanie for something, it happens instantly. They're very good.
I did that once when the fires were in California and I couldn't breathe. I went outside and meditated and I asked for rain, and an hour later it started raining. It had been hot. It hadn't rained in days.
Wow.
You need it's that kind of stuff that you need to lean into. Whenever you're whenever you're panicked, whenever you're worried, you need to remember that.
Yeah, but I
Because
feel like I
that-
block off. I have all these great things that I can go to remember, but for some reason, when I can't remember it at the moment.
Well, you've got to learn to. You've got to train yourself to. Because right now you're
I'm thinking about carrying a
habitual.
notebook.
Well, that would be fine. You're habitual.
Mhm.
Your habit is to go to the bad. You have got to you've got to make your habit different.
Mhm.
So instead of when the bad things come, you habitually go to the worst things, worst case scenario. You've got to train yourself to see it picture going good.
What's
And
so
that's
funny?
just practice.
So what's the breed? What's
I
that?
was thinking about when I trained myself not to cuss when the kids were little because they were cussing.
Mhm.
Because I would cuss in traffic and it just didn't sound like good coming from a 2-year-old. I would say in traffic.
Yeah.
So I got a rubber band,
Uh-huh.
and every time I would cuss or think about a cuss word, I would smack myself with
There
the
you
rubber
go.
band.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
These girls, I was a manager at a restaurant, and these girls would mess with me, and they'd come and smack my rubber band. But I didn't cuss for years.
Wow, that really helped.
Because you
So
were
when I have a
associating-
bad thought, I can smack.
Well,
You want to know what
How I did it?
Wow.
Well, I did it after I died. So when I died, I saw what happens. I mean, I literally saw what happens when you do what you do and how it goes through the universe and comes back and creates havoc.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that literally over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time I think a negative thought like that, I know what the consequences are.
Yeah, that's good. And
And
now
I
we're
go,
glad.
"Oh, hell
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I am done being miserable.
Mhm.
So I will stop it immediately. I don't care what the habit is because I know what the consequences are.
Yeah.
So if I think a negative thought, if I'm scared or if I'm fearful, it is going to be responded to. The universe will respond. You will get worse. You are right. But if you look at it again, it's going to keep on coming back. So if you're okay with the hell that you've been in your whole life, keep doing it. If you are tired of being in the hell, you stop it, and you don't let anything stop you from stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
Not yourself, not anyone else. You just stop it.
You're too intense over there. You gotta like chill out a little bit.
No, it's the only way to do it at the beginning. You have to be really, really tough on yourself.
No, you.
And I was when I got out, and I knew. Of course, I had an advantage. I had Stephanie. And I told Stephanie, I said, if I begin a sentence, if I say a word that even remotely might
Hey, David Kuhn,
appear
welcome.
negative,
Uh-huh.
I want you to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
Literally for 3
I want money to
months,
be a
This is
non-issue.
the way I talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that, Mom.
Oh, I got a good question.
But then there
Okay.
was Mom.
We'll get you,
But you
Sandra.
know, and I kept trying to figure, and I thought I was a very positive person. I really did.
Yeah.
But I would say just one word. She'd go, Mom, it cut me off.
Uh-huh.
I would be trying to say something, say it 10 different ways, get a mom every time, and I just didn't say it.
Yeah.
And I literally didn't talk or talk like that for 3 months, but
You put
it
it-
worked. It
Yeah,
worked.
you
I
put it in
quit.
your forefront.
So now, even if now I've gotten so good that, and Stephanie can do this, I learned this from Stephanie. Stephanie can say negative things now, but there's no energy behind it. There's no message to the other side.
Mhm.
So she can tell you to shut the fuck up. You're being an ass.
She
But
wouldn't
it
do
will
that.
not. Oh well, she would.
Yes, she would.
In a heartbeat.
She said it to Krill.
That's right. That's right. And you did too. So.
But when she does
I
it
miss
send energy with it. It's the most amazing thing. She can say whatever she needs to, but it doesn't send a message.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's the ultimate goal, is that
It's
you
to not
control
send the negative energy
what is
out.
sent to that you create.
Have you got a question from the group? Ready?
Right.
All right. Let me read that question. This is from Sandra Hughes. What are your best tricks, tools for learning to trust self when you are not being logical, such as driving 20 miles in the wrong direction, which may have been the right direction? You understand that question?
If you
Oh, and I have a question. for you.
there is absolutely nothing I don't trust myself for, and I don't believe in things happening for no reason. So if I were to find that I had driven 20 miles in the wrong direction, the first thing I would think is, wow, good for me. I'll bet you there was a terrible wreck that I avoided by doing that.
Very good. Very good.
Making up stories around your situation was my go-to. So if somebody pulls in front of me in traffic, I don't say, "Goddamn motherfuckers are just trying to fuck up my life." I say, "Oh, they're in a hurry because they just got a message that their dog got hit, and they're rushing home, and they're in so much distress. I send all my love to them." That's the kind of in truth, you don't know what's going on. So make up a story that's good instead of one that's bad. Why all the bad stories in your mind? You've got a choice. Choose a good story. Every time. If somebody's snarling at you, send them love. Think of something reason why they would be snarling. That has nothing to do with you. That has to do with something in their life. Try thinking about the other person for a change.
Very good. Yeah, because we always think, oh, that son of a bitch flicked me off, I'm gonna flick him back off.
Ain't that right, Simone? You get ghetto, don't you?
Usually people you're very egotistical. And for a bunch of people that believe in oneness and that we're all one, how terrible is that? How terrible is that of you to attack someone else when they are you?
Yeah.
You should
very
be
good
giving
point.
them love. You shouldn't not
We
be
forget
attacking.
that.
That was the
moment.
one thing when I first went out of body, I saw the oneness. When I first came back, at first I wasn't going to come back. I was like, nah, I'm done. But when I first came back, the first thing I did was I called Naya, I Skyped you guys. And I was looking at you guys like, oh my God, this is so weird. They're all me. Like, I almost couldn't handle it.
And that's how I see everything. Not the people, but buildings and the plants. I see all of them like that. So I can't, it gets me into trouble because I see you as me.
Yeah, and then you
If
don't
you
want
were
to
to-
hurt. Yeah.
And if you were wanting to hurt me, I never see it coming. And I don't. But most of the time now I'm such a vibration that most people don't.
Yeah.
The only ones that now can get me are the reptilians that really have about got them under control. It's the draconians that can get me. I haven't quite got them.
And what are the reptilians and the draconians? 'Cause
Well, they're the ultimate ones that are in charge of making this place 3D accessible.
okay.
So for God to be able to come and be in 3D, because the programs and stuff they put in place here are the ones that make it so that you'll forget your God. They're the ones that have done most of the work. They're phenomenally awesome at what they do.
They're reptilians.
The reptilians are under the draconians. The
Okay.
draconians are actually the big bosses. Now, if a draconian decided to stand right here, his head would hit the ceiling, you would hit the floor. They're incredibly powerful.
Okay, so my energy healing class teacher, she mentioned something about a draconian implant. So that just goes to show you the stuff that I'm hearing is not just from you.
Oh, we had implants. I had took them out.
It's a universal.
Oh yeah.
You had implants.
Everybody
Didn't
is away
Zemoni have
from-
implants?
Yeah, she had implants. But
Yeah. Who, mine?
Mhm.
And I requested some of them to get taken out. I have a question though.
All right, let's have it.
Let's see. This is actually my cousin. She lives in St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello,
Yeah.
cousin in St.
Hey,
Louis.
cuz.
Her southern red hair fox. Okay. So she said, what is Zen feeling at a moment with the stone, and what's the feeling or energy received from the two stones that Zen Mommy was rubbing, touching? I'm new to the Stone Age. I love the way you use the Stone Age. It's making me think the humans during that time were a lot more in tune and aware than the narrative society puts out.
Oh, hell yeah. Way more.
So
The stones are they're the oldest beings here.
So these are beings?
Yeah,
Energy
everything's beings. Everything you see, it has consciousness. Everything.
Hey, David, it's good to hear that. Hey, Daryl, thanks for joining.
Everything is consciousness. The atoms in the air, the
David and
oxygen
Daryl
in the
just
air,
joined.
those are consciousness. Everything's consciousness. Everything's a part of the all that is. But stones have been here the longest. And certain stones have been here a really long time. So they've got a lot of information. Kind of talk to them. Trees are the next best thing. The old ones, the big ones, they have a lot of knowledge. They watch. And stones absorb, if you think of that.
Yeah.
The trees watch. They watch, and then they almost watch, and then they disperse. They'll disperse their knowledge. If you can pick up the vibrations, then they're always teaching. It's like an umbrella. It's like they watch umbrella. Here's the information. Watch umbrella. Here's the information.
Is that why when I do videos by a tree, I get more affected?
Absolutely.
I get more downloads, information.
That big weeping willow.
Now
that you-
stones,
I love the willow.
stones you have to record. harder. They don't just send it. You've got to go and ask them.
I haven't really like
gotta
connected
see.
with a thing like that. She was asking what I feel. I don't know, like it was over there. I guess you gave this to G-Man, and I just when I was just drawn to
It
it,
looked like something from
and I
Superman
feel it
movie.
vibrating on my fingertips, but I don't really know what it's doing to me right now. It's clear quartz.
From Peru? Is
Uh-huh.
that out of my bowl?
Yep, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I think I got that from Peru or South America somewhere. That one came
So
from.
why am I drawn to it right now?
I think they called it a pink. It's not really clear. I think is that one a pink line? It's clear and pink.
This one.
Yeah, and that one I think had something. I know, but they're very slightly.
You went to Peru?
No, I ordered them
Oh,
from
okay.
there.
Okay.
Keep trying. Keep going.
Keep going. What is that?
Keep going. What do you keep going? Keep talking about feeling.
Okay, yeah, it's vibrating. It feels kind of heavy, but I feel like I can feel like the consciousness moving, like it is trying to, I don't know, like communicate through the vibrations that it's sending to my hand. But I don't know what it's saying.
It's helping you sort out that.
Oh, I can. You know what? I can. That feels like.
It's helping you sort that out.
That's
what it's doing. Oh, you should definitely have that thing.
Yeah.
You should definitely have that.
I feel like I need to put it on my head.
Yeah, you should. That's for
wear it.
you. You should wear it. You know, I got my little bag. You should wear it.
Uh-huh.
Preferably right back or high on. Right there. Just put it in a bag and hang it around your chest because it's definitely helping you disentangle all of that.
Yeah. I feel like it's only like. I feel like it's only just right in this section, but if I hold it long enough, eventually
Yeah,
it'll.
it's going. It's really going like this.
Okay.
You can feel it in your arm, but you can't feel it out here. But when it's going, the vortex here, it's going.
Oh.
If you were to do this, like this, it would vortex over you and go,
And you know what? I can feel that in my crown chakra. I
Yep.
totally can feel it.
and it would go.
That's crazy. It feels like some, oh, right, and I felt. See, she has it way up there. I
Yeah.
felt it way down here.
Yeah.
And you can also use the point. You can also go like this. See?
Like that.
Uh-huh.
Hold your other hand the other way. There you go.
You feel it shooting out?
Now think here, line over to your other palm. Uncross your leg.
Okay, yeah, I can feel it.
There you go.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That stone's speaking to you because I thought it was just cool looking. It didn't do anything to me though. That's definitely.
And what about this one? Is
Yeah.
this one helping me?
That one's just fucking powerful.
I felt something with that. Yeah.
It's taking care of the whole house.
That is yeah.
Yeah,
That one right there is going.
That's
Yeah, this one's a powerful
that's the
one.
Titanic right there.
Everybody,
My head
even
is
people
like
who are not
buzzing.
spiritual, when I hand them the stone, they feel.
Yeah,
something.
I tuned
They're
into
like,
that
oh
one.
my God.
Yeah, I
You
tuned into
really
that one.
need one of those if you want to.
When I go back to California, I know a place that I got it. They have a big one.
Naya needs a big piece of kyanite, everybody. A
Kyanite.
big piece of kyanite. That's kyanite.
Show the kyanite.
It actually cleanses
It's like a
negative
blue. It
energy.
looks like a blue selenite moonstone.
This is
Yeah.
also.
That one doesn't do it, but that one does.
Yeah, that one's different.
Yeah,
that
that
one's a
was-
little
that was-
bit lighter and it's bigger.
Very dense.
Yeah, it looks like a selenite. It's the kind that you can't put underwater.
See, something like that, I'm just amazed that no one can see this.
Does
I
it come
just-
from this planet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very, 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 very old.
Oh,
Hey, wasn't it amazing how you called that right on the money? Where it feels.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what she said.
It does.
I said his.
The other one that I thought was cool was this one. What is this right here?
I don't know what they are.
You know what it is?
We never
Here.
know what they are. We just know what they say.
Now I picked this up in Sedona and I was given this. by,
Where's Sedona?
This is.
It's in Arizona. It's
Oh, okay.
like a
This
lot
is
of
close.
vortex areas. It's very
Well-
sacred to me.
It's like
So
sandstone.
you know how they say the colors align with the chakras? What
Uh-huh.
does that mean for us if our chakras are collapsed? Then do they still?
And,
We're every
do that.
color. We're
Yeah.
just every color.
Then
in
your
there.
stones start talking to your being, something in your being that you want corrected. Your wholeness, not individual chakra. As long as you talk chakras and deal with chakras, and you're gonna have them. They will separate immediately. That's actually an implant.
Is that one speaking to
Oh,
you?
it is an implant.
Yeah, reptilians.
That one's speaking to you too, isn't it?
It is speaking to me. I don't know what it's saying. I know it's saying something different than that one.
I've had these stones for a long time.
I don't know.
You gotta, yeah. It's like the yin and the yang.
What
What happens if you hold one in one hand and the other? See what that does.
Stones and give them away.
Because I'm kind of like a.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no stones. You keep giving all these away.
Because
That's
they're
what
meant
you
to
do.
be.
They're meant to be.
And when
It's
you have,
flow.
you're on
It's
ayahuasca.
flow.
you
Yeah,
can
it is
put that
flow,
over.
yeah.
Okay, that one over there does not work. You need another one. That's a single stone.
Did I try one of mine? It was in
Yeah,
there.
there's you've got to have one in
Oh, that's
each
a nice
hand.
selenite.
Yeah, what's that? What's that? Yeah,
It's
what is that?
selenite.
Oh yeah, I
I
have
got-
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
It's
cool.
a lot like the kyanite.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's one of
That stuff I've got all over my house.
Yeah.
I have a
What is
big
selenite
piece.
good for?
And I've got
Cleanses
cleansing
energy, just like the
And I've got
kyanite.
some in
Yeah.
here too, a little bit in here.
And it's self-cleaning. You don't have to sage it.
I put it in the windows.
It actually cleanses everything.
Yeah.
You can like put your stones.
You need to leave this out. You need to put this on your
And the
table.
same as this. I have like 10 of those. I've been
Yes.
giving them
This you
away.
put in the middle of your house.
The middle,
Just in the
okay.
middle of the house. And those you put they need sunlight.
By the window.
Yeah, they need
My daughter made this.
Oh, that's
This is my
beautiful.
pendulum.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, sweetie. What do we got?
Those aren't real stones,
Where's your-
but the
where's the
stones.
pig?
Isn't that cool?
They can work just
Where's
as well.
everybody at?
Okay.
Where's your
Your God,
Where's your
you can do
pig and your
anything.
horse?
Your God, you can do anything. You can make the unreal real.
Where- there's an emotion in there.
Sound is muffled.
Nice. She likes
Can you guys sound okay?
your daughter when she made that. She made it with a great deal of intent.
Yeah, this is what she's doing. She wants to, her creative
Yeah, she's an
side is
artist.
painting and this,
Yes.
and she has an Etsy store.
Yes, I checked it
Can you
out.
guys hear okay?
And
Type something
she's
so I
still
can.
working on lots of different
so I know
jewelry.
we're
She's in
going all right.
practicing.
My friend Bridget makes jewelry like that too.
Let's see. Let's try this.
I had the stuff.
Let me
I've
see
got
if there's
some
any other
wire
questions
jewelry
here.
I'd love to make. Looks so cool.
I know. My
Should
friend
be all
Bridget
right.
makes it. She made some other pieces.
Maybe just a lot of.
It doesn't even look
Maybe a lot of
My
talking.
cousin, her name
It's
is
okay?
Bernie.
Okay.
I
She
think
said
it's just
thanks.
if you know the genius of.
My shaman friend is.
Wasn't that hard at all?
We're doing a dual
Oh, she goes
live. She's live on her channel right now, Zen Mommy, and we're live on Naya's channel. And we have 8 people watching. Great, great, excellent. Thank you, Mary.
Not anymore.
If you guys have any questions to anybody in the group,
Okay, so I have 4 people watching.
I know, Daryl, you got a lot of
You guys
questions.
have
David
questions.
Kuhn.
Now's a good
Hey, we
time
got
to
David
ask.
Kuhn and Daryl to join.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, David.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, David. I remember chat last night.
Yep.
Amazing everybody's here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just something how this just happened overnight. Like, all of a sudden, Storm gives me that dream I have to go. Roommate got toxic. G-Man got hurt.
Yeah.
You were called here. Then McKim showed up. It's just like we.
Jeremy's gonna stop through.
Planned it or something.
Family reunion
Our
is
higher
what I
selves
thought.
planned it.
I thought we were having a
I don't know.
reunion.
We didn't plan this. You planned it.
No, I mean we
No.
all had to.
We all
I had
planned
no
it.
idea
Oh,
that
I
I was
get
going to
it.
be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Y'all had to
I
agree.
definitely had no clue. I thought
I
about
did.
it. You know, I thought about it like when I get a car, I want to drive past and visit G-Man. That was in my mind.
Well,
to
here you
drive
go. Here you go.
go.
Well, you did get a car and drive to G-Man.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
did.
You did.
You should have been
I
a
just didn't
little
think it
more
was gonna
specific about that. You
That's
said, my car. You got it all right except for
That's
the my
right.
car.
I'm getting in my car, damn it. I'm
But you're close.
Yeah.
It was within your
Yeah.
believability. So
Yeah.
let's leave it at that.
With manifestation, sometimes.
What? There's no questions. Oh my God, you guys.
But that's why you stay in the now because then you just flow into the
Come on,
next
guys. We
thing.
got
You don't even
Naya.
have to think
We
about
got
it.
Michelle. We got
Exactly.
Zen
Go.
Mommy.
Easier.
This is a
Yeah.
once in a lifetime
People say, "What are you gonna do?"
opportunity.
You go,
I have no
And if you don't
idea.
take
What
advantage
time
of
is it?
this,
That's a
I don't
story.
know.
I'm gonna
that's a story
turn
Ross
this
says.
shit
He
off
says,
right
"Tell me,
now."
I don't know and I don't care.
That's exactly right.
I don't know and I don't care.
Anyhow,
I can tell
Seriously
you,
though,
for
ask some
45
questions.
years I tried
About
planning
anything.
and it didn't work. I
Conspiracy
think I can work this
theories.
for a while.
You know, but some people they can
Life
plan
and
out
death.
educations, business
Anything.
plans, but I can't
Fairies.
plan anything.
Yeah, but
Nothing.
you're a
As
smart
soon as I
Uh,
try to plan it, it
5D,
collapses.
4D,
That's because you work.
life, death.
You back it with
What you
worry.
would have
When it
done if
doesn't
you would have
work,
took this route or that
you're
route.
doomed.
Yeah.
Every plan
If you wanna ask a
make,
question,
you've got
we're gonna-
behind
we're gonna make
it. What if
Simone
it doesn't
ask a
work? And what
question.
can I do
Yeah.
if it doesn't work?
Okay.
Jordan's doomed.
You got to ask a question because no one else is asking a
Oh,
question.
yeah, ready for Simone?
You gotta
He's
get-
even
you gotta
worse
get the
than
ball
that.
rolling.
He assumes that it's
Yeah,
gonna
he,
fail.
All right, here's
he
the
just
question.
knows. He plans
You ready?
everyone.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, so my question is, okay, I'll just ask something that okay, so the next time, oh, what happened here?
I don't know.
Went dead on you.
It's not dead. Oh, it did go dead. I thought I had
He's not dead.
What, baby?
Oh, well. Let's ask you for Naya's channel.
We're still going though.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
Hopefully, we'll.
I'm gonna go get it.
Anyways, the question is with
No worries.
with the ayahuasca, I was thinking like, what if I like give myself a list of notes and take the
Yeah.
paper with me to the other side so I can remember what to look for?
Are you seeing
and-
that?
Well, you got one thing you need to do and one thing alone.
Oh.
When you go to ayahuasca, you
No.
simply have to trust and look
Oh,
around.
no.
You won't do that. You stay in you.
Mhm.
You're just in this little place. So don't you watch her?
I know.
It's like she's here and she's looking around, and you know you're one, but that's as far as you go. You just say, "I'm one with everything." That's it.
I don't know
So
how
you
to
just
go
see
any
all that
further.
is. You have to believe. You have to trust. You have to allow.
Mhm.
And the second that you are curious, curiosity is great over there.
Mhm.
And you're not curious at all. You're
No, you
protective.
just sit there.
You just sit there.
You do. You just
sit
sit in
there.
one spot.
And every time you do, you go and you sit, and I'm like, she's just sitting.
She does,
there.
she
I
does.
can
sit
just
there.
see everything, but I can't go
And
to
you
it.
you feel so much better
Uh-huh.
than you do in life that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you go, okay, I'm here. This is good enough.
Mhm.
And that's why you stay
And
there.
I
You
do
stay
feel like
there
that.
in the relief of not being here.
Mhm.
But that won't take you to the rest of the story. And believe me, there's a lot of the story to
Mhm.
see.
Yeah.
But nobody can make you do that. There's no list that will make you do that. You've got to have the curiosity. You've got to have the trust in ayahuasca.
He wants you to
That
play with
there's
him.
nothing that can hurt you
He
over
sees
there,
Fester.
and that there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah?
more to see.
That's
Yeah, we
what it
were
is.
just
Then you
talking about
simply
Fester.
say,
Fester's
okay.
in there, and he was
I'm
going.
ready. I'm ready
Look
to
at
go.
her.
What else can I see? And
Yeah,
you can
I could see that
them
he'd
and
sort of
they'll
would
say,
make contact.
But you
Yeah.
can't go if you start to see something.
He
You
keeps
can't go.
saying
I'm
monkey.
afraid because
Good old
that'll pull
Fester.
you right
He
back.
calls him monkey.
He was really a
Wow.
gorilla,
You've
right?
got to, you've got to trust that it's just
Good,
fine
close
over
enough.
there.
I
And
think
then
I'm
you-
gonna do
Very
ayahuasca
close.
soon.
well, we just happen to have quite a bit of it, I think.
Yeah. Ayahuasca. I have some
Our
too. I still
ayahuasca.
have some left.
Oh
These
yes, I
She's-
Oh,
She
and
brought
guess
it.
what? I found my capsules on the way here. Like I couldn't find them the whole time I was there, and I got here. They're in the bag. I'm like, oh my god, these are the capsules.
Everybody else, all the guys, because I've done it with, I've slept with more guys than I have in 15 years.
That's
What?
awesome. I know that's the bomb. See, you never
Isn't
know what's
it?
gonna happen.
What are
You
you
never
talking
know.
about?
Well, these guys I've done ayahuasca.
She's getting around.
I've been, I've been sleeping with them through their
Hello,
whole ayahuasca.
how are you today?
Because we both fall asleep. So
Okay.
I make it a joke. It's just like- but the guys, they just mix it with the oysters and shoot it.
Yeah.
They don't put it in
Hello.
capsules. Thank God, because it took us forever to.
Like, well, we just did it. We were testing.
Well,
We were
now
the test
I
run,
took
me and
4
Naya.
capsules and I was okay. So that's not a whole lot I have to do.
Yeah, we did like 32, which was way too much.
Woo. Yeah.
But immediately threw it all up. I immediately threw it all
I
up.
didn't.
Poor
I
Naya.
threw it up. My shaman was like, "Don't allow yourself to throw it because it
Oh,
stays
no.
with you longer." No, it doesn't matter. Once you feel ayahuasca, you can
No,
throw it up.
you
It
can
is
throw-
there.
You can throw it
Immediately.
up because your body does it. It's saying, "I've got enough. I don't
Yeah.
need any more."
Yeah.
Okay, I know we got a lot of questions here. Let's look.
All right.
And I'll see if I can get back online here.
David Kuhn says, I've been feeling for quite some time I both have attachments and implants interfering. Is that true with David Kuhn?
If you
Yeah,
believe
give
it.
me a minute,
Okay.
I'm gonna go on my computer.
dude. I cannot tell you how many times I've cleared your implants. All right, they're off again, but you've got to stop worrying about them, please.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Otherwise, I just have to keep removing them because the second you worry about them being there,
They come
they come back.
Yeah.
That allows them to come back. And I don't know, I probably removed them from you at least 10 times.
Wow.
So you got to stop calling them back. Stop worrying about them. Just say, no, they're
They're
gone.
gone.
They're gone, and you can't do it anymore. And if you feel one, like they might say, no, I'm not doing that shit anymore. Just make it very, very clear to all of them, no. Just say no.
Just say no. You're clean
Just
now.
say no.
You're clean now, David. So just be happy with that and roll with it. Don't worry about it. I never worry about implants or shit.
No.
Never.
You did have some though, but I took them off.
Oh, okay.
But they're not going to come back.
Okay.
They were sneaky. Because they're.
What do they do? Just kind of keep you lower vibration, or
They make you think certain thoughts. They can make you relive certain things. They keep you on a.
that must have been
Oh, yeah,
recently,
one of
right?
these
Was that
things.
recently?
Mhm.
Yeah.
When I got here, I
Okay.
didn't see him.
That makes sense
before.
because I kept.
Yeah,
being-
you ramble. I mean,
Yeah.
you keep
I
running.
kept being
things,
in a
you
loop.
keep
That's what did the
running.
anxiety.
They love that loop crap.
I've not had anxiety for like a week now.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That is wonderful.
Once you took the damn implants off, I bet that's what it was. I bet that's what it was.
Because you were just repeating.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. I would talk myself into a damn anxiety
Into a
attack.
tizzy. Yeah, yeah, you work
Mhm.
yourself
A lot of
into a
them do
fervor.
that.
Right.
A lot of them do that. They also that's all pigeon stuff. Those repeat those loops. The geckos are really good at collars and handcuffs and shackles
Hmm.
that slow people down, make them feel like they are tired. Like they can't think.
I never had that though.
Like they can't raise your hand. You didn't have it.
Yeah.
Like they can't even catch you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she moves too fast. Because you have to stand still a certain amount and focus for them to get them.
You couldn't stand
And
still.
she just doesn't ever. She's never.
You never stand still either. So.
They tried it at me, and I just look at them and laugh and say, "I don't think so."
Yeah.
They tried coming at me. I went. Yeah,
Something tried to scare me during the ayahuasca,
Hmm?
and I got such a kick out of it that it left.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, tell Naya what Storm was doing just now.
Oh,
he
he
told
was
me.
just talking to Fester.
Was he talking to
He
Betty?
And called
showed
him-
me. He's like monkey, and we're talking.
Yeah.
And I was, he's like showing, and then he's going. Grrr, and
So
they
he
were
can
making a
see
joke.
Fester.
Oh, you need to tell him about Fester. Did you tell him?
Oh, I did that. But I'll talk right now. So, we got more questions. David Coot said, thanks. Mary says, I wonder about attachments after watching Alba 2, David. Alba 2?
I don't know who Alba 2 is.
I don't watch TV.
So, but Mary about attachments on her.
Attachments or
And implants.
Implants. You talking about implants?
Yeah, she
Oh
was.
yeah, she's got implants.
Take them off.
Okay, Mary, I need you really, really seriously to say that you're done with this and you want them off, because right now I can't take them off because you haven't said make them go away. You got to do that first, or I can't help you. And then see what she says.
Oh, okay.
I need her to intend that, and I mean it with all her might.
Elba Weenan. You know who that is? We have no idea who Elba Weenan is. Mary says, okay, she'll do that. So you got to ask first, Mary. Say, get the hell out of
You
here.
with me?
And Naya can clean them. Here we go. They're going to do it right now.
Okay, neck is off. Shackles are off. You got a really bad one down your back now.
Right there.
How did you know? Both of you at the same
Right
time.
there.
She sees too. Yeah, we're gonna take the one off your spine, and it's gonna take both. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Then it goes all the way in her. You seen that? Keep going, keep going. I'd say I'm about 3 feet off of her and still in. 10. Wow. Okay, I got it out.
Here. Here. Okay, right by the
That's
pubic.
gonna go forward. Pull it forward. Yeah. Cleared.
She's all clear?
She's gotten no crown. Crown. She's got one on her crown.
Hips. To me, she's got them everywhere.
Yeah, she's covered.
Are you telling
take
yourself
the
she?
you take the hips. I'm gonna get her crown because you can do.
Yeah, they're
the hips
cleaning
first.
Mary right now.
Actually,
Both of
she's
them are.
got 1, 2, 3, 4 above her crown.
Wow. Okay.
She's covered. God. She's got her on her fingers. You take her left hand. I'll take her right. Looks like gloves.
Mm-hmm.
No, that mine's twinkling away. It's not pulling off. What yours doing?
It just came off like skin, like easy, like dead skin.
Mine came off like twinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes. Got it. Third eye. Third eye needs help. It's moving. Which way? How do we take it off? Can you see it?
Out, forward.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, pull. Ouch. Okay, I'm gonna blow that one up.
Yeah, that one's the worst.
That one's bad. I'm just gonna do Central Sun. Okay, I don't see anything else to do.
No, I actually felt the light. I felt this like almost like a shell just pop off of her, and then a really light colored, like almost like you're wearing a
Okay,
silk
Mary,
dress.
I need you to like really go into a meditative state. This is where your high heart is. I want you to really concentrate on your high heart. Send energy in a spiral down to the center of the earth. Perfect. Stronger. Okay, Gaia's got a hold of it. She's going to send it right back up to you, and it's going to come up hard and strong the other direction in a circular way. Good. Now send that all the way up through your crown. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Shoot it as hard as you can. Harder. Okay, now it's okay, the sun's got it. Sun will pick it up from there. Central sun source. Source of food around. Back the other direction, all the way back down, coming back through your crown. You should feel it now. All the way through your body down to the earth. And that's a big circle. Keep going. All right. Straight and strong. That's what you want us to keep. Okay, ask her if she can feel that.
Can you feel that, Mary? Tell me if anything pops up, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the last thing she said.
Okay. I think so.
Pull something off of her. Now something's blocking me. That's real. It's not this plane. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Get it off. There.
It was gripping.
Uh-huh. Like a living thing.
Yeah, like a hand almost, but no.
Okay, are we clear?
I hope so. Man.
It's like not going easy. It's hard work. Her body's not used to this at all. It's unfamiliar with all of it.
She's gonna start loving her
It's
body.
not fighting it, but it's not easing into it either. Okay, Mary, it's going and it's not going to stop, but you're going to have to spend at least the next week visualizing this corkscrew of energy coming down from source all the way to the earth, turning the other direction, corkscrewing back up through you, and get your body to accept this energy. And then it will flow out into all of your body. But your body is not used to it. It's really stiff. And it's not fighting it, but it's not really flowing with it either. So lots of baths, not showers, baths. Deep breathing in and out as much as you can throughout the day, especially the next week. Okay, I'm gone. Shit.
Wow. She really does not like her body.
No, she really doesn't. But she's fought it for so long.
Oh,
God damn.
you gotta make friends with your body.
Give me.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah,
God.
hold it.
So there was a lot of shit on Mary, wasn't there?
That hurt.
Oh, wow.
Boy, Mary, you had a lot of shit on you.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore, though. You're good now. You're good now.
Is she gonna go through like a you know how sometimes they say when you get like sick to purge out the energy, is it like a healing?
She probably feel like a new woman now.
Okay.
The trouble with a situation like that, it's so dramatic, and she's been doing it the other way so long. The tendency is to bring it back, not with the implants, but with I'm used to it being this way.
Yeah.
So instead of allowing the new energies to flow, she's used to it being another way. So even without the implant, she'll act like she had the implants. So that's the risk, but we'll keep an eye on her.
Yeah, no, I know kind of like
She
that
should,
with
like,
manifesting.
Stand in a mirror and look at herself and tell herself how much beautiful she is and how much she loves her body. You really make friends with your body.
Yeah.
And you really are really beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
are, Mary.
noticed that on video camera. I'm like, gosh, she's so beautiful.
Mary is very beautiful.
And you
And
gotta tell
you
yourself.
need to talk to your body like you would talk to somebody else.
Like your best friend.
Yeah, like you would never treat somebody the way you're treating yourself. You would never do that. So consider your body a separate being, which it is, and that you would not do that to somebody else. Don't do that to yourself. So tell yourself you love yourself. Tell your body thank you.
Yes.
You put it through a great deal, and it has put up with it. It deserves your love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And there was some work.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. She really needed that.
I get that. I've never been agile or athletic. I've always been about my brain.
Well, you've got to give credit where it's due. Just walking on this planet is very, very difficult. So you not taking care of it, that's even worse. So your brain is fine, but you've got the rest of it, and it feels like you don't love it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
It feels
and
like,
knows
what's the point? It feels
knows
lost and alone and very, very lonely. It feels hurt
Mhm.
and abandoned.
It does.
It feels like, what's the point? It feels like nobody loves me.
Oh my
Nobody's
God.
there for me. It is incredibly sad. It's very hard for me to talk to you, and always has been because of this energy. And nobody can change it, but you've got to change it. Your physical body is very feminine. She's very fragile. She's very feminine. So she gets hurt easily, and you've hurt her a lot. She needs love. She needs hugs. She deserves it.
And acceptance.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
And she can't hear us. She can't hear me. She can't hear any of us. All of us have tried, but she needs you. You're the only one that can help.
Yeah.
But you're on your way.
You can do this.
Yeah, you got
hard.
this. I did it. I had to make friends with my body.
Me too. Me too. I was terrible in my body.
Me too.
I think women, it's harder for women. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Society does us
I
no
kept trying to kill
favors.
myself, so
Not
I
at all.
dropped stuff too.
Wow.
We're never good enough. Never, ever
Still
good
couldn't
enough.
die
So
if
you
you-
have to get past that shit, and you have to go, bullshit. I'm perfect.
That's what I
am
do.
Perfect.
I look like the most
I am.
conceited person ever. I'll be
Yep.
like, I am so awesome today.
Yeah.
I do, and
And
I
I
love
told
it.
everybody, be selfish.
Yes.
Be self-centered. That's your job. It's a lie. They told you a lie. The only one that you're supposed to be in charge of is you. And nobody can do you but you.
Mm-hmm.
So be proud of who you are, no matter what it is. Don't listen to the rest of them. Be who you want to be.
Yes.
Be you.
Very
Be
good.
it best you can be.
Very good.
And screw the rest of them.
Yeah.
They don't know who you are supposed to be.
Boy, that was so good. We need to get that on video. Let's see if there's any questions there.
Okay, there we go.
Mary says, yep, I got that. I have let others hurt her too.
Yep. You got to stop that shit right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to make a point that you're worth it.
It's important.
It is very, very important. Only you can stop them. And you've got to stop them. If you don't want to do something, say no. Learn no. No is the biggest word that you can learn. No. If you don't want to go do something because you're women were taught you can't say no. You learn to say no. And you only do and be and say what you want. Always. Every time. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. Ever. Ever. I don't care what the response is. I don't care what they think of you. If you don't want to do it, you say
Yeah,
no.
don't say yes to someone when it's a no to yourself.
Yeah, never ever do that.
That's
It
what
will
Ralph
cause-
Smart says.
Good. That's good.
Say ever, eventually they'll get used to it. If you've been a yes person, I was a yes person, they get used
I was
to
a
it.
yes person. I still kind of am, but I try.
Yeah, I sense you still are. Yeah.
Well, if you ever ask
I
somebody
do.
to do you a favor and then you know they really don't want to do it, but they do it anyway,
Yeah.
I don't like that energy. So
Yeah.
I vote, no,
Yeah.
no, thank you. That's okay. I got it.
Yeah.
No, I got it. You
Yeah.
know, no
'Cause you can
worries.
feel when they
And so
really
you're still like
Yeah.
that. Remember, I asked you if you watch TV, and you're like, "No, but kinda." And I'm like, "Just tell me what you want." You know?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
if you
just
don't
be
like TV,
real,
watch.
you know.
Exactly. And
Because
you can
ultimately what will
I've
happen.
been passive most of my life.
Well, ultimately what will happen is if you're asked to do something you really don't want to do it and you say, well, okay, the person instinctively, because we are telepathic, we just don't know how to read it,
Uh-huh.
they feel the deception.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they
Yeah.
feel the lie.
Right.
So they
Okay.
don't trust you.
Oh, okay.
So if you're always honest, they will feel that honesty. So
Instead of
even
worrying
if you
about
say
hurting
no,
their feelings.
right?
Right.
Screw the feelings. You want to be an honest person,
Mhm.
and even if you say no, they'll feel it.
Yeah.
That is an honest answer, and they will be better with the honest answer than
Mhm.
they will with the yes that's dishonest.
Right. People will
Exactly.
respect you more.
Exactly.
Anybody, you know.
'Cause
They'll know where they
can do it.
stand.
They can feel
Yeah.
it. Anybody can feel it. You go to the store, they say, "How are you doing today?" And you say, "I'm doing great," and you're not. People know that.
Yeah,
And
they know
will
that.
say, "Oh, she's a liar."
Unless they don't care,
instinctively.
you know. But most people don't care. But
But it will read instinctually in their body. They will. That's the problem with humans is they lie all the time
Oh.
Mhm.
just to get along.
Yeah.
And if they would just tell the truth straight up, everything would get so much better.
but don't give them a lecture. Like how you doing? Well, if you really want to know, you know.
No,
And you really don't want to know.
You
how
really
they're
don't. We
doing.
really don't. It's just a nice way of saying hello.
I know
You
somebody
just
asked
say-
me how was the weather. I didn't respond. I was like, the
It's-
weather
it's
is the
not
least of my
that
problems.
hard.
There you go.
Hey, ask
Who cares about the weather?
Ask the northerner. This is how you answer. How are you doing today? Not so great. Done.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee too.
Done.
You're a Yankee?
You
I
do
am a
not
Yankee.
need
No
to-
way.
I am.
Where were you born?
Did you
I'm
not
a damn
need to do
Yankee.
the
I'm moved to the
Southern
South.
explanation?
So,
You
yeah,
can
it's
do
true.
it.
That's where it
Not
is.
good. Yes or no?
I'm from
Think
Youngstown,
yes or no.
Ohio.
Okay.
You're asked a
I lived in
question and you
Fort
don't
Wayne,
want to
Indiana.
answer
It's
it.
not too far.
Yes or
So
no?
you're a Yankee
That's
So,
it.
too.
so coming
yeah.
from
Damn Yankees.
your
That's right.
out of
I
body
love the
experience,
South.
I mean,
I
I do
love,
too.
love the South.
experience.
When I moved
and
down here, it's
seeing
like I
that
could feel
self-worth
the
is
land.
such
It
a big
speaks to
issue
me.
for the creator
It's cold
guys.
up
How does
there.
that?
Yeah, yeah. I tell Naya that too.
So
Is that
Yeah.
like crazy, like
Some people
a
love it.
big issue that
Not me, I
got
everybody
sick-
has
I got sick of
self-worth issues?
Oh my
I spent the
God!
first
It was the
10 years
biggest
there.
issue. It
That
was the
was enough.
funniest.
Ohio
issue.
was like
Yeah.
kind of
Because I could
borderline. A
see
little
the whole
southward than
world.
all right.
I was
but-
And the whole
Near
world,
Cleveland,
every
Youngstown,
single
Oh.
Akron, Lake
on the
Effect Snow.
planet,
Forget that
every
shit.
single one.
Yeah,
of
that was
Uh-huh.
my
them. Where
first
it's
10
all
years.
worried about what
People say how
somebody else
pretty
thought.
snow is. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Which means
It's pretty.
nobody was thinking
For a
about everybody
weekend,
else.
no, if you're
Or they're
They
warm
were all
inside
worried about
and you're not
somebody
wet.
else.
Yeah.
So what they
Yeah.
were doing was
It's like down here. It was snow and melt away a
thinking
day
about
later.
what you were
I'd
thinking.
rather be hot any day.
So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
the biggest
Hot.
joke
Yeah.
ever.
Even like
And so I said,
Florida hot.
I came
I
back
stay
and I'm like,
outside
I'll
down
never
there
do
all the
that.
time. I
Yeah.
don't
When,
ever
when
go
I,
in the house.
I'll
yeah,
see
when
how
I
you
get
do
in
it.
that moment, I start to think I'm always just worrying about what everyone else is
Mhm.
thinking. And I remember that was one of the reasons, like, I was a really clash in my
Yeah, Mary's
ex-relationship.
Mary's
because
such
he
is
was
almost
completely
Canadian.
worried about. He
so.
was
Oh,
so
you know about cold
So
then.
this is what people would think of me, and then it rubbed off on me. Then I started thinking I wasn't good enough, and what do they
Right.
think? What if I wear this? What if I'm singing in my car and they're laughing at me?
Right.
It's just
That's
you
what
gotta-
everybody on the whole planet was. All this, it was the funniest thing to see.
and that game, and we give ourselves the self-worth
And
issues.
yeah, and they were doing it. Nobody was thinking about the people. Nobody was laughing at you. Everybody was worried about whether you were laughing at them.
Them.
And nobody would.
Nobody was thinking
No, you
about it. Nobody
created
was
it.
laughing at anybody else.
In your own mind.
Oh my
It
god.
was
forced
hilarious. I was
manifest.
like going, oh my God, that is the funniest thing ever. So I came back not worried about what anybody says now because they're not thinking about me. We're worried about other people. And I'm
Yeah.
going, they're not laughing at me.
And you know, like when I mess up on my video, I'm like, gosh, my subscribers are gonna see that. They're gonna be like,
No,
oh, she's.
I like
but no-
that part.
But
I
nobody
like
ever
that
says
too.
I like that
anything
part.
that
It makes me know
comments.
you're real.
Yeah, I like that part. I've
I
told
like
you
the
before.
realness.
I like how you. It's like with Naya. She leaves them in too.
I like the realness when I watch YouTube. I don't want to watch somebody
Well,
who's gone into a lot of
I've
production. I
been
want to see
around-
the real
Yeah.
person.
Maybe, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I was actually around when YouTube started.
I remember that. I
And
remember
when
that.
YouTube started, it was, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. It was not production. It
Yeah.
was regular people because what they thought, what we all thought at the time was we could say whatever we wanted, put it out there. Nobody would ever know who we were.
Mhm.
And we could say exactly what we wanted and be exactly who we wanted. Now, nobody knew at the time
Mhm.
that it was going to get this huge.
Right.
Mhm.
But that's what everybody did at the beginning of YouTube before all of this. There was no production. There was pick up the phone,
Right.
camera, and da-da-da-da-da, put it on.
And the quality wasn't that good.
There
It was
was
kind
no-
of blurry
Yeah.
and yeah.
Audio was bad, video was bad, but
Yeah.
it felt true. It
Yes.
was honest.
Mhm.
And it didn't even matter what they were talking about. It was because you could tell that they were being themselves, and everybody is dying. They're searching for anyone to just be authentic.
Honest, yeah.
Just be their authentic
And that's what a lot of my
self.
subscribers say.
Because
They
you're
love that
perfect.
about me.
As you are.
Yeah,
you
you're
are perfectly you.
supposed to be different. We're all gods. We did not come here to be carbon copies. That's a waste of time.
Mhm.
We would not do that. You're here to be a unique individual and to share and interact with other unique individuals, not become like them, not do what they do. That is a bunch of bullshit. That's why everybody fights it. That's the reason why everybody's miserable. Your job is to have a unique experience and share that unique experience
Mhm.
with other people.
Mhm.
That's the job. And until people do that, they're going to be miserable. Period.
Mhm.
Because we are built to be honest. We are built to be open.
So much
Because
easier.
we are all one.
Mhm.
There's no reason not to. And I'm sorry to tell this to all of you people with your passwords and your hidden things, is you're all fucking one. And you could know anybody's password if you wanted to. You could know their whole life if you want to. I can. You gotta
Really?
freak somebody out, I can know everything about you instantly. It's easy.
How do we do that?
It's the same way that you go to ayahuasca and you knew all it was.
Mhm.
All is one. You do it the same way.
Yeah,
And in
don't
that
put your hand
moment-
in there, goofball.
In that in that moment when you do that, things like you can go, I can go to the worst person's life ever. Pick it. I don't care what it is. And I can see that person's whole life instantly and it makes sense.
Mhm.
So I don't care how horrible they are. If you see their whole life, you can see why they did what they did.
Mhm.
And in that moment, there's total acceptance. You
Yes.
go, oh, Okay.
Yeah, that's
There's
how I
no
felt
anger.
on
There's no
ayahuasca.
fear. There's just no nothing.
I accepted
get
all
it.
the pain I've been through.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hmm.
So the people that do bad things, you're going, well, shoot, if I would have been going through that, I would have done the exact same thing. So there's total acceptance there.
Hmm.
And then when you pull back further, you go, oh my God, and that matched with this, that matched with this, that matched with this. That couldn't have happened unless this happened. And isn't that amazing? In that moment, you're not judging, you're not holding back, you're just observing, you're just watching with no judgment, no regimen with time and space. And that all that is, and it becomes beautiful.
I was telling G-Man the last time I was on ayahuasca, like I could look back and see myself on Earth, but I was very detached. I could see it like I saw from far away, a small image, and it was just completely detached from it.
And when you detach from that stuff, and that's what I say, look at it objectively. And objectively is away from it. You step away from it. You can see it objectively. There is no judgment in objection. Objectiveness is just assessing a situation, period. There's no judgment. It's like a scientist. You're just looking at the outcome. You're looking at what's happening. And when you do that without any judgment, totally makes sense. Every bit of it does. And you're going, not only does it make sense, but it's beautiful. Absolutely phenomenally beautiful. In its complexity and its layeredness and its in the fact that there are conscious beings that are pulling this off. Even the bad guys. The fact that they came up with what they came up with to allow beings to be what they wanted to be. All of us working together in such a magnificent way.
Shakespeare say, "All the world is a stage, and just poor actor,"
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
I'm not quoting him exactly.
It's exactly right.
How do you know that? Was he pretty spiritual?
Who?
Shakespeare.
It wasn't one person.
What do you mean?
All of the Shakespeare things were all a bunch of different people,
Yeah.
and they just put them together and put them under Shakespeare. And I'm going, does nobody
Is that the
notice?
same thing with Jesus? Because you said
Yeah.
there was 36
Yeah.
Jesuses.
They did the same thing. Just kind of mushed all their stuff.
Now,
together
is this
to
like
Jesus.
36 different Jesus timelines or just different people who played the part?
Well, both
Okay.
ish, bounced around.
What do you mean ish?
But they,
What does that mean?
It's really hard to explain timelines because things are so complex. They're so much more complex than you know. People have got these one timelines and they show here's the past and here's the future and they have no idea what's going on. Really, they have no idea. If I tried to tell you the infinite aspects of you, the infinite options of you, and you're looking through one of them.
I'm
Okay,
exhausted just thinking
Exactly.
about that.
exactly. But I can see them. It's easy to see them. It's very difficult to explain them.
Yeah, that's the part. I'm just like, that's why I like listening to you. You explain things so well. I'm just like, I
And
never
really,
really how to say that.
Now we need
And really,
to.
there's all this. There's infinite timelines. There's so
Now we
many
need to just
that
not care
it's
that
just
everyone else
easier
knows
to say
whatever
infinite.
about
So
us.
there's
Very
infinite
true.
timelines,
Very true,
infinite
Sandra.
aspects, and there's another conscious being that chooses which eyes to look through to create which life. Now there are infinite ones of those too.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that you are that creates this life is so much more complex than you will ever understand till you die. It is hugely, amazingly,
Convoluted.
very complicated.
David Coon said this is really hitting home for him.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad to be hitting him for
Yeah.
somebody.
He's been going through a lot
Oh, really? Yeah, he is.
physically.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's so cool.
I used to have physical issues, but I just
You've been
don't.
through a lot.
I just don't anymore at all. Well, I had a lot to do this time.
So is it all meditation and power of?
I don't really meditate. I don't know what really that means exactly.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's have this conversation.
All right, all right.
Because you know what? Although I love meditating, that's how I was like really introduced into this. But sometimes I don't want to sit there for an hour just to try to get somewhere.
That's not necessary, is it? I mean, I don't do that.
That's what I'm
why
saying. I don't think it's necessary because like I don't really like every once in a while I go long, but I don't do
To me, it's
hours.
in the breath. It's in the peaceful moment and the breath,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could just immediately go.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that at first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this is just building for me. So
Yeah.
it looks easy. Like I can talk about it. It looks like it's so easy for me, but I've been on this journey for a long time. It's just recently, it's just like
Yeah.
bang, bang, sped up, bang, bang, sped up.
That ayahuasca made the difference for me. That
Yours,
after
yeah.
that, I'm like, oh no, meditation for an hour. I'm a god. I don't need an hour to connect.
Very good point. Very good point.
You don't need it.
I don't need
Just
an
when
hour
I
to connect.
remotely go into the ayahuasca experiences that you guys have all over the country,
Uh-huh.
I literally just sit down. It takes me 2 minutes to get to
And
you,
you're really there.
and I'm in there.
Yeah.
Jeremy flat out saw me, and I was me and Jimi Hendrix.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
We're like
Tell 'em.
rocking and rolling around, and some rockets and
Mhm.
stuff. We had some like, jet fighters because we were just over there. Because normally they're trying to do something, and I'm just like hanging out.
You got to
I
talk about that. Jimmy is
I
my
can't
favorite
wait till
artist
you
of all time.
experience
Jimmy hangs out with me all the time.
No shit.
I did a painting called Rainbow Jimmy that he
Oh,
did.
yeah. Well, I got to see that.
Well,
You got a picture of it, don't you, in your
I
phone?
do.
Great. Do you?
That one's not finished, so I probably don't have a picture of that one. But when I do, I'll send you a picture. Of it.
Absolutely. I love Jimi Hendrix. I got so many of his CDs down there. I got a big poster of
Which one
him.
of those waters is cold?
But there's only one spigot that works.
Oh, just the one with the spaghetti.
Yeah.
I hope it's cold.
Yeah, it is a gold one.
That's that pure mineral water that we got. from
Yep.
the
Pure water.
So wait, so how, does it come out of a machine or
No, it
from a
comes out
rock?
of-
It
out
just-
of a rock.
Yeah, just right out of the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go next
It
time.
filters up through limestone and stuff.
Okay.
It's really good.
There's a place where I'm from.
Well, here we got
used to
some.
go.
We got some right here.
We got 2 bottles there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me get a cup.
We filled 2 big ass bottles of that stuff.
And when it's empty, we'll go get more.
We used to stop. I was going up this mountain. We just stopped, pull over the side of it, and just literally trickling down the side of the mountain.
Best water
Can you
ever.
pour me some?
I
I mean, isn't that cool that the fact that it's local? It's only 15 minutes away.
You want some?
There's only like 3.
Hey, this is the cup we guessed your drink out of.
That's right. That's
Was
it.
this the drink?
No, that wasn't. Remember, it was tea. Remember?
Okay.
And Tara was right on the money. She
That-
said it was,
that's-
and it was cinnamon. I had tea with cinnamon
That's
in
what
it.
my psychic abilities was.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Here's pure mineral water right here from South Carolina.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good shit.
Yeah, it tastes like osmosis.
No
water.
fluoride, pure, clean from Mother
Alkaline?
Nature. It's very alkaline.
I
Very
just brought like a
alkaline.
bunch of lemons, so you guys.
So yeah, I'm gonna make some lemonade.
Water here is very soft, very
I'll make some
alkaline.
lemonade with it.
Yes, yes. I even brought some
That would be
honey,
good.
and I brought some honey. Some,
Yes, let's make it.
Yeah, we'll make some.
What do you want for your birthday supper?
This is it. Oh, supper. I
Supper.
don't eat much.
I know you don't eat much. That's
We-
what I'm trying to think.
I actually like
I have
ate a
shrimp.
half a
We got
banana.
spaghetti.
She likes sushi.
We
Oh,
don't
yeah?
need to go into any trouble for me. Actually, it's just nice to come up. I like to do something interesting. My birthday week.
I know how to make sushi.
No way.
No way.
I dated a Japanese guy. What do you? I knew before then, though. But yeah, I know how to make.
We will
sushi.
go to the store and we will get stuff.
Yes, let's make sushi. You can
Today?
teach us how to make
I don't want to go to the
sushi.
store today.
Mhm.
Can we do it another day?
How about-
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I don't
A
wanna get back in
belated
the car
birthday
today.
dinner.
Well, we'll have
Yeah,
the
it is.
belated
It's
birthday.
late today, but yeah, we can definitely.
Now, what time is
We can
it?
go to
Not
tomorrow
only
to the
that,
store.
we'll make sushi. I'll make agadashi tofu, which is also a Japanese
I don't think
dish.
I've ever had that.
Oh my god, you're gonna.
I'm
love
excited
it.
now.
You're gonna love it. It's like fried the tofu, and it sits in this Japanese like a sake and a mirin sauce, and it's warm. And when you, oh my god, it's so good.
Okay, we're going to the store in the morning and we'll get
All
the
I
stuff.
can do is say that sounds. I don't even like tofu.
I never
but
ate.
I never tried it.
Sounds good.
Hey,
Oh no, I put my Zen
When
mommy love
somebody
into
does
it.
Mommy's
that-
cooking, I'm gonna eat it.
I put my Zen mommy love into it.
Yeah,
There you go.
when I cook, I put love into it, and that's why people go crazy for my food.
Mhm.
Me too.
It's
Hey,
not that
Michelle.
I'm not doing anything different than
pretty good
anybody
And I'll
else.
make a
You
miso
damn good
soup.
cook. So I got a question about Jimi Hendrix thing because you hang with
Oh
him.
yeah, yeah.
Now, before, were you a big fan of Jimi Hendrix? Did you know
No.
much? Because you said that painting is rainbow something.
He called it Rainbow Jimmy.
Because you know one of the first albums after he died was called Rainbow Bridge, and there's a movie.
I gotta tell you about the Rainbow Bridge
Okay,
and Jimmy.
tell
Okay. Okay.
I know this.
So me and Jimi Hendrix like to hang out, and he just came to me one day. He was like literally standing in my yard, like I was like, "Hey."
For those who don't know who is Jimi Hendrix, I don't know.
Oh, he's
Oh,
one of
he's
the.
Jimi Hendrix is a
Big.
guitar virtuoso. He died very young when he was 27. He died actually right before I was born, maybe a year before I was born. He died. Maybe in 69.
So you met him out of
70,
body.
died in
I
70.
met him just like about a year ago.
And
Okay.
he was a black man playing
Oh, he was
rock
black.
and roll,
he
yeah.
played,
Played
the
amazing.
best. He is the best.
Absolute best
Oh, wow.
guitarist ever.
Now I'm gonna have to play some Jimi Hendrix. There's a
Okay.
song he wants me to play for you.
All right, you put.
I've got a
I'll play it
shitload of
later.
Jimmy.
Okay.
I got.
But-
We go downstairs.
Don't you have a
Me and Jimmy
signed picture?
Yeah,
of him?
in my room.
he's
Yeah,
got a
big
signed
ass.
picture of him.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I love Jimi Hendrix. Big time fan.
He thinks that's funny.
He's right here.
He's
Oh, yeah.
always here. He's here
Hey,
with me.
Jimmy.
If I want him here, he's here.
I love your music, Jimmy.
I feel the energy.
Yeah, I love
I
love
he was
Jimi Hendrix.
left-handed.
It's like this. It's like, thank you, man.
Yeah, yeah. He was
That's
like, yeah,
that's
just-
Jimmy.
thank
That's
you,
Jimmy.
man.
That's Jimmy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know
Yeah.
anything about it, but that's what
That's
he's doing.
literally what he
Yeah.
said. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he always has a guitar with him,
Yeah.
even when he was alive. like here in the
Slept
physical.
with it. Slept with it too.
And he died when he was 27 of a drug overdose.
Mhm.
But he just lived that way. That was just what he wanted to do. That was just
Yeah.
him. So it was all about making music. Was all he was about.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can imitate him.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can play
Yeah.
guitar to this day.
And he recorded so much shit. I mean,
I want to learn how to play.
he only
guitar.
recorded 4 years, and they released so many albums of recordings.
And
And
he was
always in the
left-handed.
studio. No, he was.
Left-handed. He played a right-handed guitar.
No,
upside down.
it's backwards. He was right-handed, but he played it left-handed. So he played it like this, where everybody else plays it like this.
He played it upside down and backwards,
Yeah.
basically.
That's what he did.
And so they think that's why he got that sound. But, when he was younger, he was from Seattle, maybe.
Yeah, he was.
And, he just got the guitar.
Did you just tap into that?
I hang out with a lot of rock
That's
and
where he
rollers.
was. He was for
I
Seattle.
listen to music a
Yeah,
lot.
that's where
That's
he
how
was.
she's tied to Jeremy, by the way.
Jimmy, don't let me forget to ask about Tupac.
Tupac. There you go. That's right. Well, tell me the Rainbow
just
Bridge.
have to
Tell me the Rainbow Bridge story.
Oh, so me and Jimi Hendrix, I had a vision one day. I had these things I call them waking visions. I don't meditate or anything. I just will stop and I'll just be rested. I'll just let my mind wander or maybe look at a bird or something. But anyways, there was Jimmy. So what we do, we stood side to side, shoulder to shoulder.
Mhm.
And we were like up in the sky. And then we built this bridge out of a rainbow. So together, we both together made this rainbow bridge. Another little area over there. I don't know what it was.
Pretty cool.
And then we went across the bridge. And then we turned around and we ate it. We ate it. We ate it like giant Subway sandwiches. It was the bomb. Did you see him in there?
See, now you want to know what you do in 5D?
Uh-huh.
That's the kind of shit you do in 5D.
We had so much fun.
You do weird shit. That's what you do in 5D. So you guys are all asking, well, what do you do for a job? And I'm going,
You don't need, no, there's,
you just come up with weird shit. Because you can create anything. So you just start making shit up.
Which song did Jimmy want her
You
to listen to?
pick a tree and go,
Nine
I
to
would
the
like
Universe.
the tree to look
Oh,
like.
Okay,
Nine
I got that one. I got that one. It's a
You got
rare
that
one.
one?
That's a rare one. Yeah.
That's our favorite.
You move
Really?
it up,
Me and him listen to that one all the
Okay.
time.
You go,
And-
okay,
and-
well, here's a volcano over here. I think I'd rather it was over
Thank
here.
you.
Over there it is.
That sounds fun.
It's just, that's what you do.
So I have a question. Am I connected to Stuart Wilde? Is he someone that is like a guide that helps me? Because I was attracted to all of his books and teachings at the beginning of my awakening. Sometimes when I feel like lost, I listen to him and he brings me back. to
Somebody,
infinite self.
anybody pull up a phone and get
I don't know
that
who
guy.
that is.
I need to see his
Yeah,
eyes.
we don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I'm completely
I don't know
blanking
who
on
he
this
is.
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the only way to.
See, I was real
Does that-
connected to
does that work?
Benjamin Franklin, and I asked Naya about it, and she told me why.
Something about Prince here. Prince was better than Jimmy, but Jimmy was
I
awesome.
hang out with.
Oh, Mary, come on
No,
now.
Prince comes around too.
Prince was good, but Jimi Hendrix was.
I hang out with Jimmy mostly. Sometimes Whitney Houston comes around.
Oh yeah.
These are all him on the stage.
Oh, and yeah, there's
Jim
a
Morrison.
lot.
Jim Morrison.
His book is 33 Steps to the
He hasn't
Infinite
come around
Self.
yet.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen
Janis
him.
Joplin.
Talks about everything else.
Janice comes around, but she comes around to me in song. But she doesn't come like Jimmy comes.
Mm-hmm. So,
But there will
so
be days when I'll just listen to Janice all day, but she won't be with me. It's
I
kind of like
gotcha.
He's a very
I feel like
busy
she's
fella.
Mm-hmm.
there's one
Not in the
song
game anymore.
that I play
Yeah,
that's
he's
so
out.
powerful that she does.
which one is it?
But if you want
Mercedes-Benz.
No.
Okay,
Will
okay.
come
Mm-hmm.
to you, and he'll actually
By
give you
my
an answer if you
window.
listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
He says that you
Watching
probably
the
don't
rain.
listen to him.
I'll play it for you
It
later.
sounds like his personality.
Love is a ball and chain.
Okay, I know that. I know the title.
Ball and chain.
Okay.
But she does a live version of it.
He's raw.
He's like a professor.
What's
Yeah,
it
he's
do?
a professor.
It's amazing.
Professor.
I mean, I get
Whenever you
vibration
call
just
and you
thinking
ask
about
a
her
question,
singing that
he's
song.
very
Wow.
succinct.
You can feel
And
her.
you
You
will
know that.
be
she
Yeah,
knows
you
it.
definitely can feel her.
That's what I love about those
And
You
songs.
can feel Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
She puts her soul into
Yes.
that.
That's her
Was he the
story.
one
She
who
knows
led me
it.
to
She's
his
telling
first
it.
book,
You know, she
Miracles?
feels it.
No.
What about me and Bobby McGee? That was
Oh, I love all her songs,
Yeah.
but the one about the ball and chain that she does
that's
live,
the one that just
It was
really.
much more
it's the
gentle.
best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I will
She
listen to that
was
song
the
all day
guide.
sometimes.
She like
It's amazing.
gently
Mm-hmm.
guided you, but little bit by little bit. You're very stubborn. You still are. You're very
Yeah.
stubborn. So she was a guide that kind of put you over there to him because he would never
Mm-hmm.
guide. He's very brisk.
Mm-hmm.
He's very brisk. He's very busy elsewhere.
You know
if-
him?
if-
You're
if-
just smiling?
No,
I'm
anybody-
with Storm.
Turn this back on here.
Mhm.
Hey, you can see him. Look
Okay.
at his eyes. If you ask him, of course, any being will come. But he doesn't stick around.
David Quinn's happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate all the well
You
wishes.
could ask him the same question over and over. He couldn't answer it, but because he's got things to do. But yeah, he's not a cuddly entity.
No, he's not. But I like how raw he is.
I thought Ralph Smart was your
He'd be
guy.
like, if somebody broke your heart, he says there's 2.5 billion people you can choose from, and if you're bisexual, there's 7 billion choices.
Yeah.
There's 7 billion choices if you're bisexual, so don't worry about it.
Hey, he stole that from Michelle.
No, I say that all the time. I'm like, there's oodles of other. There's more boys than girls out there. Y'all. Don't just click on one. Try to go for a little bit of variety.
Really?
Yeah,
I
like,
haven't met very many of them yet.
so go in and have some fun.
Oh, it's Tupac. I just need to know.
About
He's alive, isn't he?
in a timeline, he is.
Yeah.
So he didn't fake his death?
Yeah, and some of them.
And yeah, I mean, there's no
He's
one
dead,
answer.
he's
you
not
know.
dead, and he's faked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whichever one you want to play.
Okay.
Same thing's true with Michael Jackson, too.
Oh, yeah?
What do you do? Fake it?
He's done all of them.
You guys know a guy named Cedric the Entertainer?
I know him, yeah. He's
Okay.
alive.
Cedric?
Okay,
Who, Michael
Cedric the
Jackson?
Entertainer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Naya came to visit me and George at our house. And the day after she left, not the day you left, but the day after, George and I are sitting, and he likes to read in the paper, he likes to read me like the entertainment news because he's really into it.
Mm-hmm.
He starts naming off people playing local, and he brings up 3 people. He reads an obit of one, and another person is playing in Biloxi, and I don't even remember the other ones, I was so blown away.
Mm-hmm.
The first lady, I remember her killing herself like 20 some years ago. And when he said that she just died at the age of 69, I went,
She's
What?
already dead. What
I
do
was
you
like,
mean?
what?
Mandela.
But it gets better. And it's the same conversation, same moment. And then he goes, well, and he looks at me and he goes, yeah. And then he goes, what about Cedric the Entertainer? He's in, I was like, holy shit, he was murdered like 15 years ago.
Damn.
No way, no, I never heard.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
I had to quit.
And then there was one more, and I was so blown away by Cedric. And then all next week, everywhere I looked, Cedric the Entertainer was on the Tonight Show. He was on there, and I was like, whoa.
We switched timelines.
Me and George together banged around to a whole new timeline as soon as she left.
Wow.
And it was powerful. I had Mandela before, but nothing like that one. And I've had several really good ones since. And I don't pay as much attention to
Yeah.
See, mine, in order to get where I wanted to go, I had to go with the one where Michael Jackson died to get to where I wanted to go, and I was pissed off. That's the biggest reason I was
Yeah,
pissed
Michael
off. I went,
Jackson
really?
is
I
dead
listened
in
to
my
him
life.
all
Michael Jackson is dead because he's doing things that make my timeline more possible. But because I really wanted to see him live.
Oh, really?
So it was give one. I could have slid over to the other one, but it would have put me way behind. And I went, oh no, fucker, I'll just wait till.
I listened
Get
to
on
a
the
bunch
other
of his
side.
music on the trip up.
And so what's the difference of the timelines with, okay, so I remember at one point, we were talking, it was wild when I first joined the group, we were talking about how the timeline of Trump getting elected and the timeline of...
Oh, don't get her going there.
And
Oh my
you were
God.
like,
I'm
not political, by the way.
Me too. Me too. I don't give a
I
shit.
absolutely would.
I don't care. They're all just doing the same
It's
thing
all
they
the
always
same.
do.
Nothing changes.
She's really, really reptilian. So the place would have turned into very, very the slave state.
You think so?
Oh, I don't think
She
so.
knows.
I saw it. There is no way.
And what would she have done for the divine feminine?
Nothing.
Not jack
She's
shit.
not,
It's not
she's
about
not
that.
divine.
Mm-mm.
She's not. She's been reptilian since she's been powerful since she was 20. They could have picked any other female. and I
So
would've gone
reptilian
for it.
is a 4D being? you're
Oh
saying?
well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm always get confused with these terms.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Yeah,
don't want
that's
around, you
funny.
just tell them to go away. You get lost.
That she is a part of what their plan was to subjugate and control all humans and to kill a bunch of them.
Oh,
She's
wow.
a part of that.
And nobody would have
scenario.
ever known that. They thought, oh, women's rights, we're going to be...
Yeah. All that shit was
As
true.
long
People-
as we don't have that idiot in office.
Well,
That's how everybody wanted her because they didn't want him.
Well, they're very, very good at lying.
Yeah.
So, and if you believe them, instead of looking at her past,
Mm-hmm.
then geckos consider you deserve what you get.
Yeah.
If you're not smart enough to analyze the facts, geckos believe they're smarter than humans. They consider humans very much like cattle,
Mm-hmm.
and they run them like cattle. And she is very reptilian. So that was the last really plug in the play. If she would have been plugged into running the United States, that would have been it. The whole world would have been run by the reptilians, and it would have become very, very, very slave.
And now, are we saying that the reptilians is the Illuminati?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Now
Definitely.
it makes sense.
Now the Illuminati also include the men, so it's the head honchos that have created all this fear and control that created 3D. Starts with what really the ones that you need to be concerned are the draconians. They're the ones that have the best ideas, the bosses, and then they put their workers in place, which are the reptilians. The reptilians run the humans, and that's how it goes.
But it's all messed up now with Trump winning. It's
Trump gets
point of no return now.
So
because Trump's got something on everybody, so he just creates chaos everywhere.
yeah, he seems like a chaos.
Yes, that's exactly what we need because
He came down here just to do that, right?
Yeah, well, no, he was kind of iffy. There were other options.
Uh-huh.
He was the best one.
He was probably bored, wasn't he?
Well,
He probably-
No,
Kanye.
basically, what happened is he had done everything that he could do in his life. There was nothing else he had not accomplished
Yeah.
except for becoming the president of the United
Yeah.
States. He went, let's give it
Why
a try.
not? Yeah.
And he really didn't think he'd win.
Yeah,
He
it
really did not
It was a
think he'd
publicity
win.
stunt for him, right?
And that's the reason
He's
why
probably
he said
enjoying it. He
whatever.
probably loved it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why he said whatever he wanted to. He was
Yeah.
completely honest.
And still got it.
That's because people were tired of liars.
They wanted
So if
authenticity.
you're good, we want you to be honest. We know you're going to fail.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
honest. You're a human. You're going to fuck up.
I mean, I
It's
sense
part of
that.
it.
Did you sense that when he was out campaigning and stuff? Like I'd watch those debates, and he was honest. Everybody else was full of shit.
Yeah, he
you know?
was honest, and everybody's like, "Why is he being so
Right.
stupid? Why is he twittering every moment and
Right.
detail
That's
of his
because
life?" But that is true.
It's,
So
it's
he
a
is.
little thing that is confusion in this country.
Uh-huh.
You see, there are city people that think they rule this country because there's more of them.
Yeah.
But there's only a handful of cities, and all the city people live there.
Mhm.
The rest of the country is full, jam-packed full of small town country people, and we outnumber the city people by far.
Mhm.
And we normally don't get in the way. We let the city people vote for who they want, let them have their way, but we were sick of it. So this was the one time, very seldom happens, when the small people stood up and went, "We've had enough."
Yeah.
And when they do that, they totally overwhelm the city people.
Mhm.
And the city people just lose their minds because
Mhm.
normally they win.
Mhm.
Because normally the little people, we're busy, we're working.
Mhm.
We don't have time to sit around and flutter.
You know, Ross Perot was close.
Yeah, it was very close. If he hadn't backed
I
out.
voted for
Me
Ross
too, me
Perot.
too.
That was
Yeah.
my first time I
Me
ever
too.
voted.
Me too. First and only time.
And
Really?
it's
Yeah.
not
Oh, I've voted
because
since, but yeah,
it
my
was
first
not
one.
because Trump was
I registered to vote just for
anything
him. Yeah.
other than not
My
a politician.
sister
Uh-huh.
is
Because the
married to a man
politicians
who
have
works
been saying
directly
the
for
same
him.
thing.
No way.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
channel you're on. They've been saying the same
Out in
crap
Texas.
for
What we doing?
decades.
I never met him,
And
and
it
I haven't even
didn't
met my
matter
my brother-in-law.
Because
so
for one thing,
No, really?
Trump came across as
I'm not close to
truly
that side of the
loving
family,
this
but
country.
it's okay.
And no other
I
politician
heard-
has given us
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, those kind of
And we would rather go with somebody that was honest, even if he fucked up,
Mhm.
and cared about this country first,
Mhm.
than somebody that was just regurgitating the same old crap we've heard for decades.
Yeah. Well, I can get that.
And me, I just don't care.
Simone,
And for
no
me,
judgment.
are you a city person?
Yeah, I'm a city.
Oh yeah,
person.
she's a city person.
That's what
Oh
Naya.
yeah.
I think I realized that coming here.
My
I'm
husband- my
like,
husband's
wow,
a
it's
city
so
boy.
different. There's no sidewalk.
We're close. We're close to the city, though. We're
My
close.
husband's a city boy.
I was like,
Literally 5 minutes away.
There's
So we're
like, there's no
close.
sidewalks.
Yeah, we're close.
But I look at it like this. You know how writers, they go off into the country and they write in a
Right.
magazine book?
Yeah.
I was like, this is my time to just focus
Yeah.
on my creations
I,
right now. Like,
I
That's a
love
good way-
I do want to write a book.
That's a good way of looking at it,
Maybe I
yeah.
can get to that.
It's like a retreat.
Yeah, I want to. I think I'm gonna
I've
write a
lived
book
in the
on my
city
ayahuasca
a lot of my
diaries. It's
adult
gonna
life,
be a
so
book
I
as
can
well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
ways.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
It's hard to
both
write a book,
sides,
though.
but I still laugh at the city.
And I
people.
got.
I mean, Naya's been
Bugs.
trying forever.
Anybody have any
Bugs is the
questions on my
funniest part of all.
subscribers?
Bugs.
Naya, when
Feel
are
free to
you
ask
gonna write
any
your book?
question.
Whenever
fun.
I can, whenever I have time, I seem to be drawn to other things.
What was the
It'll
question?
happen when it happens.
When you're gonna write a book.
Yeah. Whenever I can.
Let's see if there's any questions here. I know there's some questions here. What? Nothing.
So okay, so like I have like these ideas, like I need to write a book, do these things. But why, when it comes to like launching and getting started, I just get blocked and I don't
Because you're stuck in your head.
You're too scattered.
You're too stuck in your
scattered.
head, sweetie.
You want to do this and this and this and this and this. You gotta
Focus.
pick
Yeah, that's very
something
true.
and
So,
focus.
so
Okay.
this
That's
week-
your life right there.
Yeah,
All
you gotta
So like anytime, oh, I have this great idea, and then block. There's a dark part.
Yeah.
Block.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I
That's
get
a
it.
good-
Instead of staying with
Hey, let me
your
say that again.
thought,
I see something in there that I didn't see
instead
before.
of staying
I see a
with
bird
your
right there.
concept,
See that? It's a
I
bird.
do. I see it.
instead of staying with your concept, sticking through, flowing like water around the dark spots, you quit.
Mhm.
You come up with some deep dark I can't, or something gets in your way, and you just quit.
Mhm.
And then you go find something else, and you start it, and then you hit a dark spot, and then you just quit. You've got to find one,
And
whichever
just-
one you like
And
the
just
most,
do it.
and
Yeah.
do it, and don't stop. Just
You're doing
go
100 things at
flowing.
once.
And I even feel like with my YouTube channel, like my YouTube channel is my passion, but I find myself, I wanted to do videos every day, but I find myself barely getting 3 out a week if I get any out.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well,
What's
you need
what's
to-
up?
I like, I don't know what's stopping
Thinking
me.
She's
about
scattered.
it.
Scattered.
Stop thinking about it at all.
Off with your
Stop
head.
thinking
Simone.
about it. You're thinking entirely too much.
Mhm.
If you go and play with Storm, if you go and start to,
Where's he
you
about?
go from this to this to this. You don't think about finishing this and doing this. You don't stop creating this timeline that you've got to do. Stop that. You've got to stop that. You've got to go with
I got
the
a
flow.
question for you.
So if
when
you're
you're done.
making soap, you make soap, and then if Storm says something that looks like fun, you stop that and go play with Storm. Then then Storm says something amazing, and you go, oh, that would make a great video. Grab your phone, do a video, put it down, go to the next thing. Flow, flow, flow.
So don't worry that you
Flow.
don't look right or
Flow.
that your hair is
Oh my
not
God.
I
right.
think you just answered my question. I was going to ask you.
Come
You
on
said
now.
be water. What does that mean?
Flow.
Flow.
Just
Be,
flow.
it's just an element.
Because water's in the cup. It's
See,
the
you
cup.
worry about what you
Yeah,
Bruce
that's it.
Lee, no,
That's
it is.
it.
Bruce Lee hangs out.
Where'd
with
you
me.
get
I
that
got that
from?
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
No, it's
If
all
you
about
worry
Bruce.
about
Mhm.
what you look like.
I
then you
I
are
do the
doing
art
what
of
we
fighting
talked
without
about earlier.
fighting.
Blocking
What do you mean?
myself.
No, you're worrying about what other people think.
I'll show you a
And they're
video
not
later
caring.
about
Okay.
it.
All right.
It's
Nobody
like a
cares.
3-minute clip.
I
Okay.
guarantee
you'll
you.
get
Look
it.
into
All
my
right.
eyes. You are
He explains
beautiful.
it better than I can.
Period.
Bruce Lee?
You can
Okay.
dress yourself up if you want to. You're still pretty. You're
Oh my
beautiful
goodness.
either way. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't
Yes.
need anything. Just trust and believe in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
in your message. Pick up the bloody phone. People are not caring about that. They're caring about what you say. They're not caring about what you look like. They care about what you say.
You care about what you look like.
Ego.
Yes.
David
Yeah.
Ick. Yeah, David Ick. You guys like
Now
David
you're
Ick?
lucky. You're
You know who he
beautiful
is?
no
I don't
matter
know who that
what. So you don't have to worry about that. But that would
David
interfere
Ike. I said it
with
wrong.
so
David
much.
Ike. You know who he is?
Yeah.
Because by the time
Conspiracy
I did
guy.
that at the beginning,
Oh,
I
I
stopped
don't-
going, oh,
yeah.
I'd like to do a video on this. So I went and did the hair, put the makeup on. By the time
Did
I
he
did
have a
all that, I
club?
forgot what the
Hmm?
video was.
Did he have a club?
And I
I
went,
think so.
oh,
He does
I'm
like
not
these
gonna do
8-hour
that.
lectures.
So that's why
Does he go
I
around to
pick it up,
colleges?
no matter what.
Yeah.
I did. I met him.
No way.
I met him.
David Ike, get out of here.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
when
What
I
did you
was in
meet?
college.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
remember his name, but I did meet him in college. I went to a thing. You get extra credit if you go to the little things.
Mhm.
And he had a
I
thing.
love him.
It was a conspiracy theory group that he had.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. But he
Alright.
talked about all the stuff about, Mother Teresa being in the cinnamon bun and all that stuff and why Oral Roberts thought that there was the pictures of Jesus on the outside of his buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And he would
He's-
explain it.
He is.
Oh,
so
oh,
good.
and walking through fire was my favorite one. Okay, scientifically, anybody could walk through burning coals
I heard that, yeah.
because wood does not conduct heat.
Yeah. You actually put out the flames as you walk
So
on.
what they did was they put stakes on their feet and they walked across the fire to prove that even the stakes wouldn't get burnt. Now, if you would put that on a metal plate, metal conducts heat, so that would just rip the skin right off.
Yeah,
of you.
absolutely.
But the point was they were telling people, oh, if you believe it in your mind, and that was the whole conspiracy thing that I only went to one of his little lectures that was for extra credit, but I forgot what his name was.
That
I
was
did.
a
I
long
met
time
him.
ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went to college in 2004. I was probably 2005.
That's a good time ago, yeah. You like David Ike, don't you?
I love David Ike.
Oh my gosh, that's
This
so funny.
this is me and David Ike.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
no, he was
Wow.
hilarious. I mean, it
Well,
was really
he's-
cool.
I mean, that man started out famous.
oh, shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he was.
He was like a
completely-
news guy and stuff.
He played soccer. He was a
Yeah.
famous soccer player.
Yeah.
Then he did the sports thing.
Yep.
So he was famous when he got his
Right.
enlightenment.
That's when, yeah.
And he stood up
They
to
thought he was
everybody
nuts.
and
They
they
thought it was
laughed
crazy.
at him and he just let it go right by. You want to know how you do it? You watch him and his shows. Because it didn't stop him, didn't slow him down. But once you've seen that shit, nothing can stop you. Because you can't tell me I didn't see and experience what I experienced. You can laugh all day long. I don't really give a shit. I was there. You weren't.
I just
So
saw
you
something.
argue if you want to argue, but I was dead. I won that battle. So I understood what he did, but I can't imagine doing it in front of all those people like that. That's amazing to me. Because that's a lot of energy.
And for hours he does
Yeah.
it too.
And now everything that he said is being proven. Everything. His groups are getting huge.
He was very
Because-
charismatic in his
Yeah,
speaking. Yes,
He's very,
he was.
very charismatic. I want him
And
so
the
bad.
house was packed.
I really want to send energy and straighten out those hands, but that's his one thing to keep him there, so I can't. But I'd love to. Because he's got rheumatoid arthritis.
I just saw somebody run through that house.
Did
About
you?
This tall. Ran right through here.
There's a lot of people in this house.
Like it was like short
Friendly,
short and quick.
friendly. You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I'm not
fine.
scared of nothing.
They're fine.
So I don't know. I'm assuming.
They're fine. There's a lot of layers upon layers upon layers everywhere.
I
So
kind of want to be a kid.
yeah, I think it was a kid.
It
It
reminded
was
me
a
of a
girl.
I think they were going to play with Storm.
Probably are playing with.
Well,
someone.
yeah, the Fester is because he was. we were
Fester's
doing the
still over
monkey
there?
thing. I don't. No.
Yeah, where's he at? Fester.
He's
Come on.
outside.
I think he's on top of the house.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
outside. I was here a couple days ago with him. We were all
Wonder
in
how
these
he,
trees.
How'd he get here? Did he just
He's attached to you.
so? But how long's he been?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Attached to you. Your
Ask
whole
ask him
life.
next time.
Your
The
whole
whole he's been the whole life.
Mhm.
Well, no shit.
Yep.
He's been everywhere then.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy.
He's been with you the
Wow,
whole time. He just kind of hangs out.
that's pretty cool. So he's like a pub friend, in a way,
Kind
right?
of. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, pretty cool.
He loves you very much.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
funny. He's funny.
It's very funny.
He's like got a really great sense of humor. I guess because he looks like a scary gorilla.
Mhm.
I don't know. He maybe mix it out with like his song and dance routines. He's like really funny.
He's corny funny.
Yes, corny
Corny
funny.
funny.
That's right. That's right.
Corny.
Yeah, I'm corny.
Like he'd put on like one of those goofy hats and get a cane and a
Oh.
stripy jacket
Yeah.
and like
well,
dance.
now I can tell you
Very,
about
very
now I can tell you about these costumes and the horse head and all that stuff that I gave you.
Yeah.
I was gonna do. I didn't want people to see me in my videos when I originally,
Oh,
so I bought a bunch of Halloween costume shit. And
oh, that's
I made like one
hilarious.
video. I'm like, nah, this ain't
That's
gonna
so
work.
cute. Though.
I had a horse's head and those glasses with a nose, and I'm like, the hell with it.
That's funny. Okay, guys, are you done?
Any
No more
questions?
questions?
I went to several of his rallies, and I don't get involved talking about David Icke.
Oh.
Well, that's cool. At least you go to his
That's-
rally.
All you need to know is his
Oh, now he don't
information.
get involved. He says, "Well, that's cool. At least you know the stuff."
That's all you need to know is his stuff is real, so become a god and don't worry about them. Because you're stronger than them. Even though they run everything, the only way to win is to remember you're a god and then you can run anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Nothing.
Any last words to say to the group?
I love you
No.
so much. Thank you for spending time with us.
Love
on
you
my birthday.
bunches. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you guys later. Man, that was 3 hours long.
Well, there's two. There's one.